The Wild Wild West.
Oh, boy. I think we're going to take this one nice and easy, dude.
Yeah.
Take her nice and easy.
Yes. I agree.
Nice and slow.
We're here. We're joined with friend of the show, friend of ours,
Ally.
Sam Tallent.
Powerful ally, yeah.
Very powerful ally.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of straddle both the comedy scenes. That
Yeah,
there
I'm
are.
beloved by all.
You are.
Yeah, I'm a day
Which is a
walker.
night, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a great author.
Thank you.
You wrote a wonderful book
Thank
called
you.
Running the Light.
I wish you would have forgot the name. That would have been hilarious.
I was very close.
Yeah, I saw you. Saw your eyes flutter.
Despite the fact that my room has about 4 copies.
Yeah.
I was right there.
I see them.
It was great. I had my dad send you one of the test copies, and he was like, "Now you're sending this to Shane Gillis, huh? Is that
really?
that fella who got in that kerfuffle?" I was
Really?
like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
What a nice way to put it.
Yeah. You know, he's a fan of laughing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sam brought us gifts.
I
Sam,
did.
for those.
Dude.
An and
Stowed
one
mine away in
mixtape
my
jersey.
bag.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you want to be a good guest.
Dude,
This is as good as it
Come
gets.
in.
I'll
hot.
say best gifts we've gotten.
It's up
That's
there.
no attack on Ari, but
Oh, yeah, definitely. Better
best
than
gifts we
Ari's.
got. Ari had
got
some
you a
decent
fucking
gifts. An apple.
Geranium.
Geranium.
Ew.
That's
Something you have
crap.
to keep alive.
Yeah, I'm more of an orchid guy.
He gave you a task. How do you
Yeah.
feed your orchids? One ice cube every
They
2
died.
days?
I got one once and it died.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
the
go.
one thing that's pretty shameful about me. I really pride myself on having a green thumb.
Mhm.
I don't, bro.
Really?
Kill plants, except for grass, bro. I
Grass?
got the grass popping in my backyard.
What are
Anything
you doing?
underfoot you can take care of.
Good point. True.
Yeah. You're feeding it with your toeless adventures.
True. True.
Yeah.
What I do with it?
Yeah, how are you working this thing?
Just watering the hell out of it, dude.
All right.
Watering the hell out of it, dude. I plant it in like 97 degrees.
How large of a plot of grass are we talking here?
Acreage?
The size of this carpet under our feet.
it's his back porch.
It's about 14 square feet.
But it's
of grass.
quality grass.
Bro.
Kentucky blue?
A little bit of blue in there, but this
Yeah.
is more of a northeastern blend. Some barley.
Sure. Why don't you just astroturf it?
I can't, bro. It'll stink. I have dogs.
Oh, yeah. That'll reek.
I used to swear to my dad I was an AstroTurf when I was younger. He'd make me cut the grass. I'm like, I'm gonna have a cement backyard. I hate cutting the grass. I'm a fucking AstroTurf.
Well, that's because you guys had a fucking
the compound,
You had 40 acres and a mule.
dude. It was fucking. It was all Saturday.
Yeah.
All Saturday, I wake up at like 8 a.m. And then if I didn't cut behind the sand mound, which I never did, he'd be like, I'm going up there and inspect the sand mound. I'd be like, fuck. Come down, get back up there. I'd be showered and shit. I have to go. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You can't keep Sand Mountain secrets from father.
you can't.
It's impossible.
that was the first place you go behind
Yeah.
the sand mound. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's where dads hang out.
there's like compost and shit. I'm like, I'm not mowing around
He
compost.
goes back there and smokes 2 hits of a Lucky Strike,
That's where we
breathes
buried
in
it.
real deep, and comes back
Yep.
in the house and screams at you and your 12 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember pulling up during my first marriage.
Yeah.
Pulling up out front of my house and like not coming in for 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is what my dad used to do.
Oh,
He just sit out in his car and just talk on the phone. I'm like, oh, it's a nice feeling. Just pulling up, being like, not yet.
My dad
Yeah.
had
You just
my dad
chill
had
in your
a
car.
Pathfinder that only he drove.
Nice.
And then one time we got in there, me and my friends, to like play in the car, and just a bunch of Red Dog tall boys fell out the sides.
Oh,
Like, this is
man.
what he's doing in here. Suppose my mom doesn't have a key.
Damn, that is a nice move to just show, like, walk into your house just bombed after work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just having not had enough time to get, like, it's not like you went to a bar. Like, you drove home, got hammered in a half hour in your
Yeah.
in your
well,
driveway.
You turn on County Road 86, crack it. By the time you hit 13, it's warm.
Now we're talking Denver.
No, we're talking
Yeah.
eastern plains of Colorado.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're talking Elbert
Damn,
County.
you were out on the plains?
Hell yes.
Yeah, dude.
You were at Tatanka, dude.
For sure.
Fucking
Yeah.
big
I
motherfucker
was using
out
every
there.
part of the buffalo.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
just a Hulk out there.
It's like Noah at Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, Noah's half native.
Yeah.
Or
Quarter-
some native.
And he won't shut up about it.
God, he won't shut up.
True.
about
The
it.
whole way up here, all he's talking about native. Yeah.
He said,
Straight.
please say indigenous.
Oh, that's true. He did.
Yeah. He's a First Nations person.
True.
Here's what I want you guys to think about. Here's what I've been excited about.
Let me know.
There's a guy who, now I'm forgetting his name.
Very good.
So there's a YouTube channel. It's this guy goes around and interviews World War II vets.
Oh.
And there's one guy, the first guy I watched, I think his name's Philipek, Filipek, Walter Filipek. He's the first dude. So I was on another kick on the Pacific, but this Walter guy, he's like 95 when he's getting interviewed. He's the
Jesus.
first guy I've ever seen that, like, you know, because always in the World War II documentaries they show the old guys and they always start getting emotional and like tear up, you know,
Sure.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But this was the first guy I've ever seen that had literally zero PTSD and was just like smiling the whole time. They'd ask him a question. He'd be like, well, some of those Japs, they would have grenades when you'd go to take care of them, so I'd bayonet them. And they're like, don't you think that's a little cruel? He's like, yeah, it is cruel, but I done it. And just smiles.
He's giddy.
Dude, there was the best line in it, though. He's like, they were like, were you ever like afraid while you were there? He's like, no, I didn't have a girlfriend back home. All I had was some family. I didn't care if I died. He goes, I didn't care about nothing. I still don't care about nothing. It's just like,
Damn, dude.
this guy's incredible.
Yeah.
He's
He's
the
a
man.
nihilist.
He's wearing a fucking American flag button down with all his medals like clipped on. Like you can see the like
with like chip clips.
clothes. Yeah, exactly.
Would you take him off though?
He has his bronze star with a chip clip.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
Dude, imagine hitting the diner. Just Purple
yeah.
Heart, Bronze Star,
All
American
the root
flag
beer you
tee.
can chug, man.
Does he ever get a
He
bill?
was Forrest Gump.
Was
he
he?
was Forrest Gump. I've never heard that he was just like, well, they told me to do it, so I done it. He's just fucking executing dudes, napalming caves filled with people.
Damn,
It was
dude.
crazy.
I mean, dude, he's taking orders.
And he would also, dude, he executed a prisoner. And he talks about it. It's so funny.
What'd he do?
He's like, so my commanding officer, he told me, now take that Jap. He says Jap a lot. I don't.
Yeah.
He said, now take that Jap behind the line and come back in 1 minute. Well, the line was a lot further than that, and I didn't want to be out there by myself. So he takes this Japanese prisoner back, and he's like, so I told him, give me what you got in your pockets. And all he had was one picture. And I said, give me that picture. And he said, no, no, no. And I said, yes, yes, yes. So I shot him. Killed him. And then it cuts to him holding up the picture. And, he goes, and this is the picture I got from that Jap. They were lopping off Chinese heads. They were cutting off Chinese heads and putting them in a basket.
That was the picture?
That's the picture.
That was the keepsake.
Yeah,
you
the
carried?
keepsake. The Japanese guy had a picture of them cutting off Chinese heads.
I thought it would have been a picture of his sweetheart.
No,
but
no, you would think.
Yeah.
The guy was like, I'm not giving this up. This picture's too tight. It was tight. It was
His enemies.
It was him and his boys chopping off heads in front of the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China was behind them.
He had to
He's
get that back to his
And
bros.
Walter goes, now that's the Great Wall of China. They were lopping off Chinese heads. And I've been to the Great Wall. I've been all over. It's fucking...
I wonder how many takes it took to get that photo.
Dude. Oh, yeah. He tried to hold it up the whole time, but he's a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, Walter Philippek,
Jesus,
might be
man.
the best dude I've ever seen.
American
goat.
hero.
He
Easily.
literally, truly might be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, because everybody, they're always like, I was over there. The only thing I cared about was the guy next to me, all that stuff. He's just like, I didn't care. I still don't care at all. It's fucking-
Dude,
He
imagine
sleeps.
getting busted with that picture, too. He's like, what do you got? Be like, you're going to think it's weird.
Except it's Walter, dude. He was probably like, nah, that's a cool picture. But I'm going to shoot him. He's dead. Oh, one more. I'll stop.
Oh, so
But
funny.
there's one time Walter's in his foxhole. They set off a flare in the middle of the night. And he said there was a Japanese dude just right at the foot of his foxhole about to jump in. So he shoots him. And the guy like fell into the foxhole. And there's two other guys that were sleeping were like, who's that? Or like, what the fuck was that? And he's
Yeah.
just like, just somebody that shouldn't have been here. And then I went back to sleep. He just woke up and blasted him, dude. Tucked himself back in.
Dude. That must have been so sick back then, just to have like a nasty autist in the foxhole.
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
Man, there's so many good ones. I watched an hour and a half.
I
of
could
this.
listen to
It was
this
incredible.
for
And it's
5
just
hours.
straight cameras just on Walter sitting there like, well,
How high were his pants?
you can't see his pants, so you would assume.
Yeah, they're at least over the belly
I mean,
button.
when you've got as many notches, as how many confirmed kills Walter has,
Fuck.
those pants are gonna be high. But fuck, I forget what I was gonna say. I might be Walter.
You're remorseless.
So he shot the guy in the thing.
Shot the guy, but fuck, never mind. Who cares?
Oh, we'll come back to you.
It'll come back.
It'll
Yeah,
pop
sorry.
in.
I
Yeah.
threw you off with the pants.
No. Matt, the pants
The
was
people
fine.
wanted to know about the pants level too, though.
I mean, you assume they're high. It's a dumb question. They're obviously high.
They're nipple chafers.
There's no way he's sagging.
No.
He steps
Walter-
up and he's just sagging.
Yeah, he's
Suspenders or no suspenders?
no suspenders, dude. Just an American flag button down with his medals pinned to his shirt. But some of them are rough to watch. Some of the geezers.
Oh, they're not all a blast?
No, they're not all.
They're not a last minute?
They're not all a
The
hoot like
atrocities of
Walter.
the Pacific Theater?
Dude, Walter didn't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just broken, and Walter's just like, I did it. I did what I had to do, so I done it.
He has a necklace of ears.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was saying. So he lands on, I think it was Okinawa. So he gets there. There was like a Japanese dude like 500 yards away, like they could see him, and he's talking to his commanding officer, and he's like, I'm gonna put some tracers in, and I'm gonna shoot him. And they were like, you can't hit that, no chance. So Walter fucking lit this dude up. And the guy's like, I'm glad I'm on your side. He's like, well, I come here to kill, so that's what I'm doing. He's just murdering people.
It's very
What are
practical.
Tracer is a bullet. You know how when they light up,
Yeah.
that's a tracer.
Oh, really?
So those aren't all the, in Fury, there's a lot of like, it almost looks like
When it
lasers.
just kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's because every like third or fourth round
They want to
is
see
a
where
light,
they're
so
going.
you can see where it's going.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
He just lit a guy up.
He just lit him up, dude.
Do those
Yeah.
tracer rounds have, like, are they deadly as well?
Yeah, they have to be.
Okay.
Yeah, those things are flying.
They have to be.
Yeah, it would hurt.
You just get hit with it. You're like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
It
dude.
was just a light.
Starts fucking like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought of
That's
you.
a good find.
I thought of you. I was listening to the hardcore history.
Which one?
The last one is on Japan, but it's getting into like the fire bombings. You don't want to know, dude.
I want to know.
So there were certain times where wind conditions, like in Dresden, in Germany, Slaughterhouse
I'm familiar.
5, yeah,
Yeah. Thank you, but yeah.
where it would just start like a fire tornado, and the government, the U.S. figured out how to like manufacture these.
What?
So they were just hitting Japan with just fire tornadoes.
How'd they figure that out?
What?
They would figure out how much, like how the wind was going and how much incendiaries they needed to drop, and
What?
they would just start fire tornadoes.
In Japan?
Yeah.
An
That's-
incendiary cyclone.
Yes.
Whoa.
Literally, and that happened with the nuke too.
That's a
There
great
was-
AFL team.
dude. Yeah, it was very scary.
They're hitting them with fire tornadoes?
Yes, they were hitting tornadoes
This was when? In the fucking
in the 40s.
40s?
Yeah,
And like 20
They can
years
definitely
before, they
control the
were
weather,
on-
dude.
Oh, yeah.
They can
Oh, yeah.
definitely control the weather.
It's
If they did
DARPA.
fire tornado, if they had fire tornado in the 40s, dude, they can
If
get
Spud
us.
would hear, he would have like a book on this. He'd be like,
He
"Here
knows
you
about
go."
DARPA.
Yeah. That's
all I got.
I was up
Damn.
in Alaska, very near DARPA. And I'd be like, what's up with DARPA? And they're like, oh, yeah, they do whatever they want. They didn't care.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
what were you doing in Alaska?
Just doing Chillicothe
question.
Charlie's.
What's that? Oh, the club.
Yeah.
Nice. How was it?
They gave, before I went on stage, they sat me down and gave me a stern talking to about, hey, they're going to send you shots. How many do you want to take before we switch to ginger ale? And I was like, well, I don't know. It's like an hour-long show. Like, how many shots we're talking? They're like, last week, the guy got 15.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then I guess the second show he did the exact same hour, but he did the exact same 20 minutes 3 times because he was so shit-faced. So I was like, after
How much
3?
you get? Yeah, 3 is
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I would just be like, give me all ginger ale. You know how delicious that would be? Every 10 minutes, just be like,
Yeah, but a sugar crash is gnarlier than just being wasted. Like, I'd rather be like fall down.
you start getting all
angry
hot
drunk.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Shots of
sweating.
what? Whiskey?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They're like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I guess Jameson." And they're like, "Good call. That's the most expensive one we sell."
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But it's
Damn,
like
dude.
it's a gauntlet they throw down. They want it. They want the clown to fall down. That's the
Yes.
whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah,
How many? And you got 3?
I did 3.
That'll do you.
Did they look at you after you did like the 12th one and they're just like, damn, this guy fucking rules?
Well, I'm selling merch afterwards, so like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, thanks for coming out," and they're like, "Oh, that was fucking stolen valor.
Yeah.
That wasn't real booze." Yeah, you can tell. some
No,
of
you
them
did the
were
right
pissed.
thing. That'd be fucked up.
Well, yeah, but that's what they do up there.
Fuck it. True.
Yeah, it's a godless, heathenous place, man.
They
There's-
killed themselves a lot up there too.
And it was also the solstice.
It happens.
Oh, they blow their heads
believe it.
You
off.
should have killed yourself.
I should on stage. Anchorage, it's been a blast. Seriously. I should have had Walter come up there, finish me
Walter,
off.
he won't die, dude. Actually, he might be dead. I don't know how old that YouTube video was.
I don't think guys like that pass until they want to go.
Yeah, Walter,
Good
and
point.
he seemed fine. They're like, "What's it like being 90?" He's like, "Well, it's fine."
Yeah. Yeah, but
Some
so
days.
was committing war crimes. Like his
Yeah,
barometer for fine is very low.
No problem doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a guy like that. You need a nice autistic gentleman.
Yeah. You
He's
say
out there.
autistic, I say bloodthirsty sociopath.
How dare you?
Hey, man.
He's a decorated war hero, dude.
Walter's the man.
I'm sorry, everybody.
You fucking lib.
Yeah. I'm not here voting. It is funny. You did say that I straddle both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And when you had your fateful Dragula time in Minnesota, I was receiving text messages from you when you were in that blackout haze,
Yes.
being like, "We're the best." And the next one was like, "You alt comic pussy. You couldn't do what I do. We're 1 and 2, man." That was just like both sides of Shane coming through.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's great.
There's only 2 sides, dude.
You back and forth them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Set him up. Knock him down.
Yeah.
Set him back up. Nah, I'm just playing.
Yeah, it's a nice text. Like, "Oh, thanks, Shane. You're thinking about me." And it's like, "Have fun in the bookstore. I'm out here making money." Are they passing the hat? What'd you get in there? Like, oh, all right.
All
I
from
do.
like a Chili's.
Yeah.
All very sad.
Right. In the worst club. I've done that club. It sucks.
Oh, that club's
Fuck.
rough.
Was the amusement park working while you were there?
The second time.
Okay.
To the
Yeah.
MOA.
The first time was in the middle of the pandemic.
Damn, dude.
So the whole thing was like empty.
Yeah, you're just in the tomb of capitalism in the middle of Minnesota.
Yeah.
It sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does suck.
They have 8 different lid stores, though.
I did notice that.
That's
Yeah.
promising.
And that would disorients you.
Oh yeah.
You keep walking around. You're like, I just went past this fucking lids, dude.
Yeah, it's like you're in a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Damn, it fucking stinks.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, did you hear about the baby coming under fire?
Dude, you hear what the baby said?
Yeah, the baby was trying to get lighters tossed up, dude. He was just pulling out all the
Bro.
stops.
Did you see what he said though?
I saw the part about not having fucked up diseases, and then he goes, "Throw up a lighter if you're not or if you're not sucking dicks in the parking lot."
Yeah, he said if you don't have AIDS.
Yeah. Well, he said it first. I think he said if you don't have
Yes.
AIDS, throw up a lighter. Which
I got it right here. It said, in response to criticism, DaBaby said this in an Instagram story yesterday. This is DaBaby. This is not me. I said, if you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone lighter up. DaBaby told his 19.1 million followers. I said, if you ain't sucked dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. All the lights went up, gay or straight. You want to know why? He continued. Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS. Stupid ass N-words. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't no nasty gay N-words. See what I'm saying? They ain't no fucking junkies on the street.
So he was being nice.
He was being nice. He said it wrong, but he was trying to be nice.
He was praising. Yeah, he was praising.
He's praising
his
his fans.
fans. Yeah, he was saying basically only poor people get AIDS.
He certainly
My
did
fans aren't
condemn
poor.
the AIDS community.
The science backs it up.
Yeah, he called them nasty.
What do you think of that?
I mean, T.I. I'm just where T.I. is. T.I. was like, dude, that's his truth.
Oh, T.I. supported him?
T.I. supported him.
Damn.
T.I. came out. T.I. supported Lil Nas X. He said, hey, that's his thing. I think T.I. came out and said, like, well, if Lil Nas X can be gay, why can't the baby just, like, kind of
Trash
not let
people with
AIDS
AIDS.
in his concert? That was where he was coming from. He's like, if he can go around and give Satan lap dances, then why can't the baby come out and be like, check in for the health of the people at the concert? I mean, if he had just replaced AIDS with COVID, he would have been fucking high-fived all the way.
True.
He just did the wrong disease. He probably blanked. I was like, fuck, I meant COVID.
Yeah.
I meant the new strain. I meant the new strain coming in.
Yeah, it is a very highly evolved take, actually, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I was sucking
progressive.
dick. That'd be funny for
Yes.
the dudes who suck dick in the parking lot were like, shit.
What?
Fuck, how the fuck did he know?
guy talking
There's got to be someone there.
Somebody there has sucked a dick in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Some homo thugs. Did you ever fuck with homo thugs?
I show no love to homo thugs.
Did you ever fuck with homo thugs? Dude?
No.
There was a bar in West Philly that everyone was like, that's homo. I would talk to this dude in my neighborhood. He's like, man, that's for homo
It's
thugs.
Thug Mansion.
It was homo thugs, dude.
Yeah.
You just get thugged out and you just fucking suck your boys.
Whoa.
You just Fiesta remix. You just get all of, like the 2001 drip and just suck your bros. Homo thug life rules, dude.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
And you just go back to trapping, dude. But yeah, the baby, the baby was just saying, dude. If you want to be at my concerts, you have to you need a clean bill of health.
That's fair.
He doesn't want people endangering themselves by sucking penises unprotected in his parking lot.
Yeah, he doesn't want that going on.
He wants condom head. The worst
True.
head.
Oh man,
Ugh,
I've
what a
never
crime.
received that.
I have.
You have?
Yeah. Out there in the wilds of America?
With what, like strippers?
No, not strippers.
Regular
what?
girls getting
Really?
condom
Yeah,
head?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, you fucked hookers too? That's what's up. I was
Yeah.
like, nice. That's
I mean, I've danced with that devil. All
yeah,
right.
they're big
Yeah.
condom heads.
Yeah.
But a girl put on a fucking condom and blew
Yeah.
you?
Well, yeah, like me doing some show in like an oil field in Wyoming, and then they take me home and they're like, "Oh, everyone here is dirty. We got a bunch of DaBaby fans here." So
Yeah.
Can you get sick from head?
You know, I don't know. We need to put more money towards that.
True. You could probably get herpes probably from it.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah, for
herpes.
sure. I don't think you can get
It
like
would-
chlamydia.
You would have to have a very bloody blowjob to get HIV.
Dude, all my
Yeah.
blowjobs are bloody as hell,
Really?
dude. I'm extreme as
That's
hell.
because you're fucking homophobe. Dude. All right, this is what I got to pick.
My brother got attacked. Sorry, go ahead.
I got to pick your. No, your brother got attacked. Is better. Go ahead.
Well, his phone got stolen by a homo thug.
What?
My brother's phone got stolen out of like the trash truck.
A
was
little
a
Nas
fucking-
X got him.
Flip phone, Lil Nas X got him. I think it was like a Puerto Rican dude. But he fucking
if you had to guess.
it was a homo poppy, dude. A homo poppy took his phone, a flip phone out of his
What would
truck.
you call Fat Joe if he was gay? If you had to come up with a pun on that name?
I feel like you already did. What is it?
Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm
Oh,
just asking you guys.
I didn't know. I couldn't know.
If you changed one letter,
Oh yeah.
wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm missing it.
You can do
Homo.
it. Fat Joe.
Oh. Yeah. I thought you meant fat homo.
Well, that'd be fun too.
Yeah, that works.
Here's what I got. Here's what I got to pick your brain on, Matt.
Yes, yes.
And I was hoping this was the first time you've heard of it, but I doubt it. What do you think of Simone Biles?
Yeah, I heard she canceled the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, apparently she got fucking touched by Nassar.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? She
No.
was one of Nassar's victims.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I heard about this and I was like, yeah.
She was
Of course.
in his harem.
Yeah.
She probably, dude. These people train their entire lives. They have no choice. They become gymnasts. She probably won and then was like, whatever. That wasn't as
Yeah.
cool as I thought it would be. And she just, like, the whole fucking trial happened and she was like, I don't want to think about gymnastics anymore.
Fair enough.
That's what I thought.
I think that's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I heard that she was having a hard time knowing where she was in the air.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I
What?
saw a clip of that. Well, I guess gymnasts, that happens to them. Like,
Yeah.
while they're in the air, they kind of get disoriented. And it like fucks them up.
The whole trick to being a gymnast is like knowing where exactly you are in the air.
Oh, I
at
thought you
what
meant like an
rotation.
identity crisis. I thought she would like become airborne and be like, "Who am I?" I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah. She's
how
off
fucking
the
much
mat.
air does she get?
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life?"
She does get air, dude.
Existential
She
dread.
gets major air. Yeah, the one thing that bothered me about it. Let me tell you what bothered me about Simone Biles quitting.
Yeah,
Was watching everyone fall all over themselves to be like, wow, that was brave and
Yeah.
incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothered me. Obviously, she's 24
Yeah.
and it's
Was
sexual
diddled.
abuse.
Yeah.
Like she
I didn't know that till today.
She can do. I saw that in the description. I didn't know it was. She got touched by the hand of God, dude.
Yeah.
Nassar, bro.
One of the all-time greats.
They should-
Yeah. He's on the Mount Rushmore.
He is, dude.
They should kill that guy.
Yeah.
They should just dudes like that. It's like 12 people. It comes out. They should just stomp on his head and be like, "You're done, bro."
That is kind of like
There's
the creme
no
de la
reason.
creme, though. Gymnasts, underage tumblers.
They're scrappy dudes, bro.
I mean,
They're
if
fucking-
you're gonna go for
They
it,
are
Fucking
scrappy
yoked,
dudes.
dude.
yeah,
They're scrappy dudes.
yeah.
That's a good build. I don't mind a scrappy do.
You know what I've noticed about the tumblers? Their butts are a lot smaller than I remember them.
Really.
I remember all these butts just being huge, powerful haunches.
That's because at the time, back in the day when we were young men,
yeah,
like
True.
the Atlanta flat butts
Mm-hmm.
were very prevalent.
Yep.
Nowadays-
Heart-shaped heinies.
Nowadays, these heart-shaped tinies are everywhere.
yeah. These Komanichis, I'm not into it.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember Biles. I was like, oh yeah, she's got dumps like a truck, and then this year she's flapping around up there, and there's no cheek meat.
I mean, she's a sexual abuse victim. I don't think you should be.
Yeah, I don't understand.
What?
What are we even doing here?
I know she's a victim. I still got two eyes and a heart.
Yeah.
Sure,
the,
she has to live her life. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like, it's not like I was like, what the fuck, Simone? Like, I wasn't mad at
Yeah.
her, but I knew as soon as it happened, they couldn't be like,
It wasn't
No
something.
one could be like, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Everyone had to be like, wow. One of the ESPN tweeted like she stayed and cheered and chalked up her teammates' hands and ultimate teammate.
Yeah.
That was their tweet.
I'm gonna say ultimate. Yeah.
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 I don't know about ultimate teammate. The
It's
best
nice.
player on the team quit
Yeah.
in the one thing. They get one thing. This is their one thing every 4 years.
They train their entire lives for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
saw the qualifying, and she was just fucking wetting the bed the whole time.
Was she?
she wasn't
Yeah.
doing well.
Oh no, it was the worst she's ever done. And then she'd get off like all pouty and like holding back tears.
Mm.
So I mean, I've never been one to perform at such a high level that the entire world was watching.
Yeah.
Every ad campaign's on her.
Yeah.
You know? So like I understand, but also nut up, sister. Come on.
Yeah, that
You
was-
come to the dance,
Dude.
you know?
Yeah, it's becoming way super acceptable to be like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, when I did that in sports,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I quit twice. Nobody was like, "Wow, man, that was awfully
What a
brave.
hero."
What a brave thing you
Yeah,
did."
true. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Pussy,"
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That no, I Gardini was fuming the whole way up.
Yeah, well, Gardini has I have it too, and I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you guys do. Just that old white man in there. When I see certain things on
Suck
the
it
news,
up.
I'm just like, "God damn it, you
Yeah.
don't fucking quit."
We all have
And then
inner Walter.
10 minutes later, you're like, "What the fuck? Who am I?
Yeah.
What am I doing?"
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I
I'm
first
just
started-
walking on air from the women's synchronized diving team,
Yeah.
taking
happened
gold.
there?
Dude, took gold.
Really?
I was
In
at
a
the gym.
landslide.
I was at the gym. They fucking dude. I'm at the gym. I'm catching a very light. All I do now, because since I'm a Hindu, I just try to break a light sweat, and I leave. So just very light, very light exercise. And I'm in there, and I'm seeing, I see Mexico go up. I see some other country, and I'm like, these guys are looking fucking good, man. And I missed USA's dive, but I see them come up and get super pumped, and I was like, all right, that's cool, dude. I finally saw after like a bunch of other rounds, they got gold. Obviously, I saw the replay. Dude, everyone stands on the platform, like, like stands on the edge and like waves their hands, does shit. The two girls in the United States started in the back, ran in unison, and just went and just busted like a quadruple flip and then dove in. It was the coolest shit. They crushed them. They crushed everybody.
That's
And
wonderful.
if the U.S. women's soccer team's watching, it's like, take some notes, man.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking win.
Oh yeah.
That's how you.
They've
play
been
out
struggling, bro.
Yes,
there. I know.
they have.
I'm loving it.
And I'm
I'm fucking loving it.
I'm loving it.
I'm actively rooting against them.
Yeah.
I'm a hooligan, dude. I'm a hooligan.
We're Swedish hooligans. Dude. We love the lady Swedes.
I am a hooligan against the U.S. women's soccer team.
I don't know if I'm not sure there's a least likable team on earth.
I'm gonna whip a Carlsberg bottle at their head.
Yeah, dude. I come out of my house after they lose and I prowl the streets. I'm like, oi,
You got your
Yeah.
scarf.
oi. Yeah, I get this. I get this
You
women's
hold it
street.
up. You go, who are you?
Yeah. You're calling people packies.
You should paint your face. You should get a nice yellow cross, little Sweden.
I'm definitely going to start wearing it.
Yeah.
Big fan of the women's soccer team. Is U.S. out of it?
I don't think
I don't think they'll let them be out of it.
they're not allowed to
Yeah.
be out.
Yeah. They'll
What?
put them up against.
Consolation round?
Yeah,
What is
something.
it? Double elimination?
I mean, it's girls' rules, so probably.
True.
You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
True.
You
They
guys
tied.
talked about.
They tied Australia.
Oh wow!
yesterday.
What a victory!
0-0.
for women everywhere.
They tied Australia?
Australia. getting
Where do they
old.
play?
In Tokyo.
Australia should be embarrassed with themselves, dude.
Same time zone.
What?
I think Australia. They don't have any jet lag over there.
True. I'm just saying Australia should be embarrassed because, they've been like locked in their house for like 2 years. Cowards, dude.
Those cowardly women.
They were saying in Australia, you're allowed to wear you're allowed to not wear a mask if you're jogging. So you get a lot of business dudes who like forget their mask and just fucking run in their suits.
Yeah, they
Have you seen the dressage?
What's that?
The horse dancing?
I did see a clip of that.
What?
It's wonderful.
You like it?
I like the horse dancing.
That astounds me. It's the worst.
What?
I've only seen one clip, and it was on
What's horse dancing?
Eggs Tyrone's Instagram. It was
Okay.
so they were playing hip hop to a horse
Sure.
dancing.
It's
about as fun as it
dressage
gets.
it's like the richest people in the world sit on horses, and the horses prance around, but the rider's not allowed to move. It all has to be done like just through their hips, so it looks like they're humping the back of the horse,
Sounds
and they
awesome.
can't smile, so it's just like very like focused humping, which sounds cool. All right,
No,
I
I've done
get
it. It's
that.
not.
You've done it?
That
Done dressage?
no, very serious,
Oh,
yeah.
solemn humping.
Yeah. I've heard you've rode some horses. Yeah.
I might get into dressage, dude.
You need to be like a millionaire Belgian pedophile.
Count me out then.
Okay. Not
Yeah,
Belgian.
not Belgian, baby.
Yeah. I was watching it, trying to get into it, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, it's synchronized to the music. And then the guy, the announcer, whose name is Randy Moss, that's the horse
Hilarious.
announcer, which when I saw that come up, I was like, yes.
That would be
It's
so
gonna
funny.
great. Oh, yeah. But it's not him. They said, yeah, and by the way, if the movements of the horses look choreographed to the music, that's completely on accident. It's the one thing that looks cool. And they just play random background music that's designed not to spook the horses.
Are the horses dancing kind of?
They're prancing around. There's like a side step. They go backwards.
So you
they
kind
go
of see
forward.
how your horse moves and then you pick out the soundtrack.
No, the music is played randomly for every horse.
What?
Yeah. So they just do their set routine, and there happens to be music, and every now and then it locks
So
up.
if your horse, oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah. No.
So if your horse was like, that stinks. That's fucking sick.
It's great, dude.
Dude, imagine how sick doing
that
prance
viral
tricks.
video is cool.
Yes.
The actual sport honks.
What? Have they ever had, did they play like Men in Black theme song?
No, dude. Yeah.
So sick. Oh, the Man in Black. It's fucking,
Yeah.
that'd be nasty.
You don't like dancing horses?
No.
What
man.
Of course
fuck?
it's not choreographed. They're horses, dude. They're not going to fucking remember
Oh,
anything.
yeah, you're right. You're gonna teach a horse to dance not to music. I'm insane for sure. Just silent, somber
It's a
faces.
hooved creature. It has no thoughts.
They lived to like 60.
Yeah, man.
Horses live till
Dude,
60.
they lived
Yeah.
old as fuck.
They're like turtles.
My aunt has a miniature pony. Well, they thought they were buying a miniature pony. It turned out to just be a pony. It wasn't as tiny. Dude, it's like 38.
Clydesdale.
Dude, it's like 34. It's
really
old as fuck.
funny.
They have an old, shitty pony.
I have no idea horses. I would have honestly guessed like dogs' ages.
No,
I would have
man.
guessed like 14 or 15
Horses
years.
lived like no, for real, they lived like 40 years old.
Damn. That's actually very funny.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. You can have a horse live like your whole lifetime. A pony is older than like my younger cousins. It's been there forever.
Wait, is its name Pony?
Cody.
It's genuine.
Cody
Cody
the pony. Yeah, it's Cody the pony.
That's a long con for that horse salesman. It was like, oh yeah, it's a miniature pony.
Somebody won it at like a carnival. I swear to God, someone won it at a carnival way back when, just
Yeah.
decades ago. And it turned out it was a lot more work. I think they had a pony the pony was in Philly,
Yeah.
like a row home. And then I think my uncle found out about it and he was like, I'll take that pony.
Really?
Snag the pony, yeah.
There's
Damn.
so much work.
Cody, yeah, dude. Cody got sick, dude.
Really?
Yeah, my
Actually,
aunt,
you know what?
my aunt
Philly.
found Cody laying on his side. And it was like eating the wrong, it wasn't getting any vitamins or something.
Dude, now that you mention it, there
Get
was
shots now.
there was a horse that lived there was at the end of our street, this house, they just owned a horse for some reason. I live in a neighborhood, like there's no reason. And they would just tie it up out front.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a giant fucking horse always tied up to a tree. And it was there for 20 years.
Yeah, man.
So yes, I did.
So fucking
My
sad.
whole life there's just been a dirty horse at the end of our street.
You never seen it off the post? They don't ride it around?
They had a small pen in the back, and my dog would run out of our house, and every time he escaped, he would sprint straight to this fucking horse. All day, every day.
Dogs hate horses,
He
dude.
thought about this horse nonstop. He must have been like, dude, the second I'm getting out, I'm gonna fuck this fucking
gonna
horse up.
fucking lay
He
it
just ran out, and I was a little kid. I was always so scared.
Bark at the horse.
Shaq was in the cage with
Yeah,
the
man.
horse.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I thought Shaq was gonna die,
Yeah. One hoof to the head.
Yeah, man.
It's a fateful end for you.
which would have been a funny way for a dog to die.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
seeing your dog get
Kicked in the head and the horse to death?
Just stomped,
squashed,
just stepped on. Because a horse probably would have, they're all skittish. It would have done it accidentally. It would have been like,
Yeah. It wouldn't have been graceful like dressage.
true.
It's how do you say it?
Dressage.
Dressage.
Yeah. And I come from a part of the country where people ride their horses on the streets.
Yeah.
And my friend Jesse Kendig, whenever he would see people riding their horses, if he was driving, he would honk his horn real loud, and
try
then
to-
they would all spaz, and just people like falling off, like jumping over fences and shit.
He started off the rodeo.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He'd be like, I got 8 seconds, cowboy.
that's right. Yeah,
Get it going.
hit the Garth Brooks.
Dude,
The
I
Elizabeth
feel,
Stampede was a definitive part of growing up where I came from, the rodeo.
dude, I feel bad when I used to sit up in a crabapple tree and just shoot the horses. with a fucking slingshot.
Yeah, because you were Huck
With
Finn.
crab apples, dude, all day long. BB gun. Dude, I
we
don't
had
know
a
how many.
BB gun. There was
fucked
a
up.
horse farm across the street from my friend's house. There's just a ton of fucking horses.
They take
You
them.
could hit one and there'd be
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
All you just hit one, and you'd see its muscle flinch right in it. It'd go like that, and then they'd all. What a time, dude!
Just a big quad.
My mom spends most of her retirement sitting in front of her rose garden with a BB gun, just shooting deer whenever they dare to come up and eat a rose.
That's fun.
Yeah, they'll fuck your garden up.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
She's right to do so.
Yeah,
These horses did nothing to
she's
me.
well within her rights.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
She is.
And that's not gonna hurt the deer. It'll just sting a deer.
yeah. No.
It's not gonna.
Can you kill somebody who like? Can you always kill somebody if they're on your private property? Or
Castle
do you,
doctrine.
castle? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Castle.
Uh huh. Yeah,
So you, if they're not, if they're like, hey, sir, I'm lost. Can you immediately take their life?
I believe so. I think that's true. But you cannot kill a deer on your property because that's poaching. If
Really?
you get busted killing a deer, that's like an offense. But
On
if
your property?
yeah,
What?
yeah, you have to hunt protected lands.
Whoa.
Yeah, but if a
Also-
person comes on, you can wipe them out.
Nice.
Yeah,
Can you detain them
I think that's kidnapping.
if they're on your property?
I mean, if you detain them and then turn them
Detain
in,
and question?
if you apprehend, give back to the law, that's
True.
okay. But if you like torture them and give
No,
them
just
tiny
question-
cuts
just
on their
question them.
thighs,
It's question. Just detained, questioned, and then killed.
I think it has
Videoed the whole thing and then went to court and like, here's what I did.
To, yeah, Your Honor.
Yeah,
I think it has to be reflects
cruel.
like.
I'd
when
like to
you-
report the crime of trespassing.
Yeah.
That's
Exhibit
when
A.
I
It's a
murdered
man's
him.
head you hold up.
So fucking funny. That's pretty good though. It's good you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, most states, I think, well, at least the good ones, you can
You can
fill
murder
someone with holes as soon as they ask for directions.
the family property. That's
Yeah.
good. Dude, you fuck with the French Revolution?
Who doesn't?
I was-
Versailles?
I was reading about the decadists, the guys that try to replace the calendar or the week with the 10-day period. I never heard about this. Dude, in the French Revolution, I think someone started it first, but Robespierre and his evil henchmen they eliminated the 7-day week, and they had a thing called the decade. So they had like Pramundi, Segundi, and they had like a calendar completely devoid of like Catholic, like Christian holidays. And they did this for a while. And if they caught you, and they enforced it, if they caught you and your Sunday's best, so if it were like, if you were on a day of like formerly Sunday and you're gussied up, they'd pull up and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're like, I'm fly.
Yeah.
They're like, why the fuck are you so fly?
Yeah. Are you being fly for the
celebrating-
Lord?
No.
Are you being fly for the Lord?
Dude.
Tell you what I'm not
No,
doing.
no.
Honoring the Sabbath. No way.
They wanted to get rid of the Sabbath.
It's because they're evil communists.
So
Dude.
that's what it is.
They're evil hippies, and this is what happens.
Dude, I'm telling you, they wanted to have a rationalistic, science-based kind of like people who worship the state. And they were called, I think they were called, they're the Mr. Sundays, were the people who were like, nah, we fuck with the 7-day week. And then they had like the Citizen Decade, where like, they were like, no, we love science. It's like, dude, I'm Mr. Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to stay in my Sunday's best. Like, get the fuck out of my face. But yeah, dude, it was making me laugh so hard. They actually passed it. And they still have days like their holidays on like every 10th day. I think they had 36 10-day periods, but I don't know what they did with the other 5 days. But they had holidays that were just like, it's old people day. And you'd be like, nice. And they'd be like, it's a patriotism day. And you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
They had the shittiest, dumbest civic holiday. It was so funny.
Yeah, they sucked.
Yeah, dude. Apparently, the book I'm reading is all about how we have a 7-day week, and they were saying the author's Jewish. He's slam dunking that one. He's like, that was the Jays. He's like, we started the 7-day week. So we were the first people. Everyone else was like fucking around with like 7-day, 10-day, 6-day. They would watch the planets and be like, the last planet you saw before this period of time, you saw the moon in the sky, moon day, Monday, lunes, whatever, all this stuff, Venus, and they eventually but they'd have to just like get rid of days. So like you'd have the planet, like you wouldn't see a certain planet, so you'd be like Monday, Tuesday, and they'd be like, no Wednesday this week, it's Friday. And you're like, what the fuck? It's
Really?
confusing. The Jews took it away from the celestial bodies and were like, dude, it's Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday.
So the Jews control the days of the week.
They started them. This guy took full credit. He was like, bro, I mean, we've done a lot of cool shit, but starting the week,
I knew they controlled the week.
they control the week.
You're not
Now-
allowed to say that.
That was the Sabbath. Well, they
I
had the
don't like
Sabbath, and the Christians were like, we call Sunday. And the Muslims were like, fuck, I guess we have Friday now? because you need it to
Good
have
for the
like
Muslims though. Friday's a sick day.
Yeah.
party. That's
Sunday
TGIF. It's
They-
TGIF,
They
dude.
thank Allah.
They
dude.
got TGIF.
Yeah.
But I think they have to like take off or something. I don't know how. I guess you go to work and come home and just watch Urkel at the end of the fucking.
Yeah. They must have loved TGIF.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuck.
Inshallah, dude. When Urkel comes in.
Urkel.
But yeah, the book is sick, talking about how so many people have tried to stop the 7-day week, and he was like, it's just too good.
Matt, what I love about you as a listener of this podcast is the fact that you said you're reading a book about the 7 days of the week.
Dude, it's
And
pretty
anyone
nasty.
else describing it would be the most boring fucking story I've ever heard. But somehow you made it.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm enwrapped.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard. I wanted to have a better understanding to like match the planets, but it's so fucking confusing.
You
Dude.
want to understand the match planets?
No, because I was like, I was trying to memorize the day to each planet, and if you look at it in Spanish, it's actually pretty clear.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Martes, Viernes, Mercury, all that stuff. But dude, it's so confusing because like the way they change and like the fact that they lose days here and gain days, dude, it was fucking ridiculous. And then they'd be like, it's festival day because there's no like
Yeah.
nothing to match it up to. Pretty sick, dude. When people were figuring that out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sábado Domingo is Saturday and Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the most fun days of the week and the most fun words to say in the Spanish.
They are.
well,
Sábado Domingo? That's a good time.
true.
You know you're going to have fun.
True, but so when the Christians split off from the Jays, there was a big thing like, what are you doing Saturday? And you know, if you were fucking, they used to call it Judaizing. They're like, no Judaizing around on Saturday. You better fucking work. If you were caught chilling, on Saturday, Saturday was not for the boys back then, dude.
Really?
If you got caught for the boys, when you're early
It was
Christians,
for the goys.
yeah, it was for the
Saturdays are for the goys.
no, Sundays are for the boys. Saturdays were for the Jays.
Yes.
But-
Let me have one thing.
That was pretty good though. But if they caught you fucking, they called it Judaizing. They're like, dude, he's fucking Judaizing. He's chilling on Saturday.
What are some qualities that you would think would be considered Judaizing?
They were just chilling. They were just
No, I
keeping
know,
the
but like today,
Observing
if you
the
saw
Sabbath.
someone doing something, give me some ideas that you could be like, you're Judaizing.
tipping 5%.
Did I ever tell you my theory?
No matter what, it's going to be funny.
Did I ever tell you
That's very funny.
my theory what Krav Maga is?
No.
It's the
I'd
art
like
of
to hear
it's the art of trying to get to someone's testicles so you can grab their wallet. It's just two J's, dude. Fucking
Doing karate to get to wallets.
it's just like you snatch the bacon and get to the wallet. It's just ball grabbing and fucking pickpocketing. Nah, you guys did the 7-day week. We're big fans of you guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah,
dude.
the Jays?
Yeah.
That guy, I was like, dude, it was so funny because he was like, well, clearly, it was the Jewish who came up with the 7-day week, and I was like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I think the Greeks did it, and then I was reading, I'm like, oh, you guys got it. You
Nice.
did it. Good
It's
job,
so they
guys.
could sell more newspapers.
I think they were controlling the media back then.
Hey, man, follow the money.
True.
Hell yeah, Sam.
Kiwi Bono.
You're getting no more alt scene for
No,
Sam.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I
You're
was about to
gone.
say.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, when
gone.
you said that, he was like, yeah, he straddles both lines. I'm like, not
Yeah, I've heard a
anymore.
couple in here. I used to think that way
Yeah.
too. I'd be
I
like,
used to do good, man.
then they fucking
They'll turn,
stabbed
they'll
me,
turn.
dude.
Yeah, they hurt you.
They
right?
Judaized me.
Yeah.
Did you?
They were very judicious.
Yeah. You were complaining about the temperature.
Judicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they loved you, dude.
We were pals.
They will not have me back, I'm sure, after
Really?
this appearance.
Well, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think they're open.
Bummer.
True.
I was mean to O'Connor once at Good.
How does that?
You were mean to Chris
On
O'Connor.
accident, because Mecky and O'Connor came out and did my show in Denver one time. And then, like, Mecky was there at the show I did at Good. And I was like, hey, Mecky, what's up, man? And O'Connor was standing there, and he's like, hey, I'm Sam. And he was like, I'm Chris. I did your show. And I was like,
Oh, he said that?
brutal. Well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
I
he
think-
shouldn't have said that.
Well, I embraced Mecky. You know, I was like,
Oh.
hey, Mecky, good to see you, pal. Sam Tallent, pleased to meet you, young man. He was
Gave him a
like,
business card.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, I'm selling t-shirts after the show, bud. So
Ooh,
yeah,
damn.
I regret
can't
my
believe you're
interaction
doing
with
this.
O'Connor.
And now you're burying him even more.
No,
right
no,
now.
I'm apologizing.
I know.
This is my heartfelt appeal to you, O'Connor. I'm sorry.
You could have contacted him. You could have reached out to him.
I don't
but-
have his phone number. I deleted it. As soon as I got a little bit of power, there's like
Yes.
no room for O'Connor.
Sorry, I'm moving slow, fellas.
No, I told you we're taking it
I was
slow
out.
today.
This is a nice slow episode.
We're taking it slow today, dude.
You know me.
What are you
I
doing?
was the belle of the ball last night.
Were you really?
Oh, it was me and all the black fellas.
What was you?
When me and the black fellas did a comedy show together, And then me and the black fellas went and sang karaoke all night.
You did?
And the black fellas, they love singing.
Yeah.
And they don't like Sweet Home Alabama.
You hit Sweet Home Alabama?
I waited all night. And then I was like,
patient.
all right, I'll sing. I was waiting very patiently. And I waited till I got drunk enough to pull it off. But what hurt me was Leonard Skinner's music video. Just happens to be the
Oh, it's nothing
just
but fucking
happens to be
stars
the
and bars.
fucking Confederate flag the entire time.
Oh,
And the whole room was fuming. They were so mad.
yeah.
When they start playing music videos at karaoke,
I don't know. They were
usually it's just the
fuming.
words.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping for.
So it's just, oh.
Yeah, everyone's like, who put this on? And I was like, big wheels keep on turning. It was terrible.
You're just sitting on this?
I was the only honky in the room, too. I was getting No, actually, I take that back. There were a couple honks.
They probably fled, dude.
All the honks.
You're a honk in that. You're in the honky tonk,
I
dude.
tried to turn it into the honky tonk. Dude, they got so mad.
They can't just let us have fun.
They can't let us have cool flags. It's a cool flag, dude. We're not allowed to even have it on TV anymore.
And you look like a Confederate statue come to life,
Yes.
too.
Oh. Dude,
Thank you, Sam. That's been what I've been going for.
Dude, that mustache comes
Yeah.
back.
It's coming.
so what did you stick? You stick to the song? Did you finish out?
It got commandeered, dude.
You should have.
They Somali pirated it.
There was a coup.
There was a coup, dude. It was
You should have just switched. And be like Tuesday's gone. Tuesday's gone.
It was
Give me
too
two
late.
steps.
Who knows what those music videos look like? Probably having fucking Klan's robes. What are they doing, Skinner? Skinner let me down, dude.
I did not know they were going to play the music video, dude.
I didn't either. It was 50-50. Sometimes they did. sometimes they
Da-na-na-na-na.
didn't.
You're smiling like, woo.
Yeah, I was like, isn't this a funny goof, guys?
Oh,
It's a long intro,
And then,
too.
yeah, it was bad.
Is
I
that why
got
that
hit.
song's so associated? That's like the song. If you're like thinking of white people being
Yes.
like racist, they're playing that song.
Yes. It is
It's
the
got to be
jam.
the video. What did they even play the music video of Sweet Home Alabama on?
It looked like they were in like a stage. They were
It's
in
on
like they were
Vimeo.
in like a room.
But where did they play
Oh,
the
really?
video? They must have recorded the video like years before they were actually playing music videos. Like, was it on like VH?
It's like a live footage from the show.
Oh, okay.
It was like a whole set they did.
I thought it was on like MTV too. I
Yeah,
thought it was like
I've seen the
MTV too.
Freebird from that. It's pretty tight. But the background of their stage is a giant Confederate flag.
Again?
Yeah.
You can't even sing fucking Freebird at karaoke
No, you
for 34
cannot.
minutes?
I wish I could have. Yeah,
Did you think it was
uh,
premeditated? Did they think you were pulling a goof?
uh,
You were pulling a goof.
I was pulling a goof.
But
I didn't
you-
know the goof
you
would be
didn't know about
so
the flag.
effective.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were rocking the flag.
Yeah. Blasting that.
I guess I could have guessed that. You know
I-
what I mean? I could have possibly surmised there might be a Confederate flag.
I wouldn't think there would be.
I just figured everybody would have a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah,
They
man.
would have.
They didn't like it.
Can you do like the ISIS national anthem on karaoke?
I actually was trying to sing the national anthem. That's what I was looking for.
That'd been great.
I was gonna get the mic. That's the whitest song you could sing in a black karaoke.
Oh yeah.
Oh, say
Yeah.
they would be fuming.
They're all
dude.
kneeling.
Yeah, they would have been fuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun night. But that was
What'd you do after? What'd you do after?
sat
that?
down, didn't sing again.
What?
Did not sing
You
again.
should have followed up with Vanilla Ice,
I
Ice
didn't-
Baby, dude.
I had nothing in the
Dun,
tank.
dun, 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 dun. Dude, you should have followed that.
It
with
was
Ice
like
Ice Baby.
actual people like, man, what the fuck is this? And I was like, like it was.
How'd they
actually-
take you down off the stage?
There was no stage. It was in a room.
Oh,
It was like a karaoke bar,
you should have stage dove. Still, you should have just jumped on everybody,
dude. It
They
was
would not have
bad.
caught him.
That was the only song that got turned off.
What were you sipping on?
Some vodkas, little vodka sodies. Yeah, that's why I'm moving awfully slow today.
Really?
Just in time for, I think I got 3 fucking shows tonight, and I have to drive to Harrisburg.
Really?
I'm going to Pittsburgh tomorrow.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to split that in half.
Right, good move.
But yeah, it was a good night.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Besides, did you like? At what point did you relinquish the mic, and who took it from you?
30 seconds in.
What?
Dude, it got
You have
crushed.
to stand your ground
Got
on
crushed.
that one,
I tried
man.
to stand my ground. Dude. There's too many of them.
You were surrounded.
I was surrounded, dude.
You had the mic.
All the Kangol, they're turning backwards.
They got me.
Did you get to say "carry me home" to my kin before they took the mic?
I kept screaming it. That was like the one thing I kept yelling. And then I kept saying, in Birmingham, they love to go there. They did not enjoy
Oh
it.
man.
They get mad, dude.
Yeah, dude.
They don't like white music.
That's fair.
They don't like it.
That's fair. I mean, it's
In their
similar,
defense.
similar to suburban dads. If you put on something like Young Draco,
Of course.
they're gonna be like, "The hell."
Yes.
There's like if you play it from like 4 miles away, if they hear it, they're like,
Something's
fuck?
wrong.
"The hell."
They can hear it. They're like dogs. They in their defense, I did watch this. This is pretty cool. Watch I think I forget what it means, but the TAMI. There's a show where James Brown was on the same show as the Rolling Stones. It's
Yeah.
a very fun video to watch. And James Brown found out he wasn't closing and that the Rolling Stones were closing. And he was like, nobody follows James Brown.
Did he
Like, that's
bury
what
him?
he said. He buries them beyond belief. You've never, dude, watch this performance of type in James Brown TAMI on your YouTubes
Damn.
and watch a man do work,
And he
dude.
buried the Rolling
It's
Stones.
insane.
Did you ever see the Ginger Baker documentary?
No.
Dude, he calls the Rolling Stones. He's like, they're gay.
Yeah.
He was
Really?
the drummer for Traffic, and he was like the
Cream.
fucking Cream. And I think he was in Traffic too.
Okay.
Superman. Not a lot of people know about it. I could be, if I'm wrong, I'd be so pissed. I know it was Blind Melon. My bad. Or Blind. Fuck, I don't fucking know.
Oh my God, dude. Why are you taking it slow today?
I don't know. I just
I
picked
match
up.
your energy.
I picked up not at all. I picked up on your vibe, dude. You
Yeah.
see, I was like, let's take it nice.
Yeah, you're going to take it nice and slow.
It is Traffic. Yeah,
It's
it's
creeping along.
I think it's Traffic.
Little crawl.
But
It's a good
he,
podcast. That's what you want on a podcast. Just a nice, slow, quiet one.
But they asked him about Mick Jagger, and he was like, "That fucking faggot." He
Oh,
just-
really?
Fuck.
Hit him with a fag Joe.
Yeah. He hit him with the fag. He did. He leaned back, dude. He
He
fucking,
leaned back with a fucking fag.
and it was like the documentary, and it was like, all right, shit, man, I didn't expect
Really?
that. Yeah, nobody. Everyone's like, oh, he's a god. He was like, dude, he's fucking gay. He used to try to get on our shows and we beat it.
Really?
Ginger Baker, you should watch. You would love that documentary,
Sounds like it.
It's very
dude.
good.
Sounds like this guy's funny.
It starts out with him just being like, I was playing, I was drumming, I thought I was good, and I used to go to the all black jazz clubs, and they were like, he was like, teach me the secrets. He's like, the black dudes were so good, and they were like, you need to do heroin, or you'll never understand drums. He's like, so I started doing heroin, and I was so fucking good.
Damn.
His son's a drummer, and all he does is tell his son he sucks at drums. He like leaves his son will be like, come out, dad, and like be like, I had to leave.
His son, for a while, resided in Parker, Colorado, the town over from me.
Really?
So I've been in a open jam with Ginger Baker's son before.
What? How is he
'Cause I
good?
play drums as well.
Is he nasty? He's
Whales.
probably nasty. His dad's
It's
a fucking
lights
asshole.
out.
His dad's a
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Are you a good drummer?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Excellent.
That's
Yeah, I want
nasty,
heroin.
dude. True. If you want to know
Have
the
you done
secret-
heroin?
Come on, it's a family show.
Have you tried it?
I've smoked it off of foil before.
You've smoked heroin?
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah, it's cool. you think this is laid back?
Yeah.
True.
We should get some dragon chasing
True.
going on. Yeah.
That'd be a good podcast.
Oh yeah,
Just sleep
opium
for
den
3
style.
hours, then out of nowhere, like,
yeah.
It'd be lit, dude. If you smoke, do you ever smoke ope?
no.
That's the move.
My friend used to get opium when we were like late high school, early college. Line the bowl with some like balls of ope. It was chill. My one friend got very into opium. Eventually into heroin. I smoked dope once. I was like, it's all right.
Not for you.
Not a big opiate dude, man. I tried them. Took perks, sip syrup.
Yeah, syrup's a good one.
I wasn't really into it, man.
Yeah.
I just felt weird. I was giggling one time. I like accompanied my friend to a drug deal and kept laughing at the drug dealer, and he got very mad at me. I took like a 10 milligram Percocet and some other like Rockaset and drank lean and smoked a blunt and just couldn't stop laughing at the drug dealer the whole time he was in the car. And he's like, what the fuck's wrong with your man? And I was like, ah! Like, I feel like I'm floating. Yeah, I almost ruined it.
I
Almost
feel
ruined
like,
a sick drug deal outside 7-Eleven because I was being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You were being a fucking fool.
I was being a
goofing.
clown, dude. I was being
You guys want to know what else had me fuming this week?
yes.
Of course.
Have you guys watched the Woodstock 99 documentary?
No.
Gardini was talking about it.
Bro, me and the guard dog
You
are
guys, Netflix is matched
fuming
up.
on the same
You
stuff.
guys are.
Simone Biles got us fuming. Woodstock 99 fumed.
That sounded pretty like that sounded like
Oh my
bullshit,
god!
bro.
So you're just watching. It's a good documentary.
Yeah.
it is good, and it literally looks like hell. It looks like the worst place I've ever seen.
yeah,
I hate it.
yeah.
I've never watched a documentary where the entire time I was like,
So you're double fuming.
I was fuming at how awful it was. I mean, it was like 95 degrees in July. Everyone's outside, just
Jesus
on like
Christ.
in an old Air Force base. So it's on like it was horrible.
Yeah.
The
Good
porta
God.
potties, they all overflowed. There was just shit everywhere.
Wasn't it like
Everyone
Rape
thought it was
City?
it
I mean, obviously,
you
it was
know,
the 90s.
everybody they really went at the Rape City thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many were reported. I think it was like 8 were reported.
Which side does that help?
Only 8?
Only
At that
8.
thing?
That's like 1 out of 4
should have
gets reported.
seen. You should have seen what it was there. Like if you saw that sea of people and you're like, only 8 people got.
That's more like,
It's like-
that's more Rape Town.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to talk Rape City?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Rapeville.
That's Rapeville.
It
yeah.
was, it was
That's
Rapeville.
Rape Borough.
Uh-huh.
It was.
That's
I bet.
unincorporated Rape County.
I bet per capita. I bet per 100,000, it stayed in the exactly how much normal rape is.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? 8
Yeah.
out of how many people were there? Everybody hammered and blacked out and in high school and college. True, that was definitely
In the 90s.
severely underreported.
Yeah.
In the 90s, too. Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was.
probably hundreds of rapes, but
Yeah.
We're back. We're
Yes.
back to Rape City. It was Rape
yes,
City.
it was.
Yeah.
It was in fact Rape City.
I know what you're saying, though. Yeah,
It's
the-
rape
I take it back.
metropolis.
I'm not defending the Rape City. The Rape City part didn't bother me. I was like, yes, that was Rape City.
Ring of Fires.
I hated everyone there. I hated the concert.
Wait, how'd you know
I
how many?
hated it.
How'd you know how many took place?
I think at the end it showed.
They said 8.
Yeah, and I remember being like, oh.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes
that's
sense.
nothing.
You're seeing crowds and crowds of people, and they hit you with fucking the infinity.
And the
sign.
whole
You're like-
documentary is like in toxic white men.
I heard
The
about
whole
that.
thing was
I heard
just
about
white
that.
men are the devil.
Yeah.
Which that's not really that surprising. But
What was white? They're saying it was white anger.
yeah, it was white anger at Woodstock.
It was kind of like the proto gathering of the Juggalos.
The Juggalos were there, dude.
So I think that,
ICP was there.
yeah, and I think that after that they were like, oh, we
Yeah,
can
we
just
should
do
just
this
do
on
that.
our own. Cash checks.
Perhaps.
Yeah, Gardini was saying that how like during the riots, it was like all this white anger. It's like they were also blasting break stuff, dude.
What are you
Like-
gonna do?
Yeah. And when that comes on, you know I'm trying to rape.
Oh, I have to.
I'm talking about
Give me
burning,
something
breaking,
right.
dude. If I'm moshing, first of all, like I'm out of my body.
Yeah.
When I mosh, I haven't moshed in a while, but like, dude,
When's the last time you moshed? What was the concert? I think I know this. You moshed it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, it was Queens of the Stone Age opened up, and I moshed
That
at
rules.
Queens of the Stone Age. Tried moshing during RHCP. Nobody was.
You're just bumping into people standing there like, hey, mister.
I think I tried to fire the pit back up, dude. It's like you were like "Boo." Scar tissue. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
The Queens of the Stone Age the mosh pit was lit, dude. Just flailing going under the bridge.
God, I fucking hate mosh pits.
Dude, they fucking
They
rule.
bother
You're a
me.
big dog. Everyone's going for it.
I've never been in one.
You got to protect
They're
your
gay.
knees, man. You
Oh,
never been
I
to
don't
one?
dude, you
know.
would love a mosh.
Oh,
You think I
dude.
go to music where they have mosh pits?
I grew
Dude,
up going to
I don't
those
go.
shows.
I don't go to concerts.
Yeah.
They're gay. Dancing's
The
gay.
idea of concerts
mosh
are
pitting
gay.
is gay.
Mosh pitting rules, dude.
Yeah. It's a communal.
It's going to be
mystic
just
experience,
moshing
man.
at my wedding. Dude. It's going to be
I
just
will mosh at your wedding. That would be nice to have the
mosh
the
pit.
African American side present their cultural dance,
Yeah.
and then it's
We
like, and
mosh?
now, please make way for the white.
It's like a New
mosh.
Zealand wedding where the
Yeah,
one side does the
everybody-
haka. And then
be fun.
Mudvayne comes out for
Yeah.
your side.
Although I will
see the
say,
wall of death.
Corn at Woodstock '99 was fucking sick, dude.
Shit, dude.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
got me
on
fired
top
up.
of the
That's
world.
actually what led me to watch the James Brown thing because I was trying to find like the best video or like concerts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then there's Metallica 1991 in Moscow.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Enter Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the video.
That video rules.
Also,
It's
watch
crazy.
Slayer in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Really?
It's like 100,000 people doing the circle of
Jesus
I'm gonna
death.
take a look at it.
Christ. How much-
Fires me up.
Yeah, dude.
I like seeing it. I would hate being in it.
Yeah, it turns your blood to electricity. Watching
I don't
that
like
shit.
that. I don't like.
I would hate it too because having grown up going to hardcore punk shows, they always go for your knees because I was always the big dog.
They would try to take your
They
knees.
take the
out?
big dog
for
down,
sure.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's a point of pride.
I'm not
telling you.
doing this.
You don't
Yeah,
have to.
it's Gulliver's
You're an
I
Travel.
adult.
like it.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
Gulliver's Travels.
Exactly.
Just get a bunch of- you get
The
a bunch of little
Lilliputians
mall
are trying to
employees.
lasso you.
Try to tie
It's just
you
mall
down.
employees, dude. And they see a big dog and they just all start turning on you.
Fuck them. And you like this stuff? You like
I
going
enjoyed
and
it.
bumping into the guys?
Yeah, as a kid, when you're not getting laid, it's like let's go with the fellas.
Yeah,
and
let's just
fuck up
fucking
the rich
touch
kids.
each other's bodies.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Slam.
Get shirtless.
Should
Yeah,
have
let's
just
just fucking-
had a dynasty in NCAA.
I mean, I did do that.
You did both.
I'm multifaceted.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, the pit. Dude, if the wall of death closed in on you, you wouldn't know what to do. I've only
Matt,
ever done.
you didn't have a fucking mosh pit in your life, dude.
Only Queens. There was like 7 people moshing in Queens.
Yeah. How
Dude,
many
with like
times?
the wall of death, dude, at Dobega.
Yeah, fucking Ari invited me to go to a music festival like this year. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he wanted to go like Bonnaroo. I was like, dude, I'm not going to that.
Gross.
I'm not going to stay in a fucking tent for 3 days.
Sleeping in a tent kind of rules, but
Sleeping in a tent rules when it's not 900 fucking
Yes.
degrees and you're not waking up hungover.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And when you're alone in the peace of nature, it's great.
yeah, man.
I only slept in tents in my backyard in my parents' house,
Ooh, the adventure.
but very fun.
No, that rules. The worst. I slept in a tent. I went to years ago. My friends took me to Firefly. It's just I was like 27 at the time, and I felt old at this place. It was all just like 19-year-olds, and I slept in a tent. I never.
Maybe I should go.
There'll be babies. You could have babies in your tent, but dude,
Oh, can you? Well, that's a selling point.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you had to vent the tent. So I just slept in a
Yeah, of
purely
course.
zippered up tent and just
I'd
woke up
never-
like,
I've
Yeah.
never
I was
not
dying.
never not woken up in a tent like that.
dude, it was fucking hell.
Yeah, it is hell.
I could have died.
You could have passed away.
Could have
A guy
fucking
died in
died.
the Woodstock '99 documentary,
Just one?
which is pretty funny. This guy, he's like, I can't. He had a journal, he kept a diary. He was like,
Oh.
I can't wait to mosh for Metallica. What? Was it Metallica or Korn? And he fucking died.
Oh,
He was journaling at Woodstock 99?
Yeah, he's journaling.
what a weenus.
And then he was like, I can't wait to get in the mosh pit for Metallica. Tonight's
His
the
final
night."
words.
And he fucking
How'd he
had
die?
heat stroke.
In a tent?
Not in the tent.
Oh, he just died outside. Do you think that was the last thing he heard and saw? It was like, I
know, it's a funny-
approach the tunnel.
It is a cool way to go.
yeah, to enter Sandman.
Just dying while Metallica's on stage, just fucking
True. You get pissed you didn't go to hell. You're like, what the fuck?
true.
Fuck.
I was being so devilish.
I was a wicked guy.
Yeah. He seemed like a sweetheart.
He probably was, man.
Yeah, he was keeping a journal. He was real.
He was
sweet
a
for
sweetheart.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of metalheads are sweet babies. Dude.
That's the one thing I hate about him the most.
They're like, well, you know. when
They're
I'm-
all like, don't you fucking put your hands on women, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
All
dude, don't you
Fuck
worship
outta
the
here.
devil?
Yeah, I thought you guys were devil worshippers.
What the fuck, dude?
You should be advocating
should be
violence.
cutting their heads off.
Yeah.
Should be drinking their blood. Spirit. You're getting into spirit cooking?
I'm familiar.
Dude, you know what I forgot about was when you're high. What do you do when you're high on drugs? We were talking about this in Boston. Like yorping or
Oh, torping and soplar?
torping and so far.
Soplar is where you just go,
And the demons.
the demons scatter, but if they don't scatter, you got to torp.
What's torping?
That's I mean, you got to be careful.
And have you done this?
No, I didn't need to. I told you. Remember what I said?
No.
If you pray, you don't need to do this stuff.
Oh yeah, I fear
Yeah, dude,
God.
If you just fucking dial in the ultimate boss, dude.
If you fear God.
If you just connect with the Brahman, you don't need to do it. Dude.
No, what are you talking about,
The
dude?
Brahman.
No, you need to worship God.
I'm on the fence, dude.
Worship Jesus.
The Bible rules. The Jesus rules. Bit of a stickler though. I'm reading some of these rules. I'm like, dude, come on, man. The hell's wrong with that?
What?
Like, dude, well, it's funny. I'm reading the Bible the other day, and it's like, do not pray like the heathens, where you just recite your prayers. And he's like, pray like this, and just says, "You're our Father." I'm like, well, you'd be pissed if you know what people are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I've been tripped out on a variety of drugs, and I've never torped or cerbered.
Cerbage.
Whatever I've never barked or squealed.
I'm telling you, man,
We were squealing on those mushrooms
Dude.
that time. Boy, were we ever.
Do you know Danny Ravito?
Bro. Oh my
That
God.
was so brutal.
Dude.
Also, I have a little bone
no.
to pick with you.
Why?
You called
we go.
me out for not being able to chug beers as fast as you.
And what happened?
What happened before that, though?
What
Shane?
happened?
It was neck and neck.
Please tell me
you
what
bested
happened.
me.
What happened?
You bested me. But
Also, I want you to know this before you try to cast me in a bad light here. You brought this up. You brought up the chugging. I quietly laid in wait. And I said, this guy's going to make a fucking ass about himself in front of everyone. He picked the wrong gunslinger.
So you challenged the
He
chug.
brought his
No.
he brought his guns to town.
no, was my opening offer was not to chug out of a glass like a
he-
wuss.
Out of the glass
Mine
is how you
was
chug.
to shotgun beers. And you were like,
But there's
I don't like
spillage.
to do that.
There's
I
spillage.
get gassy.
I didn't say anything about being gas. I'm always gassy, Sam.
Okay.
I don't fear gas.
Well-
You fart like Hitler.
This is what happened. Sam came in. He was like, "I'm the rootinest, tootinest. I'll take anybody on." And I said, "Nah, you don't want to go talking like that around these parts."
Damn.
Sam was like, "I'm from Colorado. I'll take on any comers." And I said, "Man, you motherfucker. That's a Coors Light. That's a silver bullet
Damn,
to
you
the
just
dome."
took a leather glove off and
You
set
know what I
it
did?
down.
I went, sat back down at the bar, dude.
How many times you guys chug?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
How close was it?
It was
Let me tell you
close.
something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's what happened, Sam.
I wanted a shotgun because it's
You
fun.
got humiliated.
You made it a contest.
You got embarrassed.
You were like, I need to best
Oh.
him. I need to make him submit to my will.
Sam, you showed your ass in front of everyone.
No, I didn't. I was a worthy opponent.
You were a worthy
I
opponent.
was.
I do agree with that.
Yes.
Shotgunning spills a lot, though.
Yeah.
I'll
If you-
spill.
if
You
you're
can just
dumb-
fucking let it out
Nah,
the
I
side.
mean-
I have a tool
Give
on
me
my
a nice
keys
glass,
for
just
shotgun.
boom, gone.
No, I
See you later.
I like to blast some shotguns.
Get back to the guest house. That's what I said. We're in the bar. I said, boom, bedtime.
You
Sam.
were in the guest house.
I said, Sam, it's bedtime. Get in there.
I had to go down the
And Sam
street.
tucked tail and went to
I had
bed.
to kick the can. No, we didn't tuck tail. We
No,
ate those
we
mushrooms
ate
and then
those
we're
mushrooms.
rude to stand up.
We
Oh.
were mean to Doug. Oh fuck, dude! I haven't laughed like that. That was him. Oh man, just trying to gather our composure up
Yeah.
on that roof and be like,
Oh.
all right, we got us.
I took my shirt off.
We were being disrespectful.
Yeah, we
It was
were.
very
You're on,
like,
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess
clearly
from his
disrespectful.
perspective, yeah.
like, and we could tell he knew.
Yeah.
We were up on the roof, just
Cackling.
scream laughing.
Screaming about his dog eating his cat and then him having to do anything
wig.
athletic.
No.
The humanity. Just the idea of him having to spring into action.
Oh
was
yeah, and
killing us.
his script, like smoking, it'd be like, "Good God!" It would have been a real Hunter S. Thompson type. Dear God, the cat's gone to hell. Like after Meatwig, no.
The brutality.
It's gotta suck to have
Henry,
people
you
laughing.
foul brutes!
Yeah,
what
you
have
beast.
you done?
The beast. And then we were like, we have to go down there and be nice to Doug. He's a legend. He's putting us
He's
up.
the man.
And then we went down there, and he has this proclivity to like ask you if you know some road headliner from 1993.
That's what he
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
Every conversation is
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So we
And it
come
was-
down the stairs
oh.
trying to center ourselves. We were,
Yeah.
a
Torpid.
lot of beefing and squiffing, and then then we get down there, and he turns on his bar stool, wearing sunglasses at night with his mohawk, and he's like, "Do you guys know Danny Rabito?" And we both collapsed.
Oh,
It was
no.
immediately right back out the door.
He was fuming, dude.
Yeah.
I said it a little. Every few nights,
fuck.
Stanhope would turn on you.
Yeah.
And it would be a rough night,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Every couple nights, he'd be like, "Look at you, you're fat,"
Yeah.
like something just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, "What the
You
fuck?"
fucking pant load.
Oh my god,
dude? Yeah, because I mean,
dude.
we were on different vibes, dude. We were
Yeah.
mushrooms, laughing. He was drunk, angry,
Oh,
and it was
Watching baseball, just furious.
sitting
Oh,
there
it's the
watching
best
the
drunk,
fucking
angry game.
Diamondbacks
Yeah.
chain smoking.
Yeah. Oh boy.
baseball is perfect for drunk guys. You can just like completely tune out for 20 minutes and be like, "We got a ball game here. What do we got going on
yeah.
here?"
Yeah, you can tune out.
Hasn't
It's the one
changed.
sport that you can see the entire story.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
yeah,
they have a stat line. That's the game.
Mhm.
yeah.
You don't have to be an
see
active
hits,
participant.
You can see everything.
No.
Yeah.
It's a great game to drink too. Horrible game if you're not drinking.
Yeah. Worse
Yeah,
if you're on
Jesus.
mushrooms though.
Yee.
You're like,
At
"We gotta-
baseball,
let's go to the roof.
Yeah, the roof was great.
Yeah. I did. I took my shirt off and immediately regretted it.
No,
Do you remember that?
I didn't knock you.
I was
for
like,
it.
we didn't really know each other that well, and I was like, I'm gonna take my shirt off, and you were like, all right.
Oh yeah, I do remember
do
that.
whatever you need
I
to.
did. Yeah, I do remember.
you guys
that
are on
making-
mushrooms. You kind of want to.
It made me slightly
Shed your
uncomfortable.
clothes.
I
Yeah, I know it
remember that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird.
Yeah. Out alpha.
That would have been beautiful if you guys went at it up there.
Al Alpha? I kept it
I
quiet.
said out alpha'd.
Oh no.
I still bear the mark of that lost chugging though.
Well, I
And then
forgot.
immediately you talked about it, and I was like, that's not the whole story.
What would you say the whole story?
I wanted a shotgun, and then you were
Okay.
like, no.
I was like,
I need
I'm
to
just
show
gonna,
you
I
how
was
great
like,
I
I'm
am at
gonna chug,
everything.
I'm gonna
I'm
chug
the
out of a
best.
glass.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I'll kill you in that. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out.
No, I did. I did get blasted.
Who witnessed this?
Everyone who's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Doug.
All the cool guys in Bisbee.
Oh,
Doug,
Everyone was
Chaley,
like,
Tracy.
whoa, change the
Yeah,
best.
yeah, they did the worm. It was
Everybody
great.
was excited.
Shane wins.
And then
Yeah.
Doug was like, you know a guy named Mark Traley? Oh my God.
That might be the funniest possible thing you come down to when you're trying to keep it together,
Bro.
Someone is whirling back in sunglasses.
Hit us with that, and both of us were like, no.
No, that wasn't alive.
Oh,
Yeah. That was
Man,
rough.
fuck,
he is the fucking best.
No one's
He's
better.
so funny.
Yeah.
dude, that's
It's crazy.
his setup sounds like it rules, dude. Compound.
And he's normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
like when he's not drunk in the morning,
For
he's
2
very
hours
like,
a day.
for like 2 or 3 hours in the morning, he's very much like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Uh-huh.
This is weird.
Yeah.
And then he'll start drinking and be like, ah.
Yeah.
There's always like a glimpse in the morning where he's like, I made you breakfast.
hmm
And then you sit there and quietly eat breakfast with him.
Well, he reads his
Yeah.
newspaper.
And then he reads and like
Yeah.
writes and does all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
All he eats is caviar. Like all he had was caviar and booze calories while I was there. That's all I saw him consume.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
he does
has
not
this-
eat.
He has a bunch of like a cabal of people around him who do all of his busy work.
Yeah.
I heard that kind of pumped me up.
Yeah.
He just kind of just shows up,
Oh
gets
yeah.
hammered, eats caviar. Now I didn't know he eats caviar
It's a
too.
very enviable lifestyle.
Yeah, he's got a squad.
Yeah.
He's got a very tight knit squad.
Yeah, that's
They
pretty tight.
they do rule.
Yeah, and by do rule, enable him.
yeah. They enable quite a bit, but they're having fun
He's
too.
signing the checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, are they sycophants?
No, they're his
not
family.
at all.
And also, he'll food shame. Aggressive food shaming. One
That's
time,
what's
Shaylee made like a whole turkey.
That kind of rules.
And he's like,
actually.
we're going to have a turkey. And I was like, awesome. And all day we're cooking this turkey. And then the turkey's provided. And Doug's like, you guys ever heard of portion control? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he hates
You don't
fat
need all
people.
that turkey.
He crushes
Yeah.
fat people.
He found a fat roll in my side and put his finger in there and wiggled it around. It was the most
Yeah.
violated I've ever been, dude.
Yeah, he fat shames hard.
Does he really?
He
Oh,
loves
yeah.
it.
Is he ripped?
No, he's
No.
emaciated.
He's very skinny.
He's got wagon train body, dude.
Yeah. He is, yeah, he's from a different century.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like alcohol laborer body.
yeah.
Those dudes are like only eat chips at lunch and just drink a 6-pack on break. They're always like skeleton shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what he has.
He has
That
that
rules.
weird, like, African gut that's like distended, you know,
Nice.
from like lack of nutrients.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. One time he like the first day I was there, he took me to the bank and he's like, watch this. Hey, can I have $1,000? And they were like, sure. And he's
Yeah.
like, I don't even need to show my ID. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, man. Cool party
actually-
trick.
Kind of funny.
It's like, oh,
I
you
can't
need-
believe you're trashing Stanhope.
I'm
like
not.
This.
I'm
I can't
not.
believe it, man.
I'm
That is
the
funny to
best-
pull up, like,
all
have
the
a
good-
$1,000.
that's because yeah,
all the good things that come from
Doug
my book.
favors you over me
Of course, because I'm another
because you're an author.
Yeah. You're
But
just
I
so
would never
fucking
I would never
wad.
bash him like this.
Yeah, you've never bashed him.
I would never do what you're doing.
You should write an
I can't believe
expose.
it.
Yeah.
On Douglas? I
No.
support Douglas. On Samuel.
On me?
Write an
Yeah.
expose.
I might
Expose.
have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Doug after this. and
Write
be
a
like,
text.
I am too. I'm going to call him
I
first.
actually did I tell
I'm
you
gonna call him
this?
faster.
After I did Rogan, I was like full crab swirl. I was like, what did I say? And I thought I talked shit on Stanhope.
Yeah.
So I called him
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I think I might have talked shit on you.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't give a fuck at all.
Right.
And I didn't.
He's unflappable.
He didn't care.
Did you
Yeah.
call him and say I didn't talk shit on you?
No, I texted him and I was like, I didn't talk shit at all. I'm crazy.
He must-
Also,
he must be
me
like-
saying anything about his bank antics, I don't think is. I'm not.
I just
condemning
wouldn't
the
do
man.
what I wouldn't do
Shane's
it.
just
either.
getting in your
Oh,
head.
yeah.
Shane's in your fucking head, dude.
Shane loves to live in my head.
You can get in
Shane's
there.
the best at that. I don't know how. I mean, I
pretty
value
good.
our friendship.
We have a
but
great friendship.
I know, but you guys being so close, I can't imagine some of the things Shane has done to play with your mind.
I don't fuck with
You
Matt.
can only get in if
good.
we're playing video games.
I don't fuck with
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Only for
you're
playing
good at it with
games.
me.
I don't know why. I never fuck with Matt. I never fuck with Matt. Well, Matt's a dickhead.
I'm
Yeah.
a stone wall.
He's an
too.
actual secret. He's a dickhead, dude. I've seen
Nice
it.
as hell.
No, I've seen what you've done to people.
You can see I work subtly. I work in a subtle
He works
manner.
very subtly.
Yeah.
It's always this is his move. He'll compliment himself while digging you. It's very funny. It's very
next
funny.
level.
I've seen it. Yeah. And also when we've joined forces a couple times, and
It's pretty devastating, dude.
when Matthew and I team up, and I mean, what happened to Beezer and Wood every single time we played
Oh, yeah.
NHL?
When you guys put him in the Doomsday device and you
Bro.
put him off the top rope?
I mean,
it was insane
dude,
what we would do
yeah.
to those two.
it's the complete will of God that we didn't end up in like the CIA fucking with like foreign countries. It'd be so easy to topple foreign governments. So
You're
easy.
just destabilizing
What we
South
did,
America.
what we did to the bees in the wood, man.
They turned on each other, dude.
We made
Oh,
them
yeah?
actually not friends.
You puppeteered their downfall?
Yes.
We're playing
proxy
NHL.
war, dude.
If they started getting up, we would just absolutely destroy morale.
Yeah.
It was Yeah,
it was
devastating.
easy. It was easy to make them. All you'd have to be is like, "Who's red? They kind of suck."
Oh yeah.
And then they'd be like, "It's fucking 6." Like just right away, they would be like, "It's not
Like,
me,
dude, look at any
You
fucking
pass it."
goals, dude. Or we just praise the other guy, like, dude, blue is nice with it.
Yeah.
You'd have to praise
Blue
the-
is nice. It
praise
sucks you
one
got
of
this
them.
fucking chump on your team, and they'd be like,
Well, you guys have the classic, like, mastermind and then giant galoot. that's just, the archetype. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good combo.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a deadly
for sure.
combo.
Just stick him on people. It's a good operation.
oh man,
It's also funny because me and Matt know each other well enough. We can see each other get mad.
oh yeah.
I could always tell, if Matt's going at somebody, because they can't.
Yeah.
He's very subtle about it.
Dude,
And you wouldn't know he was talking shit. You would just slowly start to feel insecure about things.
Do you have that thing where if anyone mouths off to Matt, you're like
Yeah.
ready to go?
Definitely, but nobody
Yeah.
does.
Right. No, rightfully so.
Dude.
'Cause you're a unit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But no,
Like,
dude, someone got me at where was that? At the contest at the,
The Stress Factory, I was happy on that
I had
one.
a shitty set. It was very mediocre, and a dude followed up and started talking shit, and I was like, "Fuck this fucking guy!" I was fucking.
I
seething.
remember he was so angry.
Seething
It was
with
the only
anger.
time I've seen him spaz
Yeah.
like that.
Dude, I was so fucking mad.
And I remember being like, "It's all right." Like it's because
Yeah.
he right when the guy talked shit, I was sitting next to Matt, so the guy talked shit, and I looked at Matt like, "Oh," like thinking it was funny, and he was like, "Motherfucker," and I was just like, I went back like, "Oh shit." Dude.
I accosted him afterwards.
Yeah. What'd you do? You just told me this.
He was
It's
with
very
he was
funny.
with his girl. It was quiet. This is one of my more psycho moments. I like went up to him. He was with his girlfriend. I was like, "Hey man, nice set." And he was like, "Oh, thanks." And I was like, "Dude, if you ever say shit like that ever again, I'll fucking kill you." And he was like, I was like, I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking kidding, dude. I looked at his girlfriend. I'm like, I'm fucking with this guy. And I was like, I'll fucking murder you.
He's like, "I'll fucking kill you." I realized he was being a psycho. I was like, "Nah, I'm fucking joking around."
Really, on the way home, I'm like, I don't even care, dude. It's whatever. Fuck it. I was like, I'll fucking kill you. Doing that and be like, fucking around,
Well, we
dude.
both got fucked. You got fucked so badly that
Oh, that stunk, dude.
the
It was,
first time we did it twice.
yeah, I got fucked.
The first time he lost to a guy,
Yeah.
it was 1-on-1. It was a comedy competition where you went 1-on-1. It was a March Madness,
Yeah.
and Matt lost to a guy that it was such a fucking bullshit.
It was
thing
pretty funny,
that
though.
before he lost, I was like, "Watch, I bet you fucking lost."
Yeah.
Like it was that much of a guarantee he won. It was yeah.
It was like a bringer situation. He packed the crowd with his people.
No, it was their club.
Politics,
we didn't.
bro.
Oh, home cooking.
Yeah, like
Oh.
they judged it.
Then
Yeah.
I saw your sheet when you
Yeah.
lost. He did very well, and somebody gave him
One judge.
One judge chucked
Buried
like
me.
a goose egg on there just to toss the score down.
Yeah, and I was fuming.
Oh, bro.
I was fuming for a year, so much so that I went back the next year, dedicated my entire set to making fun of that judge, and one, I advanced and then didn't show up again,
Oh.
and I eliminated the guy who I think got Matt the year before.
Wow.
And then I
Vengeance.
went, and then I didn't go back.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That
Vengeance
is
was served.
Oh, you know
excellent
what?
work.
It was fucking Eric Terrell the one time. Remember that?
Was
I
he?
drove. Dude,
Yes.
this might be the
Yes.
meanest psyop I've ever done. This is crazy. This is truly crazy person behavior. So Eric Terrell, he's black comic from Philly, very funny. We're in the car. The reason I say he's black, you'll see.
Oh,
So we're in the
man,
car, and
I
I'm
remember
like,
this.
we're talking because it was me versus him,
Yeah.
and I drove him to the event,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, you'll be fine. They just love all that like hacky fucking black bullshit. Like all you have to do. I was like, no, dude, you're gonna do great. It's so easy. All you have to do is say you're black, and they're gonna be like, oh. So then he gets on stage, and his first joke is, "I'm black," and he was like,
I saw
visibly
it.
like, oh fuck,
I saw it, dude. I saw the moment his eyes went,
yeah,
and it's just, dude.
I've been shamed.
yes, it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I eliminated him, and then didn't go back. So I just drove him to the thing, eliminated both of us.
What a power move.
It was great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel good about it now that I'm bringing it up again.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Good.
That was
No,
very
that's
funny.
good.
You drove too, didn't you? That was
Yes,
that
I
was the
drove.
rolls. You're pushing the rolls.
I was driving the rolls.
I do remember that. I forgot all about this till now. I remember seeing the moment his eyes went. Like, you see him start to think as he's doing his act, and it was like, I was like, oh my God. Your seed fucking sprouted. You planted a seed.
I tried to do that to Reggie last night. I did a show with Reggie Conquest, and he was following me.
Yeah.
So he was like being nice.
Yeah.
Saying like, just take it easy. Like, don't do what you're gonna do. I was like, I'm gonna fucking bury you. I'm gonna go as hard as I can. I didn't, by the way. And but before he went on, I was like, dude, you're fine. Just do the like fucking cute stuff you do. Like everybody, you're likable. Just go smile, do cute stuff. Don't take any chances. Like,
What are you saying?
he was like, fuck you, dude. He was like, I got a Kobe joke I'm gonna do. I was like, what? Open with it. And he did.
How'd it go?
It was good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Reggie's very funny.
Hell
Sucks
yeah.
when that backfires.
It did backfire.
Yeah,
I got him back. I was very mean to Reggie last night.
good. Rightfully so.
So much so that like,
You got him back for what?
well,
Your thing not working?
don't worry, I got him back. He escaped my just for no reason attack.
He escaped my psychological torture.
Yeah.
So it was Che's show. So Reggie stayed on stage. Reggie went last and stayed up there, and him and Michael Che were talking. But nobody asked Reggie to stay on. He just stayed up because they like doing that. So then they tried to bring me up. I said no. Then they coaxed me into it, and I went up there and just attacked Reggie the entire time.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was very mean. It was bad enough that people after were like, "Are you like you guys are fine, dude? It was just joking." And like I came up and like said sorry to Reggie, and it was just making it worse because it was just joking.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was just guys goofing.
Yeah.
You guys were goofing on each other.
Yeah,
What were you,
Little grab
snapping
ass.
on him for?
it was like you bombed and then lingered and stayed to bomb more.
Oh my god.
No one wants to be called a lingerer.
Yeah, he was a linger.
Oh, that would kill me. It's like, dude, what are you even doing here? Like, oh,
Yeah, but it was
He told
funny.
me to
It was
come
funny
up.
because he did totally fine,
of course, yeah.
and I did not. I had to fine.
Perfect.
I kind of bombed, so I was up there like, "You were the one who bombed."
It was a master
It
projection.
was oh, absolutely. What do you think I am, dude?
You are a projector.
Constantly projecting. What
We
you,
all are, to
crazy?
be fair.
True.
But, dude, your projectors, you're pretty nice at it, though. Pretty nice at projecting on people. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're a
good.
dark shadow. That's how I was
Thanks,
describing
man. Thanks, guys.
it. Yeah, nefarious shadow.
Thanks.
Shit,
I'm actually a nice guy.
I know.
This is true.
Yeah, I can.
Well,
vouch for that.
Wouldn't you guys say I treat you boys well?
You're generous.
He's a nice guy.
Early in our courtship, though, I was like, I don't know where I stand with this guy.
Really?
Oh yeah,
testing you,
because
dude.
I don't know you that well, and you were treating me like you were, bringing me into the fold, and you were treating.
I
me
was
like
always
a peer.
yeah. Well, that's because
Yeah.
you're good at stand. You're
Well,
very
I know. Well,
good.
thank God.
Yeah.
But
If you weren't, I'd be like, this guy's a fucking weird psycho. Well, that's how it is in stand up. You're either a completely weird, delusional psycho, or you're actually good at stand up.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
There's really no
Or you're earthquake, and you're both.
true.
Yeah. Earthquake and Bruce are both like scary men.
Really.
Dude,
yeah.
did you ever talk to Bruce?
I have, yeah.
He's one of the nicest dudes I've ever met in my life.
I did not. I was felt intimidated the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a blast. They would call him on stage and he'd be like, I was hosting for him. I'd be like, all right, like I just said your name, and he'd be like, did I ever tell you about the time? And he would talk for like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, I'm getting up. And he just, dude,
His
What
song
the
starts
fuck?
over.
dude, it was crazy.
Yeah.
He was funny. That dude was very sweet to me. I might have
Huh.
caught him on a nice week.
I wasn't allowed in the green room.
What?
Yeah. I was hosting for him at the Black Club in Denver, the Improv, and
You guys are both big dogs, dude. He didn't want you guys taking big
True.
dogs.
There was
Yeah.
definitely a big
I
dog.
was a skinny little white boy.
he didn't
dude.
want
I
me
was-
near the
Yeah.
deli tray. That was
Yeah,
the issue.
dude.
Yeah.
You should have just got in there and put a hurting on it while he was on stage.
Oh, when he was on stage, I did, of course.
I mean, obviously,
Well,
yeah.
his entourage watched me like just handfuls of turkey get out of there.
The entourage is the best, dude.
Again, different experiences.
Rules. I remember Faison Love.
Oh yeah,
Nice dude.
yeah.
He had like, I swear to God, it was like 5 guest spots. There was a dude who just like owned a convenience store. He was like, I'm thinking about he owned a convenience store in Ohio. It was like, I'm thinking about getting into stand up, and did like just like bomb for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he would just be like, all right, man, go ahead. Like I wasn't even supposed to host it. He brought his own host, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I'll leave. And he goes, nah, you're fine, man, go on. And then there was some guy who was like, hey, I flew in from Ohio. And he was like, yeah, go ahead, man, fuck.
Yeah.
Super nice dude.
Have you seen Faison Love's DJ Vlad interview?
Mm-mm. What
Must
happened?
watch TV. Oh, he's just on there talking about how if he ever runs into Cat Williams, he's gonna fucking kill him on sight, and like
It's on site? It's Cat Williams? Why?
yeah, like how Suge Knight is a pussy, and like how he doesn't fear any man.
Dude, Faison Love's the man.
Yeah, he's ruthless.
Took me out
Holy
to
shit,
he took me
yeah.
out to a diner afterwards. Took us out to the diner. It was
Well,
fun.
what'd you guys eat? What did he order?
We got some breakfast at nighttime.
Sure, yeah.
That's the
Waffles.
best.
Got some breakfast at
Yeah.
nighttime.
God, I love a waffle.
Yeah,
after
dude, he
midnight.
was cool. But yeah, now I like him even more. Now he's on site with Cat. Him and Cat Williams are like diametrically opposed human beings. So
Yeah, because Faison, I think, can handle his business, and Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cat.
Cat.
you don't think he can handle his fucking business? That's a fucking hard
Yeah, what are
accusation,
you
man.
talking about?
Yeah.
You can't handle
No.
business.
What have I done? I come to the East Coast, and all of a sudden,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
whipping up a
trashing
friend.
Stanhope and
Boiled
Cat
in
Williams?
beef,
No
dude.
one's
Come
trashing
on, man.
Stanhope. I'm not Reggie Conquest.
What? Now
What,
you're
you
trashing Reggie?
Oh no! There's so much blood on my
Damn.
hands.
So what kind of
I'm
business?
like Walter.
What kind of
Yeah.
what kind
Well,
of
I
business?
trashed him and I done it. I
It's just
did do
pink
that.
mist whenever
Yeah.
I shut my eyes. I'm slaked in the blood of my enemies. Who
What
cares?
kind of business do you think Cat doesn't handle well?
Well, I don't
Soccer,
know, dude.
soccer with little kids, obviously.
Yeah.
That was bad business.
Fighting children.
Damn, that sucked.
That's you got to handle that. That's first and foremost business, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
whoop
strike
a
fear in
kid's
the hearts
ass.
of the kids around me. Did I tell you? A couple kids tried to intimidate me the other day. Call me a bitch. I was walking down the street. They're calling me a bitch, and I was like, "What the fuck did you say?" Like, nah, man, we're kidding. We're playing. I handle business.
Yeah.
If I had to go toe to toe, I'd go on toe to toe. The dudes, the old black dudes that hang out at the little like lot next to my house, handle fucking business. So one of the kids threw a rock at his back. I must have been the same night because they were carrying these like decorative stones when they have like when they laid the new developers put these little saplings, they put those little river rocks and the kids pick them up and I watched them walking around with them. I'm like, you motherfuckers, dude, you better not. So I'm walking by them the one night. That's what I'm like. I got an eye on them because they have the stone, and all of a sudden that's when they're like, what the fuck, you
Yeah.
fucking bitch ass. I was like, what the fuck you say? And they're like, no. So then the old man, they had a stone. The old man's like, put that shit down, man. What are you doing with that? And they were like, all right. And the guy said, he's like, I turned around and it hit me right in the fucking back. He's like, so I jacked him up. He jacked him up against. He like grabbed him and put him on the wall.
I
Biblical
betrayed my
violence.
cousin.
Business.
I had biblical
Business.
violence against my cousin.
What?
I hit him in the back with a rock. It's traumatic, dude.
Dude, you rocked. How
I
big?
went like this. I held it up, and he started running. He knew I was like, I'm gonna fucking hit you with this rock, and he started running. Pegged him. in the
Smooth,
back.
jagged. What was
Perfect. I don't recall that. It was enough. It took him down.
it? Oh,
He
Wow.
fell to the ground and cried.
Whipping
then-
whipping like a skipping stone at someone, that's quite the tactical
it's pretty
device.
skilled, and that's
I
also
hit
you can be
both
oops.
them. I hit both my cousins with rocks, but same group, same family. We used
Damn.
to play a game. It was almost like it's kind of like bocce ball.
Uh-huh.
One our cousin would float. There was a creek, and they would float on a raft.
And then you'd whip
we would
rocks at
throw
him?
rocks and see who could get the closest.
Ooh,
I connected pretty good, and then I got told on.
we used to have mud fights at the compound before we
Yeah.
built the houses on it. Everyone would grab the mud and toss it. And every now and again, someone would put a rock in a mud ball. It's fucking winging at you. You're like, ah! Fucking
I
sucked,
love
dude.
a mud fight, man.
Dude, mud fights were fun.
Yeah, with trustworthy competitors, if it's just mud,
True.
it's a blast, dude.
Yeah, it's true. But somebody's gonna put something. Just
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like a snowball situation.
Snowball, rocks and snowballs is the move.
Yeah, it's a-
Classic, yeah.
or taking gobstoppers to paintball.
Whoa.
Yeah, I knew.
I'm
dudes
so
used to
bad at paintball, man.
either freeze your paintballs or you bring some
Yeah,
gobstoppers, and
frozen
pop them in.
paintball. Ugh. I sided with you
Yeah, I'm
during
not
that
going paintball.
debacle because
Yes.
I'm just a human target. There's no way I'm hiding. I can't slip and slide around
Now,
the course.
imagine how delighted all your enemies would be
Yeah,
to see you get lit up with.
Nobody
paintballs.
wanted to shoot you with the paintball gun.
everyone would have.
Everyone would have shot.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, he would have been
yes.
like, "Oh, ouch, damn,
Stop! I said stop.
I'm out, I'm out."
I would have quit.
Billy,
Billy. Oh,
Billy
I
was
saw
nasty.
that treacherous.
dude, that
fuck.
photo of Billy and Spud without any gear on.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of
Yeah.
manlyhood.
True.
They're the bros,
Sick.
dude.
True. Gardino, where are we at? Let's
man.
wrap her.
Whoa.
This did my audio get all weird because I'm holding this because it started to slink down on me.
A little bit, but it was good.
Okay,
It was a little low. I just boosted it.
thank you, sir. Well, what you guys got?
Nothing. I got shows. I got this weekend. I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv. Then the 5th, 6th, and 7th, I'll be at the Comedy at the Carlson. I think is in New York in Rochester. 12th, 13th, 14th, I'll be at Zany's in Nashville. 19th, 20th, 21st, Stress Factory, New Jersey. Then I'm taking some time off.
You're gonna relax.
Got a nice beach house that no one's gonna go to.
What are you talking about, dude?
Everyone's abandoning me.
You think
on
you're
my
gonna get
beach
abandoned
trip.
down there?
It doesn't matter. I'll go by myself.
When's the beach house?
Well, I don't know if everybody's invited.
I'll be there.
It's August 30th to September. This is a good weekend, dude.
Yeah.
August 30th to September 5th, I got the beach house
Uh-huh.
in Panama City, Florida. Then on the 5th, I'm driving up to Tallahassee to Notre Dame, Florida State.
Oh, good for you, pal.
What a nice time.
That's fun.
I think my Paul might come.
Is he?
Oh,
I think
wow.
Phil might come down. If the Paul comes, that'll be crazy.
What if the prophecies reign true and you guys both die and go to heaven? You guys might die in fucking Tallahassee.
We could have heat stroke like that kid at Woodstock, dude. Tallahassee's gonna be hot.
Your white rage might boil over,
My
dude.
white rage, yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Notre Dame loses and me and my Paul both die.
I think all the rapes.
Hell yeah, dude. Sam, what you got?
Just at Sam Tallent on Instagram. Buy my book.
Running the light.
SamTalent.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking all of August off for a similar situation.
Nice.
Hell yeah,
A lot of
dude.
family time in Michigan with the wife.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Folk, yeah.
Hell
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
September 22, Helium Comedy,
September
Philadelphia.
22nd.
Don't miss it, dude.
It's gonna be litty.
Don't. My
bro.
family's going to be yelling at me the whole time. So many
Oh,
of them are
no.
coming, dude.
Oh no.
It'll be fun. They'll have a good time.
That's not fun.
It'll be fun.
Why are you what are you lying for? That's a fucking nightmare.
Check, dude. The check's going to be cash,
The
dude.
check will be nice,
Yeah.
but
I'm just all business, dude.
those motherfuckers will be yelling.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
hate when fucking Hoss shows up, dude.
The Hoss will fucking get in there.
Hoss will just yell. Hoss is
He
gonna
whoops
be
it
all
up.
over you.
Hoss whoops it up, dude.
Do you think
Look, I
Ajax-
heard this shit.
Will Ajax surface for this?
Ajax said he bought a ticket. He will be there.
Okay.
What? Oh, this thing's gonna.
Usually these sneakers, and I
Yeah.
just switch a plain color T-shirt.
That's fine. See that's not
Yeah.
just that's like that's comfortable. I could see that working. But sometimes I'll see these guys in like crazy ass Gucci stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, I'm blinded by you right now. I can't even hear what you're saying.
I never understood that too, because it's like, dude, you're supposed to be making people laugh.
You tell me. I don't know. It's your profession.
I don't know what it is. I see people go way fashion forward on the stage, and I'm kind
Yes.
of like, dude, you're kind of it's just like a distraction.
Totally.
And nobody
okay, good.
cares.
I'm
Nobody
glad you agree.
cares. I totally agree. It's
Yeah.
like nobody cares. Your job here is to play the fool. Like you're trying to dress like a cool guy. It's like I think it detracts.
I'm with you, man. I'm
I
with
think it
you.
detracts. If I ever wear anything that is remotely eye catching, I'll think about it on stage the entire time.
Really?
I can't. Yeah, it took
What-
me forever to. This is my Aura ring. It's just for tracking my biometrics.
Uh-huh.
Took me forever. I would meet every person I met. I'd be like, I'm usually not a 2-ring guy.
You're the only Oura Ring person I know who's a guy.
I know. It's all,
Yeah.
well, they track their periods.
I know. That's why
And-
every women I know is like they're obsessed with period tracking. So
Well,
how
dude-
does it feel to be a guy wearing an Oura ring?
Well, me and
what do you
Nick-
even get out of the
Me
Oura
and Nick Sachs from 311. I'm not the only
Okay.
guy.
Oh,
The guy
really?
from 311 wears the Aura ring too. But
real
So
men, real men wear whoop straps.
whoop
okay?
straps
Yeah,
are cool. But
yeah.
here's the thing: sleeping with something on my wrist, I get it to track my sleep.
Yeah,
my
but
sleep
you can
is
sleep
way
with
up.
This. You can sleep with
I
this.
just too clunky
What
on
do
my
you mean
hand.
It's too clunky on your hand.
It's too clunky. I tried doing the Apple Watch sleep, and it
Yeah.
just I can't get with it.
I'll tell
And-
you, when I got my wedding ring, it took me months to get used to this shit.
Yeah.
I was just, even now, I'm always like this. Like,
Yep.
I
felt,
noticed subconsciously, I'm always twisting
I
it
banging
around.
on shit. I
Yeah.
felt weird for the longest time, and then now if I don't have it on, I feel like a
Right.
like a naked boy.
Do you ever get terrified that you're going to rip your finger off? I think about that all the time.
How are you gonna rip your finger off?
I don't know, like the trunk or something, like something will catch just exactly the right way. and
Oh,
that's it,
you're
it's
gonna
gone.
come into it like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, and your entire finger is going to be completely ripped off.
Then it's well. If you look, if you rip your ring finger off, then it's on. You can do whatever you want. Just be like, bro, my bad.
Hey, what do you even tell your wife? Put the ring on the nub.
Yeah, it's like I lost my ring. You just cheat on her all the time because you don't have a ring finger.
Like,
I'm not
babe,
married.
I don't have a ring finger. It's gone.
Our vows are over. Yeah, if you lose that finger, you're a batch. You're
That's
a bachelor.
good. I like that. Wait, you remember those rules in the 2000s? I love watching, 2000s movies or actually 1990s, like American Pie, when they're like, it's not cheating if you're not in the same zip code.
Hey, oh yeah.
And rewatching it 25 years later, you're like, that makes no fucking sense. You're like, what are you talking? Like, how
Dude.
was this conventional wisdom in 2001?
that the hall pass was
Yeah.
another big one. Like
Yes,
hall pass. Who the
that was there was a whole Friends episode. I'd be like, what's your hall pass? And I was like, but that's not real. It's
Yeah.
just totally fake.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
butt
you're just
fucking a lady in a
cheating.
hotel
Yeah.
room. Like, stop acting
What
like it's a
are you-
cute thing to do. Yeah, I was literally just thinking about hall passes yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
they try to push that for a little bit. They're like,
it was a huge
hall pass.
2000s trope, as if all relationships functioned on if you're not in separate area codes, you're not married or you're engaged. Hall passes were apparently and allegedly a thing. What else was there? There was
Work wife, work wife, work husband,
wife was
bro.
a huge thing.
That
That's
shit
right.
pisses me off.
Yeah,
I don't like that stuff
The
at
entire
all.
work wife concept is fucking weird. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's-
I understand how it arises, but it's like it's not your work wife. You're cheating on your wife.
Exactly. You're having an emotional relationship
You are having an emotional affair.
that's going to bleed over.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things were weird in the 90s. Things
They
were
were.
weird.
And there was also in the 90s, it was like very in vogue. We talked about this before, but it was like very in vogue to like jailbait. The concept of like having sex with
You're
underage
absolutely right.
women
Yeah.
was just like, yo, bro, fucking jailbait.
That's another big American Pie thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man, they don't age well, but they are still hilarious.
Dude, they're
And
so funny.
They should remake it. They should do it again. What was the last one? American Wedding? Is that what it?
I lost track. American Pie,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was like a huge thing to see when I was younger. I
Absolutely.
kind of jumped off that and Hangover. I didn't really follow The Hangover as well.
So good.
Comedies, they stopped making comedy movies for
Yeah,
the most
but the
part.
whole reason I'm here is because Shane is filming Titus.
I know.
So he's-
Now it's
he's-
the emergence. It's
Yeah.
re-emerging.
Yeah.
And that technically is a show. The comedy, the great American comedy. There was like the Farrelly brothers, all
Yes.
these people. You don't have like a comedy in the theaters.
Well, and the weirdest thing too is that the director Todd Phillips. I mean, he made so many of those movies that I love. Old School. He made what else did he make? He made Road Trip, I think, which
Yeah.
is an incredible film.
Road
People
Trip's
know
nice.
that. Road Trip is so good. But now and then he did The Hangover.
Mm-hmm.
He became filthy rich. But then he made the Joker movie, and then he made Joker 2, which is adorable. It's like a
Dude,
total disaster.
why did they do that?
I don't know. I mean, the Galaxy Brain case, Tarantino had a really good quote. He's like, Joker is Todd Phillips saying, the way he talks. He's like,
Yeah.
Joker is the Todd Phillips way of saying, fuck you to the audience. And that's why it's brilliant. And I was like, I don't know, Tarantino. I think you're galaxy braining yourself and how that this shitty movie is actually really
Yeah, it
good.
sucks.
It's just bad. It's just empirically bad.
I know. Even though to be like, yeah, because for me, I always think of like the movie, I guess if you have that track record,
Yeah.
it's like people will still invest in you.
Well, that's the thing. He has fuck you money. And also, he's a super weird dude. One of my favorite books I read about Hollywood was Molly's Game. Actually, also became a movie, which is a good movie. I think it's on Netflix. And it's about that girl who ran the high stakes poker game in Hollywood. But I ended up reading the book, and I found out Tobey Maguire is a complete and total psycho. So Toby,
What?
yeah, I had no idea. So Toby was part of the quote unquote pussy posse with
He was
Leo
the pussy
DiCaprio.
posse.
So I knew that. But then I'm reading about these weird psychological mind games that he would play in the book. And he would, at one point, he had a quote where he's like, poker is not about winning. Poker is about destroying people's souls. And he would string people along and bring them and get them into debt. And he was constantly charging this girl, the girl who ran the games, and he was fucking with her and her livelihood. And he would take the game. He's a multi-hundred millionaire or whatever. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's he's charging her for using his automatic shuffling. Just weird power game shit. Like true Hollywood.
He's like an evil nerd.
Yeah,
He's like an evil nerd.
Psycho.
What the
Reading
fuck?
that book, I was like, dude, you are an actual psychopath. Like, this Seabiscuit, he's the jockey. That's it's Spider-Man. That's all I
Yeah.
know about this guy. I was like, oh man, this is.
Well, he's probably
this is so
upset his
weird.
parents died when he was younger, and he had
Yeah.
to become a superhero. Got bit
Well,
by a spider.
He's got that, and then the more I learned, and then Todd Phillips is in the book too. That's what made me think
He's
of it
nuts.
because he's
So this is all
total
like
weirdo.
a biographer, basically, like digging into these
No,
people.
she wrote the book. She was like, my journey
Oh,
running
this
the
is what he
high
was
stakes
doing.
poker
Got
game.
you, got
And
you, got you.
She was like the assistant to some rich Hollywood fuck, and he brought her to run the games. And then she got in with like Tobey Maguire. Apparently Leo came, and Toby got Leo to come. And,
Pussy Posse, yeah.
Yeah, but Leo is also apparently like didn't talk to anybody and just put his headphones on the entire time while he was playing poker.
Dude, I've heard a headphone
Yeah.
story about Leo.
I was going to say
yeah.
so that's what reminded me of the other.
Do you know the
Leo
song? Do you know the
story.
song he listens to?
No, what is it?
Oh, dude, it's fuck. It's Time to Pretend. He listens to Time to Pretend while like
While
like
having
someone
sex
who's
with
wearing like basically
extremely
this.
young women. I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
Time
the
to
whole
Pretend,
thing-
dude.
What
She's 27. It's time to
really
pretend she's 27,
Yeah,
but
right.
she's.
no younger.
18.
What's the?
I'm saying
cutoff
she's
for
18.
Leo?
He's
25.
pretending.
Oh, that's right. He's trying to pretend that she's 18.
They're trying to pretend she's 27, but she is
The
18.
whole thing is very strange. The Leo thing, I don't get it. I love Leo. He's such an incredible actor. He's got
fantastic.
great instincts. He's actually a very, very smart guy. But yeah, his personal life, it's weird. I think we
Dude,
need to call a spade a spade.
It is, and it's also one of those things where I think Bill Maher is like another avowed kind of like, yeah, I fucked 19-year-olds and I'm
Right.
65, and he's like,
No, he's
it's-
older than that. I think he's like 67, bro. Yeah.
Jesus
he might
Christ.
he might be pushing 70 actually.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's another one where it's like, yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird, dude, because just the mental difference is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like statistical, like think about how many standard deviations away
It's
you
like
are
a
from
vampire.
That
It's
person.
like you're an immortal vampire at that point. You're 70 talking to an
To
18-year-old.
18-year-old girl. Yeah.
You're kind of babysitting her.
Absolutely, you are. There's
Yeah.
no question. I don't know, man.
And if it's like, dude, like you could be like, oh, I can make a geometric case for their breasts. It's like, all right, dude, well, like, dude, just stop being such a pervert. Go jack off, dude. You don't have to date an 18-year-old. Just go jerk off. You don't have to like try to make it a lifestyle.
See, I love
movement.
this because this is a very just natural way of us, like, you know, bringing ourselves to being like, yeah, you know, there's actually really something about you should just get married, bro. Like, just get married. Be normal. Being normal is good. It's actually a good thing. People who aren't normal are fucking weirdos. And I mean, you know, you and I are in a unique position where you actually probably eventually get to meet some of these famous people that you see, or you just hear little things that are not coming out in the public, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a real cost to this, isn't there? You're like, and I'm like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with this. This is not the way that I choose to live my life, and I don't really want to be associated with.
Well,
that.
dude, there comes a point where you're either involved in this, like, you know, because you're absolutely right, because you get to, like, you know, they're like the rarefied air of like Hollywood and all this stuff, and it does turn into like a diabolical power game. And it's like we all have those instincts to participate in some level, but there are people who give their entire lives to, like, you know, like looking at another guy's car or being like, he got what project? Fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
where's my 19-year-old girlfriend? I need to fucking eat her pussy right out of compound.
It's a real, like, weird consumerist, like, idolatry of the self.
Yes.
And it's like everything that I've learned, you know, in life is just like all of that is horrible and it's bad.
Yeah.
There's a good political, you know, thing to this too. If you stay in Washington, the thing is, lots of people who are young come to Washington, 22, 23 years old, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, all of that. Most people burn out by 27. So I'm like in my mid-30s now, and so I'm in the cohort, like, we made it. Like, the people who actually got the job, stayed in the lifestyle and all of that. But this is also, you know, there's this cringe show, but How I Met Your Mother, and there's a very important concept that Barney lays out in that show where he's like, relationships, and I think life is like this, have off ramps like an exit, where it's like relationships is like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 25, something like that. And if you look statistically, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
In terms of like when divorces and breakups and all that stuff happen. But for like professional DC, or honestly any career where it requires you to give fucking everything to it, but then you start to see, one of the most important pieces of advice I got was like, look at where you are and then look at the guy who's 10 years in that same path. And I was in the White House briefing room, for example, and I was looking around. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I don't want to be any of you people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, if we're on this track, I'm like, this is a bad track. We gotta get out.
What was the White House briefing? Was that like when you sit and ask questions at like
that's
thing?
where, well, I didn't even get to sit. I had to stand like a bitch in the corner. But
oh, excuse me. So you're like just yelling questions.
It's horrible, man. Yeah. So actually, I'm hopeful with the new administration that we can change some of this up. So the way it works is that the White House Correspondents Association is like a cartel. And even though it's unofficial, they run everything. So all the briefing room seats are assigned by the White House Correspondents Association. I was working for the Daily Caller at the time, which is like a conservative media outlet. And if you want a seat, you have to apply. And applying takes years to get a new seat. And so if you don't have a seat, then obviously you have to get there early. So I would get there hours early ahead of time just to be able to stand in the hallway, like on the side, and you're literally crammed in up against like all these different people. There's all this jockeying and there's like foreigners.
It's like the
and
stock market
other
kind
people.
of, in
It's
a way.
literally, it's like a movie, right? And then you just sit there and you kind of like poke your hand. I was lucky because I'm tall, so I actually get my hand above. There was a short girl behind me, and she was like, "Can I get in front of you?" I'm like, "Sorry, bitch."
Yeah,
like, I got
nah.
here. Yeah,
I was
like,
here at 5 a.m.
Look, it's a
Fuck
dog
off.
eat dog world. Like, get here earlier. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm talking about, though. I don't want to be that person. That actually sucks.
Yeah.
Or there was this girl who she's like, "Hi, I'm shooting a documentary. I'm from England and all this, and I was just wondering if I get my shot." I'm like, "Yeah, but if you get your shot, I'm gonna get my question." So it's like, and then my boss is gonna chew my ass out. So it's just not gonna happen. It's like, and you don't want to be in that mind space. Is more what I'm saying. So that's probably,
it takes a toll. It does take a toll.
Hollywood, finance, politics, all these other things all function the same way in that if you want to be in the top 0.1% of your field, you have to give everything to it. And that's it. There's no other choice.
Yeah.
And people should be real with that. So if you're listening and you're like thinking, you're like, oh, I really want to do something like that, just understand what it takes. Understand what it actually takes to get there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
For sure. And dude, it's funny because I'm viewing schools now and it's like kind of related. So I'm looking at schools for my daughter. She's going into kindergarten next year. So we're like looking at, and it's like, dude, schools now are, and I think it's good, but from what I've been seeing, it's like they're educating people to like do something for everybody, to like bring something to the world rather than like, when we were in school, it was more like build yourself up so that you're a high value individual that you can just take resources for yourself and just, like
Definitely.
fuck off. And it's like, yeah, but the problem is like they sold everyone that dream, but the reality is like most people aren't going to get those.
Well, and it's not
Most people
about,
are gonna become doctors and
most
shit.
people don't want to do that.
True.
You don't want, like, I'm Indian, so I know a lot of doctors. It's like, do you want to know how hellish medical school is?
Dude.
Be real. Whenever you like, for real. Do you want to spend 8 years in school, 4 years making shit money with $300,000 in debt, working 80, 90 hours a week, getting shit on by the attending physicians, then hoping hoping and praying that you get, your placement or whatever for the next job. So by the time you're my age, you can finally get your first paycheck. Oh, but fuck you. Even though you get your first nice paycheck, 90% of that is going to be going to clearing off of your medical debt. And you've lived 10 years. You're probably now addicted to smoking, food, like some vice of some. There's no way.
Sure.
Again, you know this too. When you work really hard, like it takes it all from you. You're going to be addicted to energy drinks, nicotine, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you need something.
Yeah.
It's not possible to do it natural.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've gone back and
Yeah.
forth, and it's like I'm like, no, I don't need anything. And I had like a pretty harsh caffeine phase for myself. I'm
Yeah.
like sensitive to it.
Yeah.
I had to stop that because I wasn't sleeping. But
How do you? Because you travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I've
The travel is
recently
brutal.
it sucks.
Yeah.
I've recently introduced melatonin. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm a very like natural type. I don't want to take anything, but
Yeah.
I've succumbed to just like
Interesting.
just
Can I give you a
crushing.
warning about melatonin though?
Yeah.
So Andrew Huberman says not to take melatonin.
I know, man. I know it's not good.
Because he's
I know
saying
it's not right.
It was something about he said like the label on the bottle can be anywhere between like 2% and 1,000% of what's actually in there.
What?
Yeah, and he said something. Don't take my word for it, but it was something along the lines of, "I've seen them give melatonin to rats and it shrivels their balls." So
What?
he's like, "I think that it messes with
All right,
testosterone."
enough said, dude.
So
I'm done.
My opinion,
Enough said, I'm
you should
done.
stay off.
I'm off it. I'm
stay
off
off the melatonin.
I'm
That's
off
my-
it. It is a I as soon as I started taking it, I was like, I get why Michael Jackson had a guy with like an IV in his arm. I'm like, dude,
No, that was a whole other level, man. That's like what was it? Propofol? I think it's
Propofol. It was Propofol. But you start to like, dude, it's like you're just sitting there reading a book, and all of a sudden the melatonin just starts to like weigh you. You're like a stone statue, and then you're just like,
Did you read about this Matthew Perry thing? Oh, it was so fucked up.
So what
I love
actually happened to
Matthew
him?
Perry. So I mean, it's really sad. I read his book actually after he died, and Perry was obviously everybody knows he was a drug addict.
Yeah.
But it's his parents. It turns out his mom was like the press secretary for Justin Trudeau's dad.
What?
Like when he was the prime minister. Yeah, he was actually, and apparently he beat the shit out of Justin Trudeau when they were kids, which is wild.
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau.
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau.
That's kind of boss.
Yeah, it is cool. But so Perry, it turns out when he was like a really little baby and he was crying, his parents would give him like benzos, like benzodiazepine.
What?
Like really fuck. And he was like, yeah, when some of my parents' funniest stories is about me as a baby just sitting there like drooling out of my mouth when they were plugging me full of benzos because I was crying. He was like colicky. And so his theory of why he's so fucked up and addicted to drugs was because at a very early age that he had benzos. And he's talked about how the very first time he ever felt like anything was good in this world was when he was drunk at 14 years old. And that was the
Yeah.
rat race. And then he becomes a fucking centimillionaire, whatever, from Friends. And that's why you can see his weight wildly fluctuate on the show because he was either drunk or he was on pills or he was on Oxy. But dude, the thing is with Perry is he died of a ketamine overdose, I believe, and they Los Angeles District Attorney filed this case against a so-called like ketamine queen, and they have text messages in there of the doctor and the girl who was selling him all this illegal ketamine, being like, "How much can we take this rich asshole for?" Charging him thousands of dollars per hit of ketamine, of which they're buying. It's like
Not very chill,
dude,
ketamine community.
deeply exploitative shit, like really
Dude,
bad.
I
It
have
was
a
horrible.
I have a lot of people are really into ketamine. I have a very kind of like weird thing because I knew a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
should be
like
skeptical of that.
evil hippies who were like
on ketamine.
they got like addicted to that shit. They used to call
Yes.
it hippie heroin.
What's
before,
it called? K-hole, right? That's
K-hole,
what they
yeah.
say, yeah.
Well, dude, before it became mainstream, it was known like people were like, oh, it's hippie heroin because they
don't-
would like nod out.
What does it do? Because I thought that it helps.
It's dissociative.
But there's the depression aspect. There's like the therapeutic aspect. And apparently he'd been having ketamine in a therapeutic setting, but then I guess he got addicted to that. And that's why he died in that hot tub, man. Because,
Yeah.
dude, and it was like his assistant, his little drug assistant. They were working to procure him drugs and charge him thousands of dollars because they were ripping this guy off.
That's not right. It's
Feel
called
terrible
custying
for him,
someone out. They're custying them. You treat them custody prices. Yeah. It's not a good thing to do. But yeah, I've heard people who swear by it. They're like, if
Okay.
you do like, because you can do like, they make like little lozenges and stuff. So you could like lay there. My brother's all about it. He's like, you lay there.
He's a big K guy.
Big
special
K guy, big special K guy. He was really selling me on it. And it was like, I'm like, and I get like if you're laying there, it's like a 30-minute ordeal. You come out of it. He's
Right.
like, it's good. It's like, blah, blah, blah. But then there's doctors who like will prescribe you a little bit. Like you
Yes.
can just kind of have it to kind of like, because you can either like get into a K hole or just kind of take the edge off. And I knew like these dudes that would just snort K constantly.
Interesting.
But if you snort too much, then you'll just be sitting there like,
The other K that I see signs for everywhere, and I actually don't know what it is it kratom?
Kratom, yeah.
What is kratom? It's like you
Kratom is-
see signs for this everywhere. CBD,
Yeah.
we sell kratom. I don't know a single person who's ever used kratom. I don't know what kratom is.
I know it, dude.
I just know it exists, but it's everywhere. It's
Yes.
literally everywhere. It's every gas station in America.
Gas stations sell like full on.
yeah.
They sell drugs, or you can sell weed legally at gas stations now. They did it. It's the hemp farm bill allowed THCA,
Uh-huh.
which is weed. The active ingredients THC.
Is that the same as was it Spice or whatever? Those
No, it's
okay.
dude. So
Well, what's
Spice,
that then?
Spice
Yeah.
is a synthetic. So it's like if you take Delta 9 tetrahydride, whatever it's called.
Sure.
There's the exact molecule that's illegal. Spice is like let's remove a couple carbon molecules and like a hydrogen, and now it's like very similar, but it's legal because it's not technically the same stuff. It's like an analog or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
So what kratom is, well, with the THCA stuff, it's like like weed picked off the plant is THCA because there's a carbon molecule. That's why if you have to make brownies, you have to heat the weed up to decarboxylate it, and that's what like THC is illegal, but THC is legal. So now you can grow hemp, which is just weed,
Yeah.
with THCA, which is just THC, and it's legal, and you can sell it at a gas station. It's completely
that's not
schizophrenic.
right.
It makes no
Sorry.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But I mean, I think it's sick. You can mail it right to your house. But
Really?
oh yeah, you can just get it mailed right
Are
to
you
you.
a big weed guy?
I was for the longest
I
time.
can smell weed in here,
It wasn't
I know.
me.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I know you hate it. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was you, bro. You were
smell it.
blazing. Me and Saga
Yeah,
ripped
yeah.
the blunt, dude. I like that.
Don't put misinformation out there, all right? Like, the moment I came down here, my nostrils flared. I didn't want to say anything, but I did suspect you. I'm not going to lie. I immediately suspected you.
I was a
Yeah.
big weed guy since I was like in high school through
Okay.
college.
But you quit, right? So it's a success story.
I cut it out, but here's the thing. It becomes too much. Like especially when you have kids, it's like
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't be high.
Good.
Like
Can you tell that to more people? Yeah. Huh?
Some people claim, but like for me personally, it's like having like a weird panic attack at a playground.
Yeah.
Not serving your family.
That sounds
being like,
horrible.
oh fuck, dude, I just got to be brave for my daughter.
But
right
everybody
now.
says it's chill. No, it's chill, dude. It's totally chill.
Dude,
Yeah.
the thing is, the weed's different. The weed is so
Yes,
strong
I know.
now.
Thank you. Please
It's a
continue.
different stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
I've literally, I was selling weed from 2008
Uh-huh.
up until whatever, embarrassingly recently, but the whatever. I don't even
I'm
remember.
gonna call 911. I'm
Maybe
gonna call Philly
2009.
PD.
Maybe 2009.
Is weed legal in Philly?
I knew
now?
a guy who got
Yeah.
it's medical.
Okay.
I knew a guy who got caught with coke in outside of the Delaware County.
Uh-huh.
And apparently the Delaware or like whatever township police called the Philadelphia PD and they're like, we caught this guy with cocaine. We also think he's been buying weed from Philadelphia. And dude, the Philly PD just went hung up on it. He was in the room. He was like in trouble for it.
I mean, to be fair, they have like actual problems.
Yes.
like murders.
yeah.
shit to
And they were just like, he's like, dude, the Philly PD hung up on the township police.
They're like, dude, we don't care about that.
But it is, dude, with the dabs, it has
Yeah.
become drugified. So
Yes.
I like watched weed develop for years, like very close to it. And it was like, it became a thing that was like, dude, this is like, dude, like, it used, it was like, everyone talks about this. Like in the 70s, it was like 7% THC. Then you get like 14, 15 was
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, it's like 30. Some of them are like 28 to 30%. And it's
Right.
too much.
And they also, the percentage was that are sold to you. It's kind of like what I just said about melatonin. You have no idea
Yeah.
whether that's correctly in there or not. So yeah, let's
Well,
stay
also-
off the weed. Let me that. If
Also-
you'll allow me a weed diatribe.
That's fine. I'll give
Yeah,
you one.
yeah.
What my thing is now, it's like, so now they're starting to regrow it and introduce like the, grow it so it's like only 7% with CBD.
Okay.
And that's very relaxing and it's not as psychoactive. It really can like make you, it's like the founding father weed. That's like the hemp
Right.
George Washington smoked.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's very chill. You're not like, you might get like,
Well, he was doing opium too. Do you think other people?
Was he
should be
doing opium?
Of course, they all were doing opium back then.
I
That's
didn't
how
know
the
that.
painkillers happen. Yeah.
True, I guess, yeah,
That's
milk
a
of poppy.
forbidden part of the 1900s, and nobody ever talks about the shocking number of opium and cocaine addicts that
Yeah.
were up until like the 1920s. Incredible amount of society was addicted to morphine, opium,
Yeah.
cocaine. You could get it readily across the counter. A lot of the doctors were going to prison because they were coke addicts and they were prescribing cocaine to different people. It's actually pretty wild.
Yeah, I think you can get it in prison. You can get like opium in prison in like the 20s. I think you could order it on the commissary.
Wow.
I think so. I read a book about like an old like a burglar from like
It's probably
1890s.
not a bad
on.
way to spend the time. You're
Yeah.
already locked up.
Yeah, you can just gobble it up. You could just take
Just
exactly.
eat opium.
You could just gobble it up. I think it was like either the guards were selling it, but I remember the guy was saying in the book he just ordered some opium from the
Well, it
truck.
wasn't illegal for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it took a long time because there was a lot of. It's the same problems we have now. The opium addicts at the time. It's like for a while they're on opium, they can't afford opium. You start robbing people to pay for your opium, and it's like they're like, okay, we got to get rid of this.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah,
But dude, the kratom now is a. It's not.
So what is it? Is
so
it
it's
a
technically
plant?
an opiate. It's a plant. It's a natural plant, but it has.
No, this is what they say about it's natural.
It is natural.
Yeah.
Weed
Yeah,
is
it's natural. What did you just talk about? Oh, they're cross plays with this.
Yes,
40% now. It's like, that's not fucking natural.
Exactly.
Okay?
That- you're- I
That's as
think you're
natural as the red tomato in a grocery store.
I totally agree.
All right.
I think they've ruined weed. Now it's called type 2 cannabis. They're walking it back, and I think that because dude, I would just like freak out. I'm like, this sucks. this isn't fun at all. Or I do think though, and this is like a. I do like saying this to people because people get very like bullyish with weed. They'll be
Very
like,
much.
dude, fucking 5 milligram. I could take a 50 mil. It's like this because you're a dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your brain. So you're
it's
just,
like you've actually cooked so much of your IQ off that you no longer have the IQ to understand.
no, I'm saying
what's
naturally
happening.
they're a dumbass.
Oh, already
They've always
naturally.
been people who
That's
can do
fair.
like 200 milligram edibles. It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your mind. You're just sitting there like, you're like when like a dog gets a brownie. You're just kind of like, or you metabolize it differently. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But dude,
definitely
yeah,
possible.
the kratom, they do snag people with the natural stuff, but it's like it mimics opiates. So people will use it to get off of like, you could be sick
It's like
from
methadone?
heroin if it was a plant. But it also is different. Like if you take a little bit, it's energizing. But if you take a lot, it's like you ate like 4 Percocets.
Get it, man.
Dude, and people
Yeah.
get addicted to it, man. And
No,
it's
no,
like,
no. I do know that. That's why I brought it up because there is a lot of this weird stuff that, like kratom, obviously weed now with the mass legalization, and nobody ever talks about. You know, if you look at the weed graph, like over 20% of weed users are using it on a multi-daily basis.
Yeah.
So that is like, imagine if 20% of people who drank alcohol drank like straight liquor all day, every day. That's
Yeah.
not even close. I
What
mean,
is the percentage of people who drink alcohol daily?
who are daily drinkers? I think it's like 7 to 8%. Actually, by the way, I'm not putting alcohol off the.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really bad. People
Yeah.
who are alcoholics, it ruins your life. It will kill you early. There's all this stuff. And actually, it's weed and alcohol, almost all vices actually have the same effect where between like it's like the Pareto principle where 20% can be responsible for 80%. And so 20% of weed users consume almost all of the weed. And
Yeah.
because they're using it every single day and it's extremely high THC and it's psychoactive. Anybody who knows anybody who's ever owned a liquor store, it's like the vast majority of your sales are going to the same like alcoholics. Honestly, it's really sad.
Yeah.
And then gambling is the same way. Like a huge percentage of casino returnees, like, you know, people go to Vegas and they have fun, but like if you have ever spent time in a casino, like the people that come every single day are just like pissing their life
It makes
savings
you
away.
really sad.
That's the saddest part. Like
It's so
that is
sad.
really sad.
It's so when you see, especially the old
Yeah.
people there, and you're like, damn, your kids stop talking to you. You've worked your
you
whole
don't
life.
have, do you have sports gambling advertisers? Do you?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
You
I'll
can
say
talk
it.
whatever you
Okay,
want.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll say it.
It's unfettered free speech.
Well,
You think I'm going to restrict speech at the podium?
Sorry, DraftKings and FanDuel and all these other people.
It's not
but,
those two, but
okay, good. All right. Well,
We've
there
definitely
you go.
had that before.
Oh, have you?
Say whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
good.
not worried about
Well,
that.
I don't want to get you in trouble, but you know,
Can't get me in trouble. That's
I have become totally convinced. But I don't put cards on the table. I actually like to go to the casino. I think casino gambling is really fun, but I think it's very important that I have to go to the casino to a physical location. The stats right now on sports gambling, it's just like weed, all vices, disaster. If you look at the amount of money that is being sucked out of people's pockets, it's horrible. So in September in New Jersey alone, New Jersey bettors lost $200 million gambling online, in full online gambling. They lost $400 million. They were gambling on sports, and a total of $900 million in a single month of September, just if you include also the casinos. So you can see that almost half of the money that New Jersey bettors lost. By the way, Jersey's not that fucking big. So we just talked about
For
$1 billion
sure, for
that
sure.
got sucked out
That's
of the market.
crazy.
People are addicted to sports gambling, man. It's terrible. And the other
it's-
thing is, if I studied, I went and I read a little bit about how casinos operate, and casino profits, like the amount that they take, is called the hold, like on a game. And the hold for DraftKings, FanDuel, and all these others is way higher because traditional gamblers in casinos, they'll bet the money line or they'll bet the spread. But these retards on sports gambling are buying and doing all these parlays that get algorithmically pushed. You have no fucking chance of winning your parlay. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not going to win your parlay. Don't ask me. Check the stats and look at the profits for where all these people are coming from. So, dude, mass sports gambling has been a fucking disaster. Like you've seen domestic violence has gone up in the places where it is. Bankruptcies are up. You're seeing a huge amount of credit card debt, 25% increase amongst the people where it is legal. And actually, I just read an article about Brazil yesterday where basically it's a social transfer program where the government is cutting checks to working class people. Those people are gambling almost 40% of their paychecks away on a consistent basis. So it's like a mass wealth transfer that's happening right now. And yeah, I mean, sadly, because you can do it online, just imagine if you could take your phone out and there was an app on your phone where you could drink alcohol. Do you know how popular that app would be?
Yeah.
Imagine,
or see naked girls.
Yeah. Well, that's a big one. We'll get to that next. We're going to come next. This is going to be the Killjoy podcast.
No.
But imagine if you could like suck marijuana from an app that was out of your phone. People would be addicted to that. That gambling is honestly worse.
Well, it's
than
a
both of
double
those.
addiction because the phone's addictive.
Yes,
and
exactly.
then you put addiction on
So
top
you
of
have
an addictive
algorithm, you
device.
have phones, and you have money that is now at stake. Every single state where this has happened has been an absolute nightmare. And you know, if all you have to do, the thing is that the gambling companies legally they have to disclose all of this. So all you have to do is go and read their profit and loss statements and look how much of this is coming from the parlay bets. It's the vast majority of their profits, and yet you idiots keep signing up for it. And I get that it's fun, but it's not funny whenever your wife is like, "Hey, baby, can we buy these berries for our child?" And you're like, "Oh, I actually pissed it all away on a parlay last night." And you know, now you have guys who are, you know, you've seen this explosion, and people are like, "I'm gambling on women's softball or in Korea," and I'm like, "Bro, you have a problem."
Yeah.
You have a problem.
That's always been people like that's degenerate behavior. Like the Little League World Series, like you're a degenerate. You're a degenerate. Yeah.
You are a degen, bro. And this is my case. I think gambling should be legal. But it should only be in casinos because one of my favorite parts about going to the casino is you meet the characters. Right? You go to the craps table and you see a guy who hasn't showered in 3 days and has got his colostomy bag on. And by the way, he will teach you how to roll the dice. And so shout out to that man for showing me how to do it. But seeing him, I'm like, I don't ever want to be even in the same like universe of like whatever this dude is. But you can't see that when you're on the couch. You don't understand. You're the sucker. Last thing on this that I found out from Nate Silver's book is that if you are any good at sports gambling, you're banned. And so
that's kind of fucked up.
So if you win consistently on DraftKings or on FanDuel, they will cap your bet size to like $2. They're like, "Oh, you're allowed to bet $2.14."
That's bullshit.
Yes, but you know why? And then people are like, "I'm actually really good at sports gambling." I'm like, "Oh, how you been on the app?" They're like, 3 years. I'm like, "You're not any good at sports gambling." I'm like, "It would have banned your ass."
Yeah, they would cut. That's everyone.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I'm like breaking even basically, and it's like they're fucking.
It's like, well, first of all, you need to win 52% of your bets just to beat the house because 2% is the vig that goes to the house.
Yeah.
But then over that, it's like look, you're not winning. If you're still gambling consistently on the apps, you have not won, and you're the sucker. That's just
what they should do. An easy amendment to this that wouldn't be such a money suck is that when you lose your gambling money, it's held from you for 6 months. They get to make money on the interest, and then they send it back to you. So
See,
you're
that
like,
would be nice, but
you're momentarily penalized.
I just read in New York.
I mean, why would they do that? They would be like, "Fuck you, we're keeping all. How about we keep all of it and make interest?"
These
off
guys are making the biggest killing in the planet. And like the best part is all the states are doing it too because they want the money. But the thing is, look, they're going to pay for it because it's one of those where you're getting this fake tax revenue. But yeah, when you have to come and send cops to Johnny's house because he went fucking broke and he beat up his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, you're paying for that. You know,
Yeah,
in
he's
the
blowing
community.
He's blowing off some steam.
Right. Parlay goes down. He's going to house one of those plastic bottles of whiskey from Costco.
Yeah.
And we all know what happens next.
It is weird
right?
that when jobs are scarce, like it just people just end up beating up girls. Like if there's
It's
not
true.
good stuff going on, people are like, well, I guess I have to beat up a girl now. It happens across like every culture.
It's every culture. Actually, a lot of people got mad at me on the show because I was talking about it was during one of our immigration debates. I think you talked about it a little bit actually on your show, and I was just like, look. And by the way, just full disclosure, I married into an Irish family from Philadelphia.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so I have no discrimination against the Irish, but what I'm saying is, back in the day, I think it was reasonable to be like, well, all these people are coming over here and they drank a lot of whiskey. And
Yeah.
so nobody knows this. The very first thing that women did whenever they voted was ban alcohol. That's why the temperance movement was entirely driven by women.
Whoa.
And the reason why is because they were getting the absolute shit kicked out of them by their drunk ass husbands who were drinking a liter of whiskey per day on average to deal with, the industrial revolution.
For
and
sure, yeah.
all this. But it was also, let's be honest, it was part of their culture, right?
Yeah,
and
for
so,
sure.
So that's what people don't forget is like that, for some reason, it's intrinsic. Like alcohol, gambling, and beating the shit out of your wife, it's just a package deal.
It's one big
You
thing.
are signing up for that.
Yep.
You are 100%.
It's
So
just
don't incentivize
impulses.
it.
Yeah, it's just impulses ruling the roost, and then
Yes,
eventually the
bingo.
curtain closes, and you're like,
Right. Yeah, well, really what I think it is just somebody for the first time is showing the reality of what you've done, where you can rationalize your parlays away, you can rationalize all this, but the very first time, like I just said, we're like, hey, can we pay to go see, I don't know, like, I want to go see my mom next week or whatever. Can I get a flight? And they're like, no, we literally don't have any money.
yeah, and or
Yeah.
the ultimate being like, I told you the Chiefs weren't going to kick a field
Right.
goal, and you're like, shut the fuck up, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it is funny. There is a huge because I'm all like Irish Catholic out, and it's like,
Yeah.
like seeing someone fall at a wedding, I'm like, meh. It's like it's so normal, and like my wife would like cry. She's like, that's not
Really?
right. And I'm like, that's so sad. I'm like, dude,
My
people
in-laws
fall
and their
at wed-
family are not like
people
that.
fall at weddings. It is what it is.
I
Like,
did
stop being
see
a baby.
a really
about
funny
it.
tweet and be like, I left Dublin and I moved, I forget where they moved, like somewhere in South America or something. And they're like, and what I thought was we were all having a good time. It turns out we're just crippling alcoholics.
Yeah. Yeah, like family beach trips were just like adults hammered for 7 days, and I'd just be like, all right. And then the kids would get hammered. They would
East
pass
Coast
out.
beach culture is weird.
Oh, it's
I'll
crazy,
tell you
dude.
this.
It's crazy.
I had no exposure to it because I grew up here. But yeah, I went to I went to Rehoboth, which is like the nice beach, right? But even then, I'm like, man, these ladies are hammering Tito's at like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's some crazy shit going down. on
East
this
Coast
right
beach
now.
culture is like it's like quiet. That's not like as like cool like Margaritaville. It's just people just quietly
Quietly degen.
my
Just
uncles,
sitting there,
my uncles would be like, they would all joke. They'd be like, ah, man, who's gonna crack the first one? They'd be like, I don't give a shit, I'll do it. And you just crack a Coors Light. Now they don't let you drink on the beaches like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I
ticketing
saw a lot of people doing it.
Well, in the
Well, they're
Jersey
doing it in the
Shore.
solo cups.
That's what I'm
so-
saying.
Okay, okay.
They used to, and they'll still come around and police you. I grew up going to Sea Isle, and dude, it was just beers, whatever.
Really?
Now it's like you have to have a cup, and they'll come around if you have alcohol in your cup, because they can just write you a fine because everyone's going to drink on the beach.
Of course they are. Yeah. Well, and this is where my like nanny state instincts kind of. I'm like, all right, well, fuck off. All right, people are also on the beach, and that's just a money grab for what we need rules. But really, what it is like we just need a better culture around this stuff because we just got to acknowledge the downsides, right? That's all I'm asking. Everybody's asking like, sports gambling is the greatest thing ever. It's about freedom. You're gonna get, and look at their ads, right? They're like, you're gonna get rich. You're showing free $15.
No, we'll give you $500 for $5.
$5 a $500 deposit. I'm like, once again, bro. Like, have you ever been to a casino? That shit doesn't get built based on winners. Like 99% of the people who walk out of there are fucking losers. The odds that it are you is almost 99%. So,
Well, I think the gambling companies would be happier doing this because they do that little disclaimer, like, by the way, guys, if in case you have
but
a
that's
problem.
mostly bullshit, and a lot of it is because they're required by the state to put it in there, and then what the states do is they take part of these losses and they fund these gambling. But it's like you are the receipt. The rise in sports gambling addiction has created the need for these gambling addiction centers. So it's like just don't have it in the first place.
Well, the weirdest part about gambling
Yeah.
addiction is that it's not even about winning or losing. Like I forget, I read
they
some
like
book,
when they lose. That's
That's
the
the
craziest
fucked up
part.
part.
They love it when they lose.
or it's more
Yeah.
like the flow state of
Yes.
just being like, it's not the winning or losing.
Absolutely.
It's just going from thing to thing, and your brain's totally
Dude,
focused on something.
again, I get it. I like it. I love to play baccarat.
See, I don't like to gamble.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never.
man.
I'm just filled with anxiety the whole time when I
love
win.
games of chance. Poker is more actually. I think I could justify poker because I wouldn't even really call it gambling, although it is technically like kind of a game of chance. But there's a lot of strategy and math. Obviously, like the famous Rounders quote, it's like the same 10 people may end up at the finals for a reason. It's not a game of fucking chance. Whereas if you go to blackjack competitions or baccarat competitions, it's fucking you get lucky. All right,
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. I see the appeal of both, but. There is something. This is where I'll flip the script, man. The magic of the cards, like when the baccarat thing.
That's
and it's
exactly what
just
it
like,
is.
You're like 9, 9, 9, 9. You're just sitting there. That moment, the
Yeah.
anticipation. whew,
and it's fun.
And when you hit it, oh my god,
it's so
Oh my
fun.
God,
Yeah, it's
so
unbelievable. Well, it's also
But I play like $15 tables in Charlestown, West Virginia, next to toothless Chinese women who are getting their Chinese ash on my. I prefer, honestly, I'd rather be around them. I love them. Shout out to the
Yeah.
You always want to gamble with Chinese if you're playing baccarat. Chinese and Vietnamese, they know what's up.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea. That's a
yeah.
good call.
And the less teeth they have, the more good at the game they are. They've
I
got
could see that.
patience. They have all these superstitions about dragons and colors and
That's
stuff.
the thing
Yeah.
though, man, because I was like sitting there one time backstage at a comedy show, and they were like playing dice like in the green
Yeah.
room as like they had this little box, and I was like, it is just people interacting with magic. People
No,
are
it is
attracted to
magic,
gambling.
yeah.
It's just
It's magic.
It's like a divine thing. You're like,
Yes,
oh,
and everybody craps is also definitely the most fun in the game in the casino. Although it is minus EV every single bet on the craps table. So, but when you play, the magic of it is it's a crowd's game because, and I love craps gurus, right? Like I was talking about the diabetic guy, and he's like, yeah, he threw it over here, threw it over here. It's like the first time he throws to the right, he's gonna roll 7, which means we all get fucked. So he's like, he about to roll that, take your bet off, and I was like, all right, got it. He was right, and I was like,
dude,
oh, shit.
my only
They
time
know
playing
something.
craps.
They know something.
My only time
Yeah.
playing craps, a guy was like, just do what I do, and I
Yeah.
was up $1,300 very quickly.
Holy shit!
Very quickly.
1,300.
Very quickly.
Whoa!
And I was
You're
just
playing
like,
higher stakes than I am, man.
I think
Yeah.
I was just drunk too.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh, it's fine. And then I got cocky. I was like, I know what's going on. As soon as
Right,
I
yeah.
started doing my
Boom,
own
gone.
bets,
Yeah.
I was back down to 600. I just picked it up and I was like, thank you, sir, and
Yes,
just walked.
yeah.
I was like, I'm fucking
I mean, you
out.
left up. That's that's. A
I will
victory.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm ruthless at a casino. If I win $100, I'm
Yeah,
out.
good,
I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I just won $100.
But it could be 200.
That's
Yeah.
to
And
me.
then
I'm
5.
like,
yeah,
I get so disgusted when I lose.
yeah.
The
I'm the
feeling
same
I
way.
get, I'm like, I think about just them just like taking like the time I spent into like work and life, especially when I was like just working a job
Yes.
where I was like, I could be like, oh, that was a day of my life.
Yes.
And I would just think of that just getting like sucked into a vault with just a huge
To
chamber
pay
of money.
for free drinks for these fat alcoholics who are like
It would kill me.
just sitting in the slot machine like.
No, it would fucking kill me. The worst part is I don't really gamble much anymore. But it was like when I first did it, I was in Vegas for my cousin's bachelor party, and he was like, do this, do that. And I won the first 4 times I gambled. I won every
What
time.
game was it?
Blackjack.
Oh, wow.
And I would just win. I'd win
Very
like,
high variance game though. That's the problem.
I'd
You
win,
can get
like-
fucked so easily,
dude,
Yeah.
I'd win like $200. And I'd win 200. I'd just get
Yeah,
right the
you
fuck
should get
out. And I would
yeah,
spend all my code was every dollar I won gambling, I'd spend it on everyone around me immediately.
Ah,
And
I
it
like that.
worked.
Yeah, you got to spread the love. You got to get the
You have
juju. You need the luck.
Just exactly. And then like I tipped the dealers heavily. And then like I like was like, I think I'm good at blackjack. And I instantly lost like $700 so fast, dude.
Oh yeah, the fat
After like 15 minutes, I was just
Oh yeah,
out.
because that's what they do. Because it's a high variance game, and they know they can wipe you out way before you're going to wipe them out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what they want to do is just deal all those hands per hour. And already blackjack, I think blackjack is a 51-49 game. I'm pretty sure, even with perfect base. Were you playing basic strategy like perfect?
No idea
All right,
what the
so
fuck
there
I
you
was
go.
doing.
There you
There was a
go.
guy,
Yeah,
no idea.
yeah.
And there'd be guys like, dude, you got to hit. And I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they get mad at you.
They get
Actually, yeah,
furious.
if you don't play basic strategy correctly, because if you fuck it up, you're gonna fuck the whole shoe up for the entire table, and so
Yeah.
they get very upset.
They were very displeased with me, but I was like, bro, this is not my problem. We're not on
Yeah.
a team.
This
You're not
is
sharing your money.
Gamblers
with me.
know this. This is Gen Pop shit. You're like, like, you got this Gen Pop shit.
I'd be like, dude, we're not on a fucking team. We're not splitting this money. This is my call. And I would,
No, but it is a team because if you fuck the math up, then he's gonna hit it. He's gonna get the wrong card because he's playing math and you're not, and so that's what
Exactly.
screws. But Dana White
That's
has
his
a
problem,
theory.
man.
Yeah, Dana White is like sometimes you got to go to war with the shoe, and you got to. He's like you got to turn basic strategy on the shoe. I was like, I don't really think that's how math works, but I mean, he's super rich, so he doesn't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he likes to gamble
Oh, he's
heavily.
me and my friends who like to go to the casino, we will hype ourselves up with Dana White clips. Yeah, yeah. It's just like because he has like a love of the game. Like he's like I'm rich as hell. I can get on the jet and I can go anywhere else. If my kids are gone, I'm going to the casino.
Yeah.
He's just like that's what I do. It's what I do.
It's just
for fun.
scary. Once you're that rich, you have to play with big sums to excite
Oh, yeah,
yourself.
he plays for millions. Like
I
I think
know.
he said his dream is to play $1 million per hand on baccarat. $1 million a hand. He said I think the highest he's gotten is like 300,000. To be fair, one of the reasons they probably won't let him, and that's one of the reasons I like baccarat, is baccarat is an actual 50-50 game.
That's what I thought. I thought
So
it was
the
like
house edge is like 0.05%. So you actually have pretty, I mean, you have like good odds, but like you did better than fucking blackjack.
For
or
sure, yeah.
Any of these, especially crap. Craps is a shit show. It's the most fun game in the casino, but every single one of the games, like I said, is minus EV. You're almost certainly going to lose money, like whenever you play.
Damn.
Especially in the long enough timeline. So if you do win, like you just get out of there.
Get
like,
out,
Just
yeah.
if you're up, like if you have 100 and you won 200, get the fuck out.
Balls
like
out, yeah, yeah.
immediately.
yeah.
Same with roulette. Do not play 000 roulette. That is the biggest scam in the entire casino.
What's
I
000?
can't- So on roulette, if you could just bet black or red, the way that the house has its edge is in the old days, they had a green 0. So after a while, the casino execs were like, what if we had 2 zeros? We're like, maybe these idiots in Vegas will, and people are drunk and they're like, oh, there's only 2 zeros.
I
It's
don't
like,
even think about the
but
zeros.
bro, the math goes from like 49% or whatever to like the house edge goes from like 1 or 2% to like 7%. And then after a while, they couldn't add 3 zeros. So they added like
double
whatever the
zero.
casino, no, they added a third one. So they go 0, then 00, and then they have like the MGM logo on the wheel. So now the edge is like 11%.
I thought you were saying
Yeah.
they added 1010 and then a third, but it was a 00. I
No,
was
no.
like,
So there's a 0, then there's a 00, and then there'll be like MGM or Caesars or
Just a
whatever.
blank space?
You're just pissing your money away. Like people,
yeah.
There's the meme. It's like if you win, you're like put it all on black or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
Like, well, check the zeros because if there's 000, you're fucked. All right. Like
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
not good odds.
Dude, that's the. You know what I've done though with poker or not poker. The last couple times I've been in a casino environment for like stand up or something.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times they give you chips.
Really?
So something
Promo
I've had
chips.
fun. Yeah, they'll be like they'll give you like a couple. Like
Just let me know the dates. I'll come with you. Yeah. Yeah.
They'll give you like $100. They'll give you like $100.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you could break that down.
We
to
could turn
baccarat.
that. Yeah, we could turn it into 150. Yeah. We'll turn it into 150.
Dude, what I
Yeah.
started doing is when they give me chips, I put it on. I go to roulette or blackjack.
Yeah.
I put it all on one hand, and if
Okay.
it wins, I give it to the dealer. So here you go.
I love that. That's
It's kind of
That's
a fun
very
thing.
nice
And if I
of
lose, I go, hey man, whatever.
Yeah.
Feels good.
That does, yeah. I mean, they make, dude. The people they have to deal with. Like, what a shitty job. Like, I'm sure they make a lot of money. At least some of them, but
Yeah. No,
probably
they-
the good ones. But oh god, I can't imagine.
Oh,
You're
God.
dealing with the absolute like dregs of humanity.
Especially like at their worst, like fucking up and like
Well,
being like, oh,
I
just
hate
ruined.
that too when people get mad at the dealers and they're like, "It's your fault." Like, you're not.
I know.
you're-
That
you're-
guy
you're-
sucks.
I'm just like, dude, fuck you. But then
Yeah.
you also don't really want to do anything because you're like, this guy's kind of crazy. So I'm not gonna be a whole white knight. Like, you put your hands on maybe, but like up until
Yeah.
that, you're like, I'm just like, can we get security over here? Or something?
Yeah, dude, it's I've never got bit by the gambling bug, man.
That's good. That's a
I
good thing.
tried to be a bookie for a while.
Whoa.
I tried, and it was just like,
Yeah, but where were you getting your lines from?
it was like my friend knew another.
Okay.
It was like a sub bookie thing where
Yeah.
I was like sending them kind of just bets,
Oh, I
basically.
see,
But it
I
was
see.
my job to like collect them all.
Really?
It was just my
You're a
friends. It was just
collector?
my friends, and then
Yeah,
like.
but what about when they don't pay?
So here's what
You're still
happened.
friends?
They were like,
Yeah.
I don't watch sports like that, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So they would just, if they lost, they would call my, and they would just leave me voicemails all weekend, being like, put another one, and they just kept doubling down, and then eventually, like some of my friends owed me money, and I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not taking your money for this,
Yeah.
and I just like told the guy, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I just felt bad. Like if you like sell something to somebody,
Yeah.
that's like, yes, you gave me that, but to be like, yo, the Bears lost, you owe me $250.
Right.
It just, I was like.
And you actually have to collect it too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't
That's
want
the
to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, East Coast sports gambling culture has always been there. I don't know. I mean, I grew up here. I don't remember thinking or hearing like other parents. I guess I grew up in a Bible Belt area, so they wouldn't be doing it. But I don't remember a lot of money changing hands on college football. But now these days, college football is actually even more where the action is.
I could see
because
that,
apparently it's like there's the mismatches or whatever. There's like underdogs and for somebody who hates gambling, I know way too much about gambling.
I had
But-
it's a love-hate relationship. That and weed too. You
That's
don't know
true.
a lot about weed. You
Well,
don't know a lot about weed though.
I don't know a lot about the experience of weed, but
Have you ever smoked weed?
I think I smoked weed when I was very drunk when I was in college once.
Okay.
and that's pretty much it.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
What'd you blaze?
I don't know. I don't know.
don't
I
even
mean, it's
know.
what, dude, you're at a party.
Blue
somebody,
Dream.
like somebody passes you, whatever. It probably was fake. It was probably like not even marijuana. It was like somebody's grass that he'd bought off of somebody else and got ripped
Well,
off.
dude, the K2 is
Yeah.
big in prison. That's like the stuff you're talking about,
I
spice.
know.
And that fucks people. I have
I
friends
know.
that are
People
like,
lose their minds.
Yes,
Is
dude.
that right?
yes.
Yeah.
I think these guys, they'll do anything, like
Right.
speedballs and shit. And I have friends that are like, bro, the K2 is fucked up.
Really?
You're in jail. You're in like the county jail, and you just blaze K2 and have like an absolutely satanic experience. He's like, dude, it's for real, like terrifying.
I think I saw some videos about that. For some reason, my YouTube feed has been pushing me a lot of prison content.
That's a good-
and
that's a good-
you can go down a serious rabbit hole
It's
of prison tube. Shout out to Johnny Mitchell, by the way, the Connect. You should have him on your show.
What
Actually,
do you do?
He's a comedian. He's like 6'7", but he does this show called The Connect, where he interviews when he went to jail as a weed dealer, and he interviews like other people who were drug dealers, and then also talks about their prison experience. So I actually did his show. He's an interesting. He actually likes politics. That's why we talked a little bit. But some of his content is really good,
Dude, it's the best.
He interviews like high level drug kingpins.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, tell me about the story, but then also like, what was it like to be in federal prison or whatever?
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
That's,
Like,
dude, I just finished a book about an LSD dealer who got caught in the early 90s. So he got sentenced for like 20 years.
Whoa.
For he never even got caught with acid. It was just all, he was doing Western Union
conspiracy.
transfer.
Yeah,
exactly. Got a conspiracy charge, 20 years.
Huh.
And it was he was in jail during the race riot, like the crack laws.
Sure.
And he had a altercation with a lieutenant, like one of the guards, and he was a white guy. And when the crack riots happened, it was just black inmates having riots or doing riots, and the lieutenant was like he incited the riot, sent him to fucking Marion, which is like a super max, and he had to do like I think like 3 years in Marion. Before he ended up only doing 5 years out of the 20 years.
Right.
But
Well, I think everyone likes prison content because it's like, what would I do?
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I thought about that too. I'm like, well, I'm not white, not black, not Hispanic, and everything's
you're
racial
another.
in
You'd be
prison.
another. You're
An
another.
other?
Another. That's what it's called.
But how many others are there?
Not a lot,
The other
bro.
Indians in prison are going to be like doctors for Medicare fraud. You know, they're like, hello, doc. You know, like,
I think it's called others. I think it's just like Inuit,
yeah,
Indian,
Inuit.
Yeah, it's like
Actually, they're probably pretty good, right? They can fight.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
jacked.
They're good
your
with
numbers.
blades.
Your numbers are not great.
No, it's not good.
So yeah, I think it's like I got so deep into prison shit,
Right.
but it's like
So then what would your strategy be? My strategy would be getting my parents to put money on my books,
Yes.
right? And then we pay the others for protection.
that's the big thing
Or-
you can do.
okay.
My plan was always to pay the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh,
So
I
you
like
can
it.
pay the
All
Muslim
right.
Brotherhood
Okay.
to protect. But then it's like, yeah, it is like racial in
But I
prison.
could fake it and I could just grow my beard and say that I was Muslim, right?
Yeah, and you can get a
could go with
good.
that.
You can get the Muslim diet too.
Oh,
You'd have to
is
answer
the
a few
halal
questions.
food. The halal food is better.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
do the kosher diet. That's a big thing.
Really?
If you can prove like you're Jewish, and you're allowed to switch your religion every like 6 months or so to get a different diet. I swear to God.
I read that Ramzi Youssef, who was the World Trade Center bomber, the '93 bomber. He apparently stayed in his cell for like 10 years straight. Whenever, because he refused to do a strip search because he said it violated his religion. But then apparently he was like, okay, I'm now converted to Christianity.
What?
But apparently the warden and all of them don't believe him. So it's set up for, I don't really know what's going on, but I think he has started to he's finally left his cell after 13 years.
He's
go.
a Christian now.
Well, he claims he's Christian.
Are
Who
they
knows? Yeah.
gonna scope out his butthole, or like he's like all right, I'm ready.
Well, I think you have to do that thing where with the squat and cough or whatever.
Yeah.
He refused to do it. He's like, I won't do it. So he literally, man, he did not leave his cell in Supermax in 80X Florence or whatever
What?
for like 13 years. Like it was totally crazy.
And
Yeah.
after 13 years, he's like,
I think, bro,
kind of
yeah. I mean, it's understandable. It's like you spent 13 years, you literally you have never left. And you're like, okay, I'm
that's
done
so
with this.
impressive.
Yeah.
I would make 13 minutes, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna show this guy my asshole and get it over with.
You know, they say they sleep a lot. That was the interesting thing.
Yep, that's a big
But you
one.
can train yourself to sleep 12 hours a day. But it's
Yeah.
like, what do you do all day? You know, even when you're awake, like that just sounds
You work
terrible.
out, sleep a
Yeah.
lot, and
In your
try to-
cell?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and it's the guy in the book I read about the LSD dealer, Joel Blazer. He was saying like he got schooled on like masturbation techniques.
Whoa.
Yeah, like just nothing
Yeah.
hands on. He said he never
Right.
was a punk. That was his term.
A punk.
But
Yeah.
he was like going into it, how like you like use a sock and you flip it inside out, so you're hitting like more of the soft area. And then at the very end, he said you'd apply force to the under part of your head. And he's like, and it's so funny him writing. It's like my orgasms were intense and powerful, and it's like, damn.
Yes. Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's all he's got. Did you watch the show Escape at Dannemora? It's on Netflix. It's really good. It was created by Ben Stiller, and it's Benicio. It's Benicio, and then the guy from There Will Be Blood, the guy who's the twins. Anyway,
Yeah.
Paul Dano. That's his name. Paul Dano.
Okay.
And so those two are inmates who like basically sweet talk this woman, this like obese prison worker, and then they both start a relationship with her, and they get her to smuggle in tools, and then they literally tunnel out of the prison. It's a real life story. It happened in
What?
2015. So I watched the show. It was a fantastic, really good acting. And then I went read the real story. Dude, it was wild. Like it's a high. They're both in there for murder. Like one guy literally murdered a police officer. The other guy like butchered and kidnapped an
Jesus.
old man for money. These are like no shit killers.
Yeah.
Locked up in this high security prison in I think it was in North New York, like upstate
Like
New
the
York.
Adirondack, yeah, up there.
Yeah, it was in the Adirondacks.
Yeah.
And so they were up there and they were able to get her to smuggle in like hacksaw blades. They cut their way out of their cells, were able to make their way like through the pipes and everything, use a sledgehammer, hammer through multiple walls, and then cut a hole in a drain pipe or whatever, crawl through the pipe, come up out on the other side, crawl through a manhole, and they were on the run for like 23 days. One guy almost made it to Canada. They shot him like 10 miles from the Canadian border. Yeah, one guy was killed. The other guy, sorry, spoiler alert.
What year was this?
2015. It wasn't that
What?
long. Yeah, dude, it was like
They shot him at the. Well, I guess if he's that high profile.
Well, they were. A trooper was like, "Hey, who are you?" And he just like took off running. And the other guy apparently was like a drunk. And they would find like hunting cabins, and he would just be like, "All right," and just grabbing whiskey. He was just
like a bear. He was like a bear.
He literally was like a bear. That's a good way of putting it.
He's like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
He was just walking around.
Yeah, so that the other guy left him. He was like, "Fuck this dude." He's like turned into a drunk. He's just never gonna make it. And then
He's not gonna make anything of himself.
And so then he got killed, and then the other guy actually almost made it to Canada.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. He almost. The weird part of the show is it's structured really well. The first like 6 episodes, you're really rooting for the prisoners, and then before you get to the last episode, they do a flashback that shows what they did, and you're like, wait, fuck these guys. Like, this is terrible. Because you don't know what they're in there for. You know they're in prison, but then they're like, oh, he literally murdered a cop. And then the other guy, like, kidnapped this man and tried to extort money from him and fucking, like, butchered him and cut him up into little pieces. You're like, dude,
his parlays didn't work.
Yeah,
dude.
you're right. I'm like, we gotta get this guy out of here. I'm like, this is not good.
Yo, guys, welcome to the advertisement portion of the podcast. I'm on my motherfucking Assassin's Creed shit right now. You guys can't even see me. I was doing this earlier to ensure audio quality because I'd fucked up the audio of the ads because I was recording through my laptop like a dumbass. Now I kind of like the look now that I got my phone out. All right, guys, here, big thing, and I try to add some tranquil music to the ads because it's kind of jarring. You're just listening to a podcast. You give your brain over to the podcast, and out of nowhere, it's like, hey, listen up, we got enough. And it's like, fuck, man. Fuck, how about a heads up? So what we're doing, we're going to add a little gentle music. You can kind of get in the zone. You can chill. You can kind of use this time to kind of drift off, whatever you want to do. But we are going to do the advertisements. And I got to say, here's my number one advertisement right now. I fucked up and I'm doing shows. Well, hear me out here. I failed to promote my shows in the Irvine Improv, SoCal. I'm so fucking SoCal. I forgot to do the ads or make a flyer for the Irvine show. Oops, my bad. It's next weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. 2 days, 4 shows. Come out to motherfucking Irvine Improv. And I'll be honest, I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a show. I love Irvine. Irvine was the first place I went to in California. And I was telling someone recently, I'm like, I fucking love Irvine. And they lived in LA. And like, are you kidding? Are you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, why? And apparently everyone from LA just snubs Irvine. Like, I would never. Fuck you guys, dude. Irvine rules. LA's fucking bullshit. Irvine, we're talking Laguna Beach, we're talking motherfucking Newport Beach, conservative ass stronghold down there in SoCal, dude. Shit. Come out. I love Irvine. It's literally the first place I went to in California. I'm very excited to go there. I'm gonna bring my whole motherfucking family. We're all gonna do Thanksgiving out there. It's gonna be sick. So Irvine Improv, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. Let's go. Let's show these LA fucking pussies, dude, who's really fucking SoCal. They're not fucking SoCal. They're north of Irvine, bruh. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Take a moment to say thank you to someone in your life, including your therapist if that's someone you'd like to shout out. If you have multiple reads this month, perhaps highlight someone different each time. Well, let's see. Last week, I highlighted my mommy. I'm thankful for my mommy. I was going to do my daddy this week. I'm very thankful for my daddy, but you know what? Know who I'm going to thank this week? Our almighty creator, guys. How awesome is God? Come on now. How awesome is the fact that you can call it the Big Bang, whatever you want to call it. The universe was created out of an infinitesimal, however you say that, a teeny tiny, incomprehensibly small void, nothingness. And the universe has exploded out of nothingness, and that nothingness is the substratum of all that exists today, and it still exists in the universe. And that's basically God. How awesome is that? Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful. Guys, this month is all about gratitude, and along with the person, the cosmic deity I just shouted out, there's another person we don't get to thank enough, ourselves. It's sometimes hard to remind ourselves that we are trying our best to make sense of everything, and in this crazy world, that isn't easy. Here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people in your life, including yourself. And that this is the time for a personal endorsement. That's what they're asking for. Yeah, I think, therapy is good. You gotta do something, man. You gotta get outside of your ego. That's the thing that's keeping you in, your egoic struggles of just, I want more, I'm not enough, blah, blah, fucking blah. And therapy is one conduit to escape yourself and to try to forge a better life. Or you can just become one with your creator. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. That's right. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 or more players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Guys, Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineup stays in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half for whatever reason and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. Sign up today to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. What? It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week? It's a pretty good guess. Lamar Jackson will pass more than 1.5 TDs. Oh man, cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. What's better than you and your crew, dude, just cooking up hot takes and running your game on Prize Picks? Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. They don't deliver it to your window or just kick it onto your lawn. Guess where they bring it? To your door. It's amazing. Guys, it's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Have you ever heard about Breakers? They are the nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. In case you're thirsty, break a pouch. If you know your pouches, you know that the nicotine doesn't hit in immediately, and neither does the flavor. The geniuses at Lucy came up with a brilliant way to fix both those problems. They put a mini liquid capsule inside each Breakers pouch. And I haven't tried the Breakers pouch, but I'll be honest, Josh Cabaza, one of our producers, Josh is one of my favorite people. He is the absolute fucking man, by the way. Josh he tried a breaker pouch on this very episode, while he was recording it. And Sagar gave him one. He had one as well. And Josh was raving about it. I forgot all about it. He's like, dude, that shit was fucking awesome, by the way. He liked it. So I can't give you a personal endorsement. I haven't tried it, but Josh has tried it and I trust his word. And he loved the liquid surprise. Let me tell you guys, he said it perked him right up. Guys, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. And every order is age verified. Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Yes. You know what we all need to get more of? Off our ass. With bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. A mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportion awaits. They gotta fire the guy who wrote that fucking piece of shit paragraph. Guys, but guess what doesn't suck? Look how fucking blue that is. What is this, voltage? Look at this. Look at that shit, dude. You can put this in a Windex bottle and go, it's like, no, I'm just drinking Voltage, everybody. Don't you squirt it right in your mouth. People go, this motherfucker's crazy. And you go, maybe I fucking am. Let's get off our ass together, brother, and hang on the perfect mountain. A day where epic proportion awaits. That's what I like. That's the kind of fun times I like to have with my friends, guys. When we all drink our Voltage and our Baja Blast, you know what game we play? You know what fun and competitive social activity we engage in that I'd like to talk to you guys about? Let me tell you guys, man, look, when we drink regular Mountain Dew, I told you already, we wrestle. When we drink the fucking blue ass, look how fucking blue this shit is. When we drink this, oh my God, dude, we play a secret game. Me and my friends, we play a secret game in which, how do I say, we all take our turn doing something fun. And the last person to, dare I say, arrive at the party has to chug the Voltage full of, you know what the fuck I'm saying. You guys don't even know what's going on there. Voltage Mountain Dew. What the hell is I? Sorry guys, I blacked out. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Guys, the mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold and do the do.
Yeah, the prison culture shit is like fascinating, man.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I've
You
never
wanna
went,
go.
but I kind of was like, damn, I kind of wish like
How much weight were you moving then when you were selling marijuana?
decent amount, like
pounds?
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
So you
Like,
could have gone. You actually could have gone.
I could have went to jail. In Philly, it was
Yeah.
like you could have 5 pounds and you wouldn't really, you could like get locked up, but you wouldn't do like a sentence at
Okay.
a certain point. But that's what I've heard. But like before though, like in the, like the 2000s, it started getting more lax. By the end of it, nobody was going to jail for weed. Even like the cops would find a half pound of weed on you and just be like,
don't care.
Jesus Christ, and just take it and make the fuck out of here.
How does it all work though? Like in terms, not the cost. So were you selling to other dealers because you had enough?
Yeah,
Okay.
eventually it was like I would
Right.
do both. You would get like the way it would work is you'd have to like. I remember I like saved all my money so hard, and I eventually saved up $1,600, and I bought a half pound, and then I
Okay.
got to like actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started. You just get it fronted to you. You like find somebody that they would front me like 30 pounds of weed.
Yeah, that is the interesting thing I read from Johnny's podcast. Is like there's a lot of consignment,
A lot of
in
consignment.
the drug business,
And then double consignment. I would get something from it and double consign it to other people, and then you have to kind
But
of
what
like
if he doesn't pay you, and then you got to pay the guy?
you tell them, hey man, if I'm falling on tough times.
Did you,
That's the thing. It's like you're never supposed to meet that person, like the top level person, because they want to keep like an air of like, because they're gonna tell the guy like, yo,
Right.
tell him I'm a fucking murderer. But I met the guy.
Really?
It was it wasn't.
Were you ever physically threatened? Did you ever see weapons?
I got robbed at gunpoint. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was that like? What happened?
It was surreal. It was
Yeah.
like so. I got threatened with a club one time. That was embarrassing. I gave in to the club just outside. This guy was like, I want to fucking hit you with this, and I was like, all
Like
right,
what
dude.
kind of club? Like a handmade
Like
club?
a
or
wooden, just a fucking like a 1920s police officer baton, dude. He was like, but I was in West Philly, like trying to buy
you did the
Percocets.
right, you did the right thing.
Yeah, and there was like 7 guys around me, and I was like, seriously, guys, where are my Percocets? And they were like, dude, we'll fucking bash your brains in. And I was like, all right, you guys can keep the $200. You win this round. But yeah, it was that. And then I had a guy one time, he got robbed and blamed it on me. I think he just took my money, but he came out, like we were in an apartment. He was like, something's got to, he like cocked a gun and walked towards me. And I was like, oh shit. That time it was just like, everything just goes super slow. I remember it being like very slow, terrified too. People were like, dude, if someone pulled a gun on me, I'd fight. It's like, I was frozen, totally frozen.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like,
fight or
what the fuck?
flight. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
crazy.
Second time,
You got robbed twice.
Oh, well, that time I got like, I like paid this guy money to go get something and bring it to me. And he's like, I got robbed after you gave me the money. And I was like, bro, it's fine. I was like, it's all good, man. He's like, nah, man, this is fucked up. And he just fucking like cocked a gun and like walked. Cause he was like, did you do it? And I was like, how the fuck what are you talking about?
Oh, like you
Did I
would
set him
have
up?
set him up.
I was
Right,
like, why would I do that?
Oh, man.
Whatever. But that was the whole thing. And then the second time I was in an apartment, and it was like someone had owed me a bunch of money, and I was bringing them more stuff. So I had like the money they owed me and like about 4 pounds of weed, and he was like, going to give it to some other guy. And then this just dude comes up in a ski mask with the kid who was like supposedly his customer, and the kid set it all up. But that one I was like, I remember everything slowed down again, but I was able to read their faces, and the kid I knew was very much afraid, and the other kid I was like, he's pretending to be afraid. And then once the guy with the ski mask left with all the money and stuff, I was like, you did that.
Did you beat him up?
I started choking him.
Good.
Pretty badly.
Yeah,
and then the kid I knew was like, stop it. because I was in like a blind rage. I was,
Yeah.
you're almost just, you have like a gun in your face. You're terrified.
That's horrifying.
And I was
Yeah.
just fucking just holding this kid's neck. Like, I know you fucking did that. And the kid's like, stop. And like, thank God I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think I wasn't like violent like that though. I was never, that was the only time. It was like almost all my money.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty
How did
fucked
you
up.
get out of this? What got you out of it?
This
you were on
podcast,
Percocets? Really? Is that really?
I wasn't on
Yeah.
Percocets. I was selling them. I never.
Oh,
I
you were
was
selling Percocets.
I'm not a vice. I was never really like a vice-ridden man.
Got it.
Porn, obviously,
So you
has
were
been
a
my
true
downfall.
direct. You were a true leech on society.
I was absolutely. Yeah, I had no.
You honestly should have gone to prison. I'm not gonna lie. I think you owe 3 years of your life to the state.
I think
Yeah.
I should actually.
Yeah.
But now I do service through high-paid
That's true.
podcasts.
No, you do. Yeah, that's right. You're doing a service.
But I do. I honestly. It's not like a sexy tale because usually you have the redemptive arc of like, and then I got caught. But
Right.
I was pretty principled. Like I remember like I was like, pills are evil. I didn't know anything about them. I'm like, oh, these are very addictive. Coke, I was like, this stuff's no good either. But weed, there was a thing where it was like, this is good for people. Because I was smoking so much of it. I was like, weed is good for people. I was like, people need weed. It's good for you. I thought it was good for me. You know, I was obviously killing it in life.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
like,
you were.
fighting,
That's
fighting
right.
people
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Percocets. in
People
West
need to be
Philly.
more like you. You know, like if you smoke weed, you can also end up in West Philadelphia with a club in your face. That's
That
what
was for
marijuana
pills.
will
That
get
was
you.
for pills.
Okay,
That was for pills.
But you were
weed
high at the
was
time.
chill.
You were high.
I
at
was
the time.
high forever.
There you go.
I remember I tried to start a policy with every customer. I would smoke a blunt with them, and I ended up smoking like 9 blunts, and it was just
How do you
completely.
even function?
I didn't. I wasn't functioning.
Oh, so do you still smoke a lot? You said no.
No.
Right? Okay,
now
so-
it's like very. I honestly try to. There was a big impulsive element of it, but now I've been trying to do it where I've tried to do this for years. Where like I almost like incorporate it into a meditation practice. But then you get into it, you're like, well, why do I even need that if I'm
Right.
meditating? You know. So that was kind of like, well, so now it's like special occasions.
How much better did your sleep get?
So much better. That's the thing with weed.
Yes.
You can even say like, well, I'm sleeping better, but your REM sleep is trashed.
Yes, thank you.
It's
That's
just
what I was
true.
about to bring up. I was
It's
like,
totally true.
There's a lot of people. There's a big psyop by the weed guys who are like, "Oh, if you smoke a bowl right before bed," and it's like actually you're nuking your REM sleep. It's like people, you know, when you get on an airplane and people are like, "Just gonna have a glass of wine just to go to bed." And I'm like, actually, you're
not
getting
sleeping.
way shittier sleep. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like you're actually not sleeping at all.
Dude,
You're
nobody wants to hear this.
semi-conscious, but it's like,
Nobody wants to hear this. I tell people all the
Oh,
time. It's
absolutely
like, and the weed does fuck up your REM sleep. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
'cause you
it's
don't
empirical.
dream. You
It's
don't
true.
dream. You
Yeah.
don't dream. And everyone knows when I stop smoking weed, I have crazy dreams. Like that's because your REM rebounding.
interesting.
Same as alcohol. Oh, dude, it's like I was completely like when I was younger. Because also I was making a living off it. I'm like, weed is awesome. This stuff rules. Everybody needs this stuff. Everyone needs to be selling this stuff under me. That's what happens with heroin, though. Heroin, if you're using heroin, you try to convince people to do heroin because
Right.
you want to start selling it to them, so then you don't have to pay. Really, it's that's kind of yes, it's very very evil, and you're like wanting to inject them too. Yeah, I remember someone explained that to me, and I was like, someone offered for me to sell heroin. I said no. I said no, thank you,
That
sir.
is evil. I mean,
Heroin's evil. The pills are evil, but no one knew what the fuck they were.
Yeah,
I came out of it. I got a
Is Percocet the same as Oxycontin? No, it's-
oxycodone. Yes, Percocet
okay.
is oxycodone mixed with acetaminophen, Tylenol, basically.
Okay.
So oxycodone and oxycontin and Percocet are the same thing.
Is it the same strength? Is that
No.
what was the whole like pill thing in the 2000s then?
So
That was OxyContin, right? Or OxyContin?
It was all of them. It
Okay,
was
all right.
Percocets. There's a bunch of them. It's Vicodin was
Vicodin,
big.
that's right,
Vicodin
yeah,
was hydro something. Hydrocodone.
Hydrocodone. That's right.
That's
right,
Vicodin.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Vicodins were less desirable. If you had Vicodins, people would be like, oh, fine.
Right.
But Percocets, people wanted them. And then the Oxys came out, which was
Yes.
just like a 5 milligram Percocet, 10 mil, whatever it was. Oxy would have been like 40.
Yeah,
But
it was like 80, right?
it went up to
I read a book about it, and I remember I watched some documentary about the Sackler family. That shit is evil, man.
Dude,
in
it
terms
was.
of the cash programs and those pill mills, and they had total knowledge.
Dude.
That's really what led to the heroin spike, all the black tar heroin
Big time,
and everything.
dude. And
'cause
it
these
wasn't-
people had no idea
Dude,
what they were
it wasn't.
taking.
It wasn't just the Sacklers. It was
Yeah.
every doctor in the country,
Absolutely.
dude. I got
Yeah.
like I would get a sore throat from my college campus, and they do on Percocets, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But when I was like 19 or 18, and I got my wisdom teeth out, and my friend was like, bro, I will pay you. He's like, you'll get if you get pills, I'll buy them off you. And I'm like, whoa. So I'll give you $200. I'm like, what? I was like, for sure.
Yes.
I hate medicine. You can
Yeah.
have my medicine. And dude, and it was like I remember coming out in like of my wisdom teeth in a haze, but remembering like I asked them, I was like, what am I gonna get? And they were like, oh, we're just gonna give you like ibuprofen. I was like, I'm a real baby with pain. Is there anything else I can have? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you like I think it was like Percocets or
That's
hydrocodone.
insane.
And they just gave me a full vial, and
That's
that
horrible.
was the whole thing that set the whole thing off because I made $200 off of it. And then
Right.
once I went to college, I was like, I got to find more of those things. And my friend was like, yo, these things are awesome. So I didn't do them.
Interesting.
And then I
You know-
watched firsthand there was like this apartment complex. 'Cause at a certain time I ended up finding like, I would get like 2,500 Vicodin at a time.
Whoa.
And I remember my friend would bring them into this like apartment complex and they all get distributed throughout there. And I watched this whole like little ecosystem of people like degenerate.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, and I'm like 19, 20 at the
Right.
time. And I was like, this is fucking bad.
No, it's bad.
So
Yeah, the pills, man. That
I
is
should go to
really
jail,
scary.
dude. I'm such a piece of shit.
You just got to give back to society.
I do
man. All
though.
right.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's my. I'm
Okay,
all
good.
service now. I'm all service.
All right.
I'm
As long as you-
I'm wildly overpaid, but I'm a wildly overpaid servant. That's all, dude. For real though, the thing is like, this is why I like. I've been researching the world religions a lot. There's a really good book called The World's Religions by Houston Smith, and he goes into like the connective tissue between like Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, everything else, Islam, and I do like growing up in a Christian like environment. It was they don't sell it very well to young people. It's like, this sucks. It's like it's just a bunch of shit you got to take on face value. I started researching Hinduism when I was like. I mean, it's a classic stoner move. Just be like
Yes,
so
it
high
is,
and be
yeah.
like, oh, dude.
There's nothing more annoying than white guys who are into Hinduism.
I know.
Then George Harrison wannabes, just like fuck off. Bro. In India, they literally laugh at you. They're like, "Yeah, we'll take your money, but
I know.
sure. Yeah.
But it is a beautiful religion.
Yes, it's
It's
a
a
good one.
very, and it was like for me, it gave me a concept of God from researching it from that angle. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
But I like their relationship with pleasure from what I've read is like, it's not as, and correct me if I'm, it's not as like forbidden. It's like, yeah, if you want pleasure, go get it till you're tired of it. Or is it?
Kind of. Well, it's hard to say, man, because even calling Hinduism a religion, obviously it is a religion, but it is intrinsic to the land of India, and I'm really convinced of that. As in, like the practice of Hinduism, like you don't go on Sunday. You just have temples everywhere. People stop on their way and off from work, like at the end of the day for special occasions, for little stuff. Like you'll go and you'll ask a blessing. It's not in the Abrahamic faiths require like rigid practice, and this is much more like a part of daily life. So the religion itself doesn't like say yes or no or whatever about, I don't know, pleasure, hard work, etc. It doesn't like prescribe rules, but the Indian culture definitely also plays like a huge part of it. So I'm not really convinced. That's why I think
see what you're saying.
Buddhism is a religion. I think that actually is a religion, and that's one that can transpose into Western society or whatever. But Hinduism, like you really got to be in India if you want to be
That makes
like,
sense.
a real Hindu, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least practice it in the way that it's meant to be practiced. You can try, obviously, and everybody can do their own thing. But there's a huge amount of people who are Hindus who are atheists. They don't even believe like in God.
It's more, you're saying it's more
Yeah.
of a cultural
It's
kind of
it's part of
practice.
the Indian culture. Like it really, like when you're there, it just makes sense. Like that's how people practice their lives. Like each village has its own deity. The way that there's a certain type of blessing, or they call it a puja, which is a ceremony, which is the type of puja that you would do for this milestone in your life or whatever. Whereas like Abrahamic faiths is like on Sunday or on Friday we pray. We pray 5 times a day, and we do it at this time. And the the whatever the chant of the prayer, and with the meat that we eat is like this. Where even amongst Hindus, like 40% of Hindus are vegetarian, but 60% are not. So there's no yes and no on life or on how to live. Like it's just very much part of the
what
culture
you're
over 8,000, 9,000 years.
Yeah, that is it is such a funny stoner move though to be like, dude, I think I'm
it's so
used
annoying.
two mushrooms
And
You're
yoga.
dude,
It's
I
like
think
girls
I'm
who are into yoga. It's like, shut the fuck. They're like, my shavasana. We're like, oh.
Yeah,
God.
that is tough when they start
Yeah.
you start like 4 Sanskrit words and you're like,
Yeah.
Sukha.
Yes. Or the Om tattoos. You're just like,
Yes.
spare me, man.
I will
Spare
say,
me.
dude, I will
Yeah.
say though, if from like just like a
Isn't that a Hindu? Isn't that the Hindu deity? It kind of looks like it. What do you got going on over there? That
this
is.
might be Shiva.
That's Sanskrit. That's Sanskrit down there. I
This
can't read
is.
it. Yeah.
Oh, this? No, this is actually English.
Oh,
Dude, this was a
it's
shirt I
written in
designed to try to
script.
sell as merch, and it's a very low seller.
Shocker.
Yeah, dude, I do think though there's something religiously. Well, let's just say in the United States, it's like Christianity it's cool. It's getting a resurgence.
No, I don't think so. Statistically, no.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's
Yeah.
just the internet memes. I'm thinking
Yeah, I
of.
think you're thinking of trad wife.
I'm thinking of trad wife.
If you
internet
take a
memes.
look at the stats, Christianity is never. I mean, not Christianity, religion. We have never lived in a more secular country.
Yeah.
Honestly, even coming back here is shocking. Like to Texas in the modern. I mean, I literally grew up here. This was a deep Bible Belt state. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And to watch it become like cosmopolitan is weird, honestly.
Yeah.
Even when I go back to College Station, I mean, I don't know. I guess I just don't feel the same. I don't live there anymore. So it's kind of different, but it doesn't just feel the way that it did back then. And in general, stats wise, the evangelism, Catholicism, all practicing religions, and the rise of people who just call themselves spiritual or whatever
Right.
has never been higher.
Right.
And that's really, I mean, the right wing trad people are the ones who blame that for where we are. But honestly, kind of to make it political, I think that's why Trump is the first like real secular president. Like everybody knows, like
He loves
Trump
the
is
Bible. What are you
not
talking about, dude? He
religious.
loves the
Yeah,
Bible.
but it's like, he loves it so much that he sells a copy. But 30% of the people who voted for Trump are literally pro-choice, like over 30%. That's crazy, right? If
Yeah.
you think about it in terms of the abortion election and all of that. So the mass secularization of America has made being conservative, like just so, though the Texas I grew up in, George W. Bush was literally my governor.
Yeah.
That type of conservatism, it's fucking gone. Man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
totally
for
gone.
sure. I think they're to bring back to my main point. I think I do think like there's a lot of people who have left organized religion who are going towards kind of spiritualism, but no,
Definitely.
everyone has a very. I think now it's like everyone has a very strained relationship. If people are trying to like practice some form of like God in their life.
Mhm.
I do feel like researching other religions helps people kind of like conceptualize it because you're like,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I'm not going to do this, but you can read that and like, yeah, that kind of makes sense if you
Of
look
course
at it
it
like a
does.
giant
I mean,
conscious.
and then
universe.
even then, I mean, I could defend. There's
What
a
are
lot
your standces on that?
What, religion?
Yeah, religion, God, like believing in God. versus
I'm not religious at all. I mean, I grew up around here, so I still have a very like side eye view of a lot of the Bible Belt stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for people now that I've been removed from it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
There's it's like the South Park episode about Mormonism, where like, look, this is some batshit crazy stuff, but the truth is like they're living a better life than you.
Yeah.
You're like I mean, so it's like maybe we're the crazy ones, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're the ones who believe in Planet Kolob or whatever, but they have 9 children. They're really happy. They help each other. The Mormon Church has no debt. They make sure that you get very cheap education at BYU's. If you stay in the faith, they take care of you. They take care of each other. I grew up around a lot of Mormons. They're some of the happiest people I know. They have like multiple children. They settled well. They seem like they're doing like really well in life, and they get to they have a big community aspect where you always have just dozens of people who share your values, who are around, who if you're out of town, somebody can come watch your pets, or if you need help with your kids or whatever. So like they're the winners in life, man. Like that's what people need to take away.
That's
Like,
my my question is like that's what I've been trying to like read about and like think about a lot is like what is the grounding force for like people's lives, and if it if it dissipates into like if there is no, that's like what religion has been
Yes.
forever, and now
Well, it's
people
a
are like
way-
people
oh.
the antidepressants, like all that people are just now like you have to like back up the molecules in your brain because you're sad because your worldview is
Absolutely.
inherently kind of bleak.
Very, very well said. And also, I mean, like wokeism, quote unquote, is a religion. Any sort of being anti-woke is also a religion.
It is, yeah.
Politics is a religion.
For
so
sure.
Religion will find a way in its life, whether you find religion or not. The thing is about it is what I, would advocate for is that I think, especially in big cities and like in elite circles, there's a real sneering at religion, but they don't look at it in the way that I just said, where it's doing quite a lot of good for people who are in the faith and the community. So for me, I'm just like, look, do whatever you want to do. And actually, having lived all my entire adult life in mass secular America, we have a lot of problems, right? Like the gathering place of the secular American is the bar. It shouldn't be. That's weird, actually. Like waiting until you're in your mid 30s to even try to start having children, and then by that time, like. I don't know. I just think
they
there's
should
a
be
lot
turning
of
it into
choices
Christ's
and-
blood. They should be turning it into Christ's blood.
it's just- there's just choices that you make that make it all about you. And one of the things that are really important about religion is like, actually, no, it's not about you. It's about other people. And so by doing that and by choosing the secular elite path, you are literally pursuing something that is just all about you. It's about the pursuit of your own pleasure, about your own money, about all of this. But it will strip away any of the great things in life that will genuinely make you happy. So if you're not religious, then you have to actually consciously seek that out. And I'm telling you about this. You have children now, right? Like it's probably harder to connect and find like groups of other parents. Whereas if you grew up in Texas in the 90s and you went to church, that's dusted, bro.
You're
like
done. You're
it's
done.
Day one, it's sold.
Yeah.
Like someone will be at your house when your wife gives birth. They will have food waiting in your house.
Yeah.
And all that. But if you don't have that type of community, that's really hard.
You're
And
stuck.
the number of people, actually, there's a really interesting like American Family Studies study that shows that the number of friends, particularly among men, the number of like male friends that people have has an all-time low. I think the record number is actually in the 0 to 1 category of people who consider themselves like close friends. And so if you think about it, like in that community aspect, people are lonelier than ever. They're having difficulty really finding a mate. They're really having problems in terms of fostering close friendships. So they're doing what? Betting parlays on gambling in order to, they just want to feel something. So
Stimulate the brain.
They're stimulating the brain.
Yeah, that is
Exactly.
sad.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Is like there needs to be some sort of cohesive organizing force, and most of them are negative. Where it's like again, it's like fucking Proud Boys, all that. You get like the things are, and it's not even like a lot of it I think does come down to the media because it's like it's like you don't have to take your worldview or your life prescriptive path of the media, but it's like they are experts, they are this, and it is looked upon as like this is an authoritative source of information.
Yeah.
And it's just mean. Like everything you see is just like, he's a fucking, this guy is such a loser. Let me tell you about this guy. And it's on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's bad for people mentally. Like,
well,
a lot.
definitely, but I will give that's a bit cope also because people blame the media and it's like, look, that's what people want. Like at a certain point, like
Sure.
it's true. I could be so much more successful, wealthy, and famous if I just did that. I actually am actively giving up.
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's
no,
like,
I know, but that's a choice that I'm making. But the truth is that is what most people want. Most people want to fulfill their base instincts. They want to have that, that dopamine rush of saying, yeah. I mean, honestly, Shane's bit about the Fox News dad. I mean, I actually, the first time I met him, I was like, that really is like probably one of the most important bits you've ever done because it's deeply true.
It's in the vernacular now. People will say, I have a Fox News
I have
dad.
a Fox.
Yeah.
It is a deeply true, like, it's a bit, it's a comedy bit, but that is like an archetype and something that really does exist, like in American society.
No, it is. It's
Yeah.
true.
And it's I would flip it and say there are also MSNBC moms out there,
Big
right,
time.
who are just as bad on wine moms and all that. But it is a cancer on American society. But honestly, that's what they want. Like I was talking with Lex yesterday, and I brought up one of my favorite media quotes, and it's from a book called The Loudest Voice in the Room, and it's a biography of Roger Ailes, who was the chairman of Fox News and the creator. And he said, people want to be informed, or so people don't want to be informed. They want to feel informed. And I think that is like the most deeply true thing about media that I've ever read.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess what I'm saying is like, it's just bad. It's bad because it's like you were saying, there's a financial incentive to be like a major dickhead.
Yes.
Which when I first saw reality TV, I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is creating a pathway
Right, but it's
to being
good,
just a absolute.
good.
It's so bad.
It's so good.
It's
though.
so
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's bad for America.
If
but
you were
it's fun to
smoking weed
watch.
back then, you would have been like, "What the fuck, dude? This is so fucked up." I remember I was just high watching reality TV. Like this is modeling a type of behavior that also pays off genuinely,
Narcissism,
which
yeah.
taps into people's own like biological drives. And I was like, "This is not good because that's what's being modeled. That's what's you're pushed unconsciously to do." And like you were saying, like, dude, if you wanted to like really double down, any of us can do it.
Oh, it's
Hang a
so
couple American
simple.
flags back here and be like, "Let me tell you something,
Yes.
motherfucker."
I get so annoyed and be like, "You're a grifter" or whatever. I'm like, "Bitch," I could make way more money.
I
if
could
wanted to.
grift.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if I
like,
wanted to
if I
grift,
wanted to grift, I would grift you bitch.
Oh.
yeah. Be like, if I just sat there and be like, "Look at these liberal tears that are flowing from their
Yep.
faces."
I'm telling you, all the channels,
this.
you put an American flag behind
it's
you,
so
you
simple.
sell your merch hat, and it's just
especially
like,
if you're me, brown guy, be like, "Brown guy loves Trump," and all this.
I know, dude.
So bored. The problem is that I get bored, man. I find those people so utterly boring that I have no interest in even talking to them.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it
But
is humiliating.
But
It's
you could
humiliating.
make a lot of money.
a shit ton of money.
Especially if you're a black guy is the top of the market value.
that's
If you're a black
that's
guy
number
with a
one.
red hat, being, let me tell you something. It's
Right.
like,
You'll be famous overnight. MAGA memas will be sending you $5 a month and being like, "Have you seen this nice young man?" yeah.
but yeah, I do hope we can like somehow move to something that animates people other than like. Do you think people will ever be animated other than their base instincts by the masses, or do you think there will be like an actual like
Gen Pop? No. Gen Pop will always be the same.
always be?
Yeah, look, America, society, rise of mass media has always looked exactly the same. Like people think it's worse now than it ever was. Total bullshit. If you go back and you look at the yellow journalism era, like it was insane.
That's true. That's
people
true.
were slamming each other, and I mean, imagine this: America's news in the 1800s was literally literally political. Like when you would read the news, you would read the Kentucky Democrat or you would read like the Kansas City Republican. Like your literal newspaper was the party that you supported. And one of the ways that people would get interested and instigate politics is socialists and others would be like, we're starting a socialist newspaper because the news itself was a political vector.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, the news.
Because I was totally bought into like, dude, it's never been this bad.
No, absolutely not. It's bullshit. So like the thing is that in the old days, the rise of yellow journalism, of the penny papers, people like William Randolph Hearst and others, and before him like Joseph Gordon Bennett, it was all sensationalism, tabloid. That's where it all comes from, and that was overwhelmingly popular. What happened is that the old days that we romanticize is actually a very unique time in American history, where the vast majority of Americans were getting their news from the network TV. So in the 60s and the 70s, everybody romanticizes Walter Cronkite, all this stuff. Let me tell you something. The news was just as fake back then as it is today. It's just that, thank God we have the internet to be like, no, it's fake and it's bullshit. Because so I have a book, it's a slog, but people should read it. It's called Personal History by Katharine Graham. She ran the Washington Post. She was the owner of it. And her father bought the paper, and then her son is the one who sold it to Jeff Bezos. But so she ran the paper for basically her entire life. Her husband ran it, then he committed suicide, and she took over and ran it for decades. And if you read that paper, actually, if you've ever watched the movie The Post, it's directed by Steven Spielberg with Tom Hanks, and it's about the Pentagon Papers. Meryl Streep plays her in the movie. And it's really like, when reading that book, you're like, you know, she's getting politicking with Kennedy is at dinner and he's like giving them advice on how to write in the paper. And her husband, who was the owner of the Post, is friends with JFK and he's skewing the coverage in a certain way. So everyone has this romantic nature about the 60s and Cronkite. It's like, no, they were just as partisan as people are as today, as Rachel Maddow and these people. But America didn't know. They had much more higher like institutional trust, and cable news exploded that obviously after the network era, and then the rise of blogs and everything. But people were really romanticized this, the news was fair and balanced. It's like, no, it's not. That the news is what got us into Vietnam. You know, the news, like, no, it wasn't fair and balanced. These people were writing columns and justifying all this bullshit. They knew what was happening. They didn't report any of it. It was only in 1968 we finally tell everybody the truth. By that time, 500,000 Americans are sitting in Vietnam. JFK, we used to go and hang out, and all of his secretaries, McNamara and all these guys were hanging out in Georgetown, which is a very rich neighborhood, at their fancy ass mansions, secretly telling them what they should write in their papers. Like, dude, it's always been like as corrupt. People just didn't know it. Yeah,
I feel like Trump did kind of crack the he parted the veil to be like,
absolutely.
Yo, this is actually, a lot of this is bullshit.
The roots of Trump are there's a famous clip, 2012, Newt Gingrich was the Republican debate, South Carolina debate. And the opening question, even I will admit it's a crazy question. They were like, Mr. Gingrich, I don't know the circumstances. He's on his third wife and he divorced his wife. I think she was going through cancer or something like that. Oh, it was terrible. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. And it was the second time that he'd done something like that. Anyway, so that was the opening question. And Gingrich is like, let me tell you something. That was one of the most disgusting acts, and the mainstream media is a direct participant, something like that, in the Democratic Party. And the pop, as you would say, from the audience, roars. Like you can hear it on the microphone of like, whoa, and all of that. And I watched that clip because all the ingredients for Trump were there the whole time. It's just like, you have to go and look for it. Like Michelle
He was the first one that
Bachmann.
tapped into that.
Well, he was the first one who attacked his media on the stage and flipped the debate and made it about them. And it was a referendum. It was like, no, fuck you, actually.
Whoa.
And you could see John King is kind of taken aback because he's never experienced this before. And now it's the norm in Republican politics. People expect it. At that time, it was crazy. It was shocking. But yeah, I mean, I watched that clip a lot because I'm like, that's it. That's where Donald Trump, 2015, the famous debate, and Megyn Kelly's like, Mr. Trump, you've called women pigs, he's like, only Rosie O'Donnell. And it was just,
everyone,
the
crushed.
crowd just roars, man. And it's like, that was it. Like, that's the moment that he won, in my opinion, in the 2015 primary. Broke politics forever. But the ingredients were there. They were all there.
It's funny that he was like that was like one of the first dominoes that toppled the mainstream media, and he was just trying to get a fourth wife. He was just trying to get some new. He was like, bro, nothing's gonna stop me.
Yeah,
Not the entire mainstream media.
No, I think what it is in all of this is that the base has always hated the media. It's just that the politicians, they need the media. I mean, this is another like fakery out of all of this, is that the idea that the Republicans hate the media. Like, nobody craves media attention more than Republicans.
For sure.
Specifically mainstream media. There are some good ones out there who actually understand that the news is bad and like don't want to give them access. But in reality, like, as much as they say they hate it, like, they want to be on CNN, bro. They like it. You know, they want to go on Fox. They I don't know.
So speaking of the politician stuff, so Matt Gaetz? That's something I can't like wrap my head around. He got appointed. That's his name.
Attorney General. That's
Attorney
right.
General.
Yeah, he's nominated to be the Attorney General.
And what the big thing about him is that he might have trafficked kids.
So, man,
That's a weird
the
one.
details are very strange. So, and to be fair, the DOJ did drop their case against him.
Exactly.
So they investigated it and they leaked a lot of the details. So he was never convicted or even prosecuted. Of any of this. And there genuinely was some weird. I'd have to go back and look at the details, but somebody was trying to blackmail him for like $25 million, and that's how some of this stuff came out. But like empirically, he was definitely like hooking up with like very young girls and like hanging out with sketchy people and getting blackout drunk, like all while he was a congressman.
Yeah.
So the detail, as I understand it, 2021 to now, there's been a 3-year investigation in the House Ethics Committee about Gaetz and his behavior that was instigated by an attorney who filed a complaint claiming to represent an underage girl who says that she slept with Matt Gaetz whenever she was underage. Now, obviously, though, she may claim that, but as I understand it, the feds did investigate at least some of these claims, and of course, they haven't brought charges.
Sure.
So the report itself was due to be released, I think tomorrow, actually, from the day that we are taping. And that report now will not be released because what happened is that Gaetz got nominated to be the Attorney General, and he resigned as a House of Representatives. So the House Ethics Committee, 2 days later of his nomination, was supposed to release that, but they will no longer release the report because he's no longer a sitting member of Congress, considering his resignation. So there's some background.
That's kind of sketchy, yeah.
Look, I mean, his behavior has also made it a little weird in terms of, first of all, just what he admitted to is wild.
Also,
right, yeah.
why would he be appointed though? It almost seems like he'd have perhaps dirt on DJT.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's a dirt thing. Dude, Gaetz is just he's one of his biggest.
He's one of his bros.
No, not bros. He's one of his biggest defenders on television. He's one of those people who like anything goes, like he's all in. I mean, look,
it seems tactical. I'm saying they abandon Congress, have a higher job 2 days before potentially the shoe drops.
You could read that into that if you want.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, but at the same time, like, why would Trump go along with that scheme then, right? Like, because for this, Trump would have to be like, okay, Matt, I'll bail you out. But
well, that's what I'm saying. That's hence the dirt. I don't know. I'm just wildly speculating. I'm trying to figure out why appoint somebody with such a sketchy record.
Oh, I mean, I think that the case is simple. Gaetz is a true believer. That's what it is. He's been all in for Trump for 8 years. He was his biggest defender on television. Mm-hmm. Trump loves him. He always goes on Fox, and Matt Gaetz is always like, I'm all in for Trump. To be fair, Gaetz is an interesting guy. Like, from my perspective, he has generally been anti-war. Like, he's been sponsored a lot of stuff with progressive Democrats about trying to end forever wars. Okay. He's somebody who wanted to pardon Edward Snowden. He opposed the Julian Assange stuff. You'll like this. He's very pro-weed. He's one of the most pro-marijuana members of Congress.
I don't care about weed anymore. I like mushrooms.
Okay. But well, we're coming for that next. But he's actually quite libertarian is the way. He's pro-Bitcoin, you know. And he's been a heterodox guy for a while. So I'm not that, worried about. People hate Matt Gaetz because, I mean, look, he's kind of an asshole, like, media-wise.
For sure.
He's got a reputation about town, and he likes to come in and he likes to mouth off. Can we put it that way?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? He's got a bad, like, the Republicans hate him because he's the one who mounted that coup against Kevin McCarthy and got Kevin McCarthy kicked out. So a lot of the establishment types hate him, but Trump loves him because he's loyal, and he wants him to, like, root out a lot of the people who are in the Department of Justice who he would see as, like, deep state or enemies or whatever.
For sure.
And I honestly think Gaetz would do that, but I mean, it is crazy because AG is like a real dude. You're the chief legal officer of the United States. Like, you have to determine the legality of president's actions. You direct the Department of Justice and the FBI, like, what type of cases we're going to prosecute or not. Like, you make the call on some, like, really big decisions. Like, You have to write the legal justification sometimes for what the president is doing, work with the White House counsel's office. I mean, it is a real no shit job. Like, it's a real job.
I'm glad you said that because that was my next
I
question.
had to go look it up.
Attorney General?
I had to go look it up because I was like, yo, does he even have a law degree? But he does. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know if he's a lawyer, you know?
That's fucking wild. So it is we're about to enter, like, you know, what's the Senate and the House are Republican now.
Yes, the
They'll
Senate and
get
the House are
2
Republican.
Supreme Court picks, most likely.
Yeah, Alito and Clarence Thomas. That's
Yeah.
right. They'll probably resign. Although Sonia Sotomayor, one of the Democrats, she's 70, but she does have type 1 diabetes. And Democrats tried to get her to resign because they were like, hey, you need to go so that Biden can
switch
appoint
you out.
somebody. But she pulled an RBG and she's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, because they
Crazy.
wanted one.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're going to enter into like a, what's up?
Can you believe that she did that? These people are such narcissists. She's
I can totally believe
so
that she did that.
believes in power and like not even being part. I mean, I don't really care, but it's more from a liberal perspective. It's like, if you think this is fascism and the end of democracy, like, bitch, then resign. Like, what
exactly.
are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
You're literally type 1 diabetic, 7 years old, and you're obese. Like, what do you think's going to happen? Look at a fucking actuarial table. Like,
Dude, it is sad though if you think about like even like what happened to Biden. It's like being that old and being driven by kind of like the power drive until like your brain just falls apart. It's pretty fucking terrible.
I mean, I say it's sad, but it's also like pathetic and deeply egomaniacal and narcissistic. And that, at the end of the day, you know, that's what it takes to be a politician. Like, that's the truth. He, by the way, has been the same his entire life. So I talked about this book yesterday with Friedman called What It Takes. It was written in 1988. It's about the 1988 presidential campaign. That's where Biden had that plagiarism scandal. He's been an egomaniacal narcissist, chip on his shoulder guy for his entire life. So, you know, what they say about when you get old is it just makes you more of what you already are. Like, you're just more, if you're already an arrogant fuck, like, you're just going to be more of an arrogant fuck when you're old. Like, that's
so sad, man.
It's true. Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That was my overarching point with religion. It's like I feel like as a society, we need a vehicle for self-transcendence so that you don't become a just 80-year-old walking around demented, like trying to lead the country.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's like genuinely like self-idolatry. He's like, I am the one. I will stop Donald Trump. I'm the most important figure. Nothing is bigger than me. It's pure narcissism, and he's chiefly responsible for being a terrible president, but also for the loss of the Democratic Party. It really, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
if I were them, I would be freaking out. I would be so furious. I mean, nobody has fucked their party more than Biden since George W. Bush and his handling of the Iraq War.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think the future of the Democratic Party is going to look? Because I thought the same thing. Like, dude, if they don't I think they're going to need an outsider. They're going to need a Democrat.
Yeah,
Trump.
that was my prediction. Not necessarily Democratic Trump, but if we're in an era, so for example, like Obama, like rose from the ashes, right? Because he was a no-name senator. He gave it a great speech in 2004, big fucking deal. Okay.
Yeah.
But then he came out of nowhere. He had anti-war credentials, and Harry Reid is actually the one who was like, "You should run for president." He's like, "You're not a good senator." He's like, "You don't like it here." He's like, "Get out of here. Go run for president." He's the first person who put that in Obama's mind. But with the rest of them, like if we look in the past, Bill Clinton also came out of nowhere in 92.
Right.
We had 12 years of Republican rule,
Yeah.
1980
Was
to
it Reagan,
1992. It was Reagan and it was Bush. And Clinton, I mean, he was a no-name governor from Arkansas, but he created this thing, the Democratic Leadership Committee, which like basically moved the Democratic Party much more to the right and made it more of like a neoliberal thing. And that's how he was able to win like a major victory in 92. So somebody will come. I think that person needs to come from the ashes, though. I think anybody tainted by the stain of like wokeism from the 2010s and the Great Awakening onward, on top of like the Biden and all the trans shit and all this, plus this whole last decade has been a nightmare, right?
It collapsed in on itself,
and it collapsed in and of itself. So anybody really tainted by that at the national political level, they're gonna have a tough time, in my opinion. That's why, even though I think Gavin Newsom's very talented, and I think that Josh Shapiro, Gretchen Whitmer, Pete Buttigieg, and all these other people, I think that they like to believe that they could overcome it, and maybe, right? Like Trump could fuck everything up and he could be a nightmare, right? In terms of his popularity, and it'd be easy to beat him. Anybody could. But if he doesn't, and if he governs even reasonably well, 40-50% approval rating, you're going to need somebody with like real political entrepreneurship and skills to be able to rise out of that.
Yeah, and the Republican side has a kind of like I feel like a deeper roster. They could tap that are also like RFK. He can like talk. He's not like like a total robot.
Well, he's
of
not a
politician.
Republican, right? So he's whatever
independent,
he is.
yeah.
He's an independent. He's endorsed Trump. Yes, although I don't think RFK will ever run again.
I don't think he will.
This is it for
I don't
him.
think he will.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they seem to have like a Tulsi Gabbard. Like they have like a
Right.
deeper roster of people. Maybe that's just me because I'm biased. But it's like
Maybe.
I don't know if anyone like like you're saying like these like Newsom, Buttigieg is like. I really think they need a new person.
Absolutely,
entirely.
you need somebody who is totally untainted by the system, and that's real. That's what Obama was. That's what Bill Clinton was.
Yeah.
I mean, the appetite for. Although I will say, the appetite. The thing is about the Democratic base is now it's rich white people, and the thing is about rich white people is they don't really give a shit about a lot of stuff. They just want to win. Like I'm serious. Like they are just like we want to win. They're like, oh, you need to say what? Okay, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like say it. Just
Yeah.
win. So it is a little different this time because this time around, as whatever narrative they're sold about what will beat Trump, that's who they're going to nominate.
Yeah.
That's why they nominated Biden. They didn't care what he stood for.
I know.
They were like, we need Trump out of here.
Yeah.
It was
like,
that's what it's going to be like.
bring out the dancing black ladies. They're
Yeah,
like, they
they'll
threw
do anything.
They threw
Yeah.
everything. They were like
my God.
Beyonce, Cardi.
So were you as shocked as I was that they get paid? I had no idea that
I
these
knew they got
celebrities
paid.
I had no idea.
I didn't know-
I was so naive. I thought celebrities just did it because they supported them.
If they didn't get paid, it's because they're at the Diddy parties. So like you better show my W-2.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just so weird to be like
$1
we're gonna
million
have
to Oprah. $1 million.
$1 million, dude.
She's a billionaire. What the fuck do you need $1 million for? What are we doing?
I mean, it's a nice little treat, though.
Yeah, sure, but
We'll give you a
but
mill.
It's like,
She's like,
don't
all right.
you already support Kamala? Like, just do it, you know. And that's the thing is, I don't think they're getting paid to say something that they don't already believe. But if you already believe it, just do it for free. Like, why would you? Like,
I don't
what?
think they believe it. You can't.
Maybe you're right,
You
bro. I
can't
don't
guarantee.
know.
Like, there's no way. There's no like. You know, again, it's like Republicans. I'm not like a big Republican guy, but I really like zoom in on like the liberal Democrat, like the modern liberal Democrat type. It's like I don't really see a coherent vision at all. It's too bought in on the postmodernism, which is in itself is self-contradictory and
Yes.
goes nowhere.
Definitely.
So that's kind of what happened to them. They like it was their like Trump was the right's energizer battery pack. Theirs was like the postmodern racial power versus worldview.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And it just literally collapses in on itself and it contradicts itself. Like, there's no hierarchies. It's like, well, who do you prefer, Trump or Biden? Well, there are hierarchies, all that bullshit. But it's like they're gonna have. If I were a Democrat like leading the campaign, an outsider candidate, and I would come by and be like, if you're a Trump supporter, I still love you, man. That's all they have to. That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do. Like, bro, I
made
love
the
you.
whole dictator fascist playbook that they ran this time. That was very stupid, that they did. So I don't know how they're going to do it, man. I really don't. I have confidence that they will figure it out just because people are too triumphalist, as in, I know I was talking about the 2008 Obama wins, right? They're like, we will never lose an election again. James Carville literally wrote a book called 40 More Years about how the Democrats will be in power forever. Demographics are destiny. It's over. It's a white party. And now Donald Trump has won 2 out of the last 3 presidential elections. The last one, he won the popular vote and he won Latino men. He basically completed a racial realignment of U.S. politics.
It's insane.
Imagine going back, to 2008 and telling me that. That was only 16 years ago, man. It wasn't that long ago.
And Obama lost his juice when they trotted him
he
out to be
was
like, go yell
cooked.
at young black guys. And
Right.
dude, it just is like, man.
It's like you sneering, just like that's the thing. I have Obama derangement syndrome. Like I hate Obama, and like not for the reasons that like white boomers hate him. We're like he's destroying this country.
I was working construction when he got elected, and it was a somber day for the
the boomers,
white, like boomer age white guys. They'd come into work and be like, they were just mad he was a black guy.
Yeah.
That was it. It were just they came in and they were going. They were it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think there's something very sinister about wrapping yourself in that like cultural identity and
I
like
call him the Instagram president. He's this fucking, he's just this cultural elite. He's everything that he supposedly stood against. And
I know.
the way that he governed, he came and he was supposed to end the Iraq war and the financial crisis he was supposed to solve. He fucked both of those up. We had a horrible economic depression for that, the entire period. I mean, look at it. If you want to look at the wealth inequality, the explosion, the lack of wage growth, that all happened under Obama. He got lucky that Mitt Romney ran against him. All the ingredients to be able to beat him were there. Romney just ran a terrible campaign. And then immigration in 2014, he overinterprets his mandate and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to do whatever I want on immigration. And he goes all in and he does DACA. And honestly, that is responsible for Donald Trump because what he did is he both polarized the liberal base on the issue of immigration, which was amnesty first, maybe border security sometime in the future. But he also energized the Republicans who were like, oh my God, when they have power, they're going to mass legalize literally millions of illegal immigrants. And that it leads to the 2014 executive order leads directly 1 year later, Trump comes down the escalator and says, no, we're going to build a wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. So there are direct consequences for these actions. And immigration is the number one reason, in my opinion, why Donald Trump was elected. Like, there's no question even.
What do you think about the population collapse that's going to come when all like the boomers go? And
I think
less
that's
kids?
fake.
You
That's
don't think
cope.
you
Yeah, I
don't think
think
we're going to
it's
have to be just importing people?
No. And I think that's a very convenient explanation. I mean, look, at a certain point too,
if the numbers dip, how's it not real?
No, what I'm saying is that the idea that first of all that we're gonna have population collapse and we're like Japan is just like not true. But there's first of all, but the second is there's this presumption that the only way to do it is to import like basically like second class citizens from South America.
Did you ever read The Next 100 Years by George Friedman?
I have not read that book. I think I'm familiar with the thesis.
That's his big thing. Yeah,
right. So I mean, this is a very popular way that people justify like mass migration. First of all, like there's another way, which is you could try both economic and social incentives to change the picture. But the other thing is there's something like really sick about this idea that the only way to like that the birth rate itself is the only thing that matters and not like what the actual makeup of the United States is. And all the secondary and the secondary tertiary effects of what mass illegal immigration like does to the U.S. economy, to U.S. society. It makes a mockery of like U.S. law. And like the entire way our immigration system works is just totally fucked up. Like people don't understand. Like our immigration system is totally unique in the Western world. The entire rest of the Western world has basically merit-based immigration. We are the only country still left on family-based chain migration. So what that means is that, so I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And so, because I was born here in Bryan, Texas, but the way it would have worked is my parents who emigrated here, their family members have a preference in the U.S. immigration system if they were able to sponsor someone to come to America. It doesn't matter whether those family members are they college educated? Like, who are these people, right? Like, do you have a degree? Like, what's your job? Like, are you able to support yourself? That makes sense. If you migrate to Australia, they're like, they have a points-based immigration system. So they're like, a college degree, cool. Oh, you speak English? Much higher up at the list. For sure. Right? That's how it should work. It should be merit-based. It should be based upon, are you going to benefit the America? Now, people get very squirrely about this because it is contrary to the way that what I talked about earlier, the 1800s mass immigration.
Yeah, that was my mom's dad. Over.
But
it was the 1900s. Sorry.
Right, but here's a good quote that I heard: "We don't make immigration policy for our grandparents; we do it for our grandchildren." Just because in the 1800s, we had what? Industrial Revolution. We needed a shit ton of basically just like bodies to sit there. And, shovel. You can swing a shovel? Cool. You're fucking Slovenian? Who cares? Whatever. But that's not how the U.S. economy works.
Yeah.
Like, the U.S. economy is a service-based economy. Our manufacturing jobs are high-tech manufacturing. Like, you need to be able to speak English to function in America. 12 million people illegally entered this country in the last 4 years. The 27% of them don't have a high school diploma in Spanish, by the way, so they're barely literate in Spanish. 20-something% of them have barely completed a high school education by Latin American standards or wherever they came from, and then only a small portion are actually college educated. So look, be real. Look at the stats. What is that going to cost the United States? Are they bad people? Absolutely not.
For sure.
But it makes a mockery of this idea of, first of all, of just order, like in terms of being able to just come here, no matter who you are, you can just raise your hand and fake say, I fear for my life.
Yeah.
You're an economic migrant. Let's all be honest. And if you interview these people, they'll tell you the same. They're like, I came here for a job. I don't begrudge you. That's fine. But the point is that you can't allow that system to be in place where basically the cost of the bill of all of this is going to come down to us. So we need to dramatically shift to an actual merit-based immigration system. That's number one. But two, what we really need to do is also consider, after that period of massive immigration, of European migration, we had social chaos in this country. We actually were becoming like ethnic. There was a whole war over this. Teddy Roosevelt gave a famous speech. There is no we're done with hyphenated America. And hyphenated me like I'm a Slovenian American. He was like, no, we're all Americans. We need to be done with hyphenation. And that led to a complete shutdown, basically, of U.S. immigration from the 1920s up until the Immigration Naturalization Act of 1965. That immigration moratorium actually allowed for assimilation, where the term white became popular because it's like, as you know, if you read a book, ask white Protestants, were Irish people white in
Yeah,
1920? Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, they're like Lithuanian. They're like, you're Lithuanian. You're not white. Okay.
Yeah.
That was bad. Just so
Yeah.
we're all aware. That was bad.
Yeah.
And so the change in that, we need to go through that again. Like, we need to completely change the way that our foreign-born population has never been as high than previous from the late 1900s, right around when we had the same immigration moratorium. We're signing up for the same levels of problems where our heterogeneous population is just way too removed from each other. We don't have a common civic understanding or any of this. And the truth is that if you just keep importing 1 million people per year, and then the vast majority of them are illegal, no disorderly process, like, dude, this just breaks the civic foundation of the country. Like, it's just not going to work. And I say this as somebody whose parents came from India. Like, but that's my point is I'm here now. I'm a citizen. Like, I have to care about my children, my grandchildren.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
country are they going to grow up in?
Yeah, and it's also
Yeah.
it's like, so it is kind of a bullshit thing to be like, well, since your parents came, you have to decide. It's like,
So
I can
what?
change my fucking mind.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, they left the third world so I could live in the first world and I can make up my own mind. It's
amazing.
The best part of coming to America and to the West, anybody who is from like a Western or a non-Western country will know this. In non-Western countries, you're kind of like told what to do. There's a path, and there's a rigid class system, and there's like, this is how we live our life. And like, that's the best part about coming here, man. You can do whatever you want. You
There's
can
no
say
social
whatever
mobility,
you want. The social mobility here is better than anywhere else in the entire world,
dude. And that was the problem. I went to school for social work. Like when I got my graduate degree in social work, and you were like, if you brought up social mobility, the teachers would be like, that's a myth.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
I was literally
absolutely
like, no, it's not. They're like, that's a myth.
Does
That
wealth
doesn't
give you
exist.
privilege? Absolutely. But actually, I think I read that people who are born in the upper quintile, if you look at the across generations, after like 3 generations, their kids are usually back down.
Shirt
to
sleeves
number
to shirt
3.
sleeves.
Yeah,
That's what
shirt
they
sleeves to
say.
shirt
3
sleeves. Yeah,
generations,
exactly.
It does have
Yeah.
extreme money has a degenerative effect.
Oh,
It like it's obviously it's incredible, bounty to be born with a ton of money, but dude, it like kind of warps people big time.
One of my favorite books is The Fall of the House of Vanderbilt, and it's exactly about this. And it's
Really?
basically, I think 100 years after Cornelius Vanderbilt died, his generations, not a single one of them was a millionaire, not one. And the first Vanderbilt after Cornelius Vanderbilt to make anything of himself was one of the only Vanderbilts not to be born with money. His name is Anderson Cooper. He is
What?
the first Vanderbilt, member of the Vanderbilt family, to not be born with money. The first one who was broke, who made anything out of himself.
What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Anderson Cooper is the first successful Vanderbilt in like 200 years.
Since Cornelius.
Since Cornelius, the Commodore. I've
heard he's a Vanderbilt, but it's always like he's a CIA.
Yeah, his
blah, blah,
mother
blah.
was Gloria Vanderbilt. Yeah. And
Whoa.
yeah, I mean, and you read their stories, the money just destroyed them. It destroyed their family.
Yeah.
All of them just became like degenerate dilettantes who became, they were addicted to alcohol and drugs, and they would blow it on these gigantic houses. And, they got caught up in the British rat race, and they all became dollar princess. I love the term dollar
What's a dollar
princess.
princess?
A dollar princess is in the 1800s, American industrialists were filthy rich. And the way to have social mobility is they were like, we need to get our daughters married to English lords. But the English lords were broke. And so they were like, oh, we'll marry your kids. So Winston Churchill's mother, she was a dollar princess, Jenny Churchill. They hit the Duke of Marlborough. I forget exactly what his name. It was another Churchill. I think it was Randolph Churchill. He married one of Cornelius Vanderbilt's, I think either granddaughter or great granddaughter. Same thing. He bailed him out, so he literally he could rebuild his house. And after they got married, he was like, "By the way, I don't give a shit about you at all." He's like, "I literally don't care."
Yeah, do whatever
He's
you
like,
want.
"I married you for your money." He's like, "I'm just gonna go do whatever I want to do. Like I'm just gonna
Damn.
go live my life." Yeah,
That's kind of that's
no, it's
crazy.
horrible. It's horrible. Her life ended up. It was a nightmare, unfortunately for her.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's also very rigid. I know if you have generational wealth, it's like you can get cut out of the will, then you're fucked. 'cause
Yes,
you're
there's stuff
accustomed
like
to
there's
it.
all of that, and then you have that house, the Biltmore, down in North Carolina, the largest house literally ever built in the United States. It was built by a Vanderbilt. It's just you read about them like this guy would have like 7 marriages in the course of his life.
Dude,
And,
I did work in Arlen Specter's estate. He was dead, and it was I think
the
one of
senator
the
from Pennsylvania.
yes,
Yeah.
I painted his house.
Really?
Me and my friend helped paint his
Did you
house.
ever ask him about JFK?
Huh?
About JFK?
They were
Did you ever
dead. He
ask
was
him?
dead. I should have
Oh.
asked him, but that's why I think he got a nice little estate.
Yeah.
But the dude, it was it was just like his surviving family members, and it was for real like sad, man. Like we were in there, like using oil primer, and like the lady came in and was just like, "This smells." We're like, "Yeah, we had a it's fucking
Right.
oil paint." And she's like, "Well, I have a party coming in." We're like,
You should have told us
okay.
that. Yeah.
And dude, she started spraying, just walking around as if you were like an inanimate. She would just spray perfume in the room, and if you were standing there, she would just go like right in your face.
Jeez.
My mom was a maid for the DuPonts, and she said it was the same thing. She was a maid at the house of the guy who was like it became like a psycho killer wrestler guy.
Wow.
She was down there, and she said it was like, she was like, I remember it being like, it was a very sad, it was just like a sad vibe in the house.
I mean, after 100 years, basically destroyed them all.
Yeah.
And it is very sad because most of them, the burden of, and it's not just them. I read another book about the Astor family. I mean, John Jacob Astor was like one of the first like real millionaires in the United States. He was a slumlord in Manhattan. He was like this Dutch slumlord. He was like, hey, he's like, how many of you immigrants can I charge $20 today? And his family, like they become these titans of society and all of that. And one of his great grandson, I think, died on Titanic. He was the richest man on the Titanic, and he died on Titanic. His 19-year-old wife, who had just impregnated, she got off. She had a baby. He became the Titanic baby. Because he was literally in his mother's womb whenever she was saved off of the Titanic. But basically after him, and he was, by the way, ended up being like some degenerate playboy. You know, it's just like it didn't really live up to it. So.
That is the funny thing. You can achieve. It is very funny though to be like, you can achieve at the highest level. Just so your grandson can just like crash a boat while he's like coked up.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
one day
it happens
just
all
blow
of them.
up on a river.
The Rockefellers, John D. Rock. He was kind of a psycho, actually.
Yeah,
but his son actually was relatively successful. He seemed like a good guy. His son's Nelson Rockefeller. He was the vice presidential nominee for the Republicans, governor of New York. But after that, things start to drift off, and now we're in the fifth and the sixth generation. You're like, who? It happened to the Kennedy family, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the longer you go down the Kennedy family, you're like, is there anybody impressive in the?
Yeah.
I saw JFK's grandson going around the DNC when I was there, like filming TikToks and stuff, and I was like, bro,
That's the
like
kiss of
fucking
death.
John F. Kennedy's grandson.
I know.
I want to shake him. I'm like, live up to your goddamn father, your grandfather.
That's got to be a crazy family to be a part of.
Oh yeah, I just want to be like, if your great grandfather, the patriarch, could see you, he'd be sick. If like we're looking around,
just fucking
dancing. Yeah, he's like taking selfies and be like, hey guys, like it's like you suck, dude.
Just
Yeah,
Lady Gaga, like
yeah, I was like, dude, this guy blows. He's a dandy.
it is absolute dandy behavior.
Yeah.
It just does suck because it's like you want to do well, but it's like if you kind of like if you just try to go for the absolute top,
Yeah.
it does like if without a vision of some sort, you just end up just kind of like.
I think that anybody who comes into even like a modest amount of money, like you probably need to do some serious thinking.
You do.
You really need to be like, okay, like what is my life going to look like?
Look,
Children. Like,
this is why
how does
people
this
need to
work?
sell a lot of weed when they're 20.
Oh, really?
I did this. I had the hero's journey. I came
Yeah.
into like I would make like $4,000 a week and just be like,
Holy shit.
dude, I was killing it. Well,
4,000
not-
times.
I lost
you were
all of it. I lost all of it.
4,000 times 52 is how much? That's 200 something thousand dollars.
As like a
That's lot of money.
25-year-old dude, and I got to like
And that's all
the,
cat. You're not even paying taxes. Yeah.
I
It's
pay
like-
taxes. No,
Oh,
you get the ego inflation, and then like I got the rug swept out from under me. So that was one of the best experiences of my life to
Good.
lose to get like the ego pump, and then to have it just ripped away from you. Because otherwise, yeah, dude, if you catch that like it gives you the thing like when things are going well, I have an understanding like
Yeah, you
they,
think you're a boss.
they can definitely not go well very quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Also, I would just say I've met a lot of people who are like super wealthy, and all of them are pretty weird. Like
Yes.
every person I know, every person I've ever met with 100 million more net worth, I'm like, dude, you're a weirdo.
Well, you
Like,
can't
yeah, it's
connect
like
with
every
anybody.
time-
You can't
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
like if you even broach certain subjects,
Right.
80% of people are going to be like, "Pfft,
You want to know funny? I was
Must be
talking to a
fucking
guy,
nice.
and I was like, yeah, when you're in an airport, and he's like, oh, I haven't been in an airport in 20 years, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, man.
I was like, oh, because you fly private. I was like, I've never even been on a private plane. And I was like, that's a crazy. It was just so casual. He's like, I
Yes.
haven't been in an airport in 20 years.
I know."
I was like, whoa. Yeah,
Like,
it's just like,
okay.
what a life. Yeah. Like, what does that even look like?
Yeah, dude. I was talking to somebody one time excited about like flying first class, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, my kids have never not flown private." And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"I didn't
that's-
even think about that." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, but that probably really fucks them up. I mean, what are they going to do then whenever they have to fly economy?
Either they'll be stoked. Oh, here's the thing. I remember
Yeah.
I grew up in like a upper middle class suburb, so
Mm.
like I moved to West Philly, and I was in the hood, and I was like, this is so cool. And then so maybe they'll just be on an airplane and be like, wow.
Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you're, what is it, like C on Southwest, and you're like trying to go for the middle seat or whatever, and you're like, my life sucks.
Yeah, true. That's
And
that
I'm
would
talking
be-
about plane. And now I'm talking about, you know this, you're Northeast guy. Megabus, like when you're taking like a midnight megabus to New York City to take the cheapest one. And you're like, well, I'll take a bag. And when I get there, like change in a bathroom and put a
Megabus
new
was
shirt
nice.
on.
Megabus.
Yeah.
We did there was a Chinatown.
Oh, the
bus.
Chinatown. I know the Chinatown
Chinatown
bus. Yeah, I know what
just
that
a
one.
pregnant lady driving it. And you're like, what the fuck? But dude, yeah, it's
Stomachs up against the steering wheel.
yeah, for real, dude. There was for real a pregnant lady driving it before.
People,
But
drug addicts are like freaking out in the back. And someone's like, hey, can y'all keep it down back there? I'd be like, shut your goddamn mouth. Yeah.
that is true. It is. It does kind of set the bar too high, and then
Oh,
it's like
absolutely.
all you can ever do is be disappointed in life, or like again, I did eventually become very disillusioned with life in the hood. I was like, this is sad. I was like, this is so
sad, bro.
It's so, dude. It's
Yeah.
for real so sad.
Yeah, because the systems are like designed to just keep everybody down. And
Dude.
I mean, look, they have individual responsibility for sure, but like also the way the entire thing is designed,
sure.
it's like they keep it contained. Nobody cares. Everyone just wants to pretend like it's over there. And
It's
it
dude.
is
It's
what
for real. Like
yeah.
it's like I remember I bought a house in West Philly with my brother when I was like 21. It was like
Wow.
the house was $27,000. I lived in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
fucking
that's
awesome.
actually
But
cool.
the
Did you hang on to it? Did you sell it?
we sold it and then
Oh,
it got
yeah.
knocked down to me. It was structurally, it had a tree growing through the basement.
Yeah,
It was bad. But but I remember like going into like my neighbor's house and they were like, it's funny because when you live there, like there are a lot of like when you grow up, like I grew up, my parents watching Fox News. It's just the news being like, black guys are up to no good again. And it's like, so you get this like skewed picture. And then you meet the individuals and you're like, damn, these are like some of the nicest
they're
people. Then
great
there's people like just doing monstrous behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like the first time I walked into somebody's like my neighbor's house, it's like visually jarring because it's like everything's just fucked up. Like there's no symmetry. Everything's built fucked up, and it's like I remember like being there's just like bugs
Yeah,
and just being like, fuck, dude, that's like, it was like just crazy.
I know.
But then it's like that's why you have to do good. It's like the brutal reality behind all of like the let's save everyone political messaging. It's like, dude, you have to bail yourself out at the end of the day. You just have to. It's sad. It's not fair.
Yeah, I look at
but
it
you have to do
two
it.
ways. As in, we have to, of course, like design and move systems to create like a quality of opportunity, but you also have to have a responsibility given the circumstances. For example, like, I don't know, any money, anything that you're working with, I'll often be like, what a bullshit. For example, and you guys probably have this too. Crystal and I co-own our shows. We're small business owners too. And we have to deal with all the small bit and all of the paperwork and all the fucking accounting and all the shit behind it is mind numbing. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's genuinely not fair because these major corporations and all these other people get all of these crazy tax breaks. And we're sitting here trying to figure this stuff out and it sucks all of our time and it's super stressful. And I could just be like, oh, it's not fair. And it's actually not fair. The people who are small business owners, you get fucked. Like that's the reality.
Yeah.
But you just have to do it, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to spend 10 hours of my goddamn time learning the ins and outs of all of this to make sure I'm not getting ripped off when my account
Why don't you
says
just
this
pay an
and
account?
this.
Oh, you double check the
Dude,
account.
you got to double check,
You do,
man.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
look,
true.
I'm like you, Patreon and all this. I want to be a good steward of other people's money. Like I don't
True.
want to be pissing people's
Pissing
money
it away.
away.
That makes
it's not
sense. That makes
nice.
sense,
You can't
yeah.
do that to people.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, it's a serious responsibility when you're like, hey, pay me $10 a month. Like, it's not a fucking joke. Dude.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, you have to become a steward of that money for real.
well, hold on,
Like,
man. If you want to
like-
give their money, man, that's
yeah.
But no, I agree. You got to give
Yeah.
them something. You got to do something. You can't
Yes,
just
you
piss
work,
it away.
You're working for them, and you can't just, and it's also money. It's like, look, I grew up Indian, so we're fun. We money, it means something. You're taught from a very young age.
Dude,
It's like, and I don't care how much money you have. Like $100 will always be $100 to me. I
For
know
sure.
exactly what that
100
buys,
bucks.
and I know what it means
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what it does, and like
It's still, it's
yeah.
funny because it's in
Yeah.
where I'm from in Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania. There's been like a massive influx of the Indian population. Everyone I know, like people have like landscaping companies. They're like, bro, they're like just haggling on the fucking lawn. He's like, their lawns are this fucking high.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I'm not paying it. It's like my cousin's like, bro, they haggle me to fucking death. It's really
Good.
funny.
Yeah, fuck him.
But yeah.
All right? yeah.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
But dude, it is Yeah, it is. Like it's one of those things. I feel like India. It's like they were out of the race conversation for a long time.
Of course we are. Yeah, we're the inconvenient minority. Because
Yeah.
Asians in general are completely invisibilized by U.S. racial discourse.
Big time.
I mean, look,
But you guys are killing it, dude.
Yeah, we're the
Just
richest
sick.
people in America.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, I'll say this: it's not really fair because Indians in America are like so-called like the twice selected elite, and so
Why do they say that?
because India is 1 billion people. Okay.
Okay.
But the caste system where Brahmins, which is the top caste,
Oh, I know.
those people. Oh yeah, so you do know. Brahmins, 40%. I think it's only like 1 or 2% of India. My math could be wrong. Sorry,
Yeah.
Indians. But 40%. So 1 or 2% of India, but 40% of Indian Americans are Brahmins. So that means 40% of the people here are part of the top 1 to 2% already of the Indian caste system.
Really?
Yeah, because they're doctors, engineers, lawyers, people who are highly educated. So part of Brahmin culture. That's where I come from too, by the way.
Okay,
cards on
come
the
from
table.
Brahmin.
But I'm saying our family has generations.
That makes sense. You wouldn't be able to get the
of revering like education, family. We don't drink alcohol. We're like, this is how we live our life. Like our life is about family. It's about furthering the next generation. Individualism really as a concept is like not part of that. And that's actually why I think it meshes really well with America is America will drag you to individualism. America will drag you to a little bit of consumerism, a little bit of like, you can be whoever you want to be. But the backstop that you have is like, no. This is not what we do. Like money, we don't spend it on stupid shit. When we have money, we spend it on books, on education. So my upbringing was like, the budget is limitless for anything educational. The budget is like 0 for anything stupid.
For fucking around, yeah.
And no offense, white people, but I have noticed you have proclivities for new cars and for nice sneakers.
Check my ride, bro. Check.
And nice kitchens, and so I'll be like, so your kid's got
kitchen's pretty nice.
$25,000 in debt, and you've got a new fucking kitchen. Interesting. In our culture, that shit does not fly.
Yeah.
But that's why I would say Indians are very successful in America because it's like we're both obviously highly educated. That's number one. But 2, I really think the culture is a huge aspect of it. The way that you revere money, you think about family. There are no Indian parents out there who have the money who are not paying for their child's college education. It would never happen. And in white families, there's this weird hyper into like they got this like boomer mentality of like they've got to figure it out. Because back in my day, I'm like, well, have you looked at inflation? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
And they're like, well, they'll get it when I die. And I'm like, yeah, but it's actually way more useful to help your child out when you're 18, 19 to 25. Those are the foundational years of your life. So it's a mindset difference. That's
that was the
another
one.
thing.
No, dude, I appreciate you saying that. That was the one thing my parents were actually really good about is like, don't go into debt if you ever avoid it at all costs, and also keep a low profile. Like don't try to. My dad does spaz. He has like phases where he has like 57 bicycles in his basement. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But they were very. And now my parents weren't like educated really. They went to high school and they got out and that was it. But they were very like that was the one thing I think that's the thing I'm going to copy off of them. They like sent us to like an all boys Catholic high school, paid for our college, and it's like. That's the one thing with my kids. It's like I'm looking for schools for my daughter right now, and it's like I was telling my wife, I'm like, because her mom's big on. A lot of people I know are like the public school is just as good, and it's like, I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. It's like
I'm assuming you live in a nice area. It probably
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, then
a lot of Indians.
I think you're probably fine then, man.
But that
I went to public school. Yeah.
The public schools around me it's newly nice, so the public schools are. But it's like you compare it to a private school. And it's like, I mean, you've done well for public
I'll give
school.
you 2 cases. I'll give you the case for
it's
and
just
against.
My point is, sorry, before I cut you off, my point is if you can afford it, you should spend money on your kids' education.
Oh, definitely.
That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And so in that case, it's interesting, but more what I meant in terms of that is sometimes people will be like, I don't know, like I knew a girl who wanted to take a graduate test, like study for the GRE, and she was like, oh, my parents won't pay for my GRE test, thing, but they have the money to pay for it.
That's
but they're
crazy,
like, you have to work to go for your GRE test prep. I'm like, what? Like, I was like, who are your parents? Like what?
That's so ruthless.
Yeah. In my head, I'm like, that doesn't even fly. Like, it's just, but if I was like, hey, Dad, so if I was like, Dad, I need $5,000 for a GRE prep course, and I was like 23 or whatever, he'd be like, absolutely. But if I was like, I need $5,000 to go hang out in Saint-Tropez, or what, it's like, he's like, what?
Get
like,
the fuck out of here.
No way.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that does make sense.
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
in a lot of the suburb like that I'm from, I've learned that many of the families are just debt. It's just like the whole
Yes,
thing
that's
runs on
true.
a
I'm glad you
giant
brought that
balloon
up.
of debt, and it's like kind of
Americans
terrifying.
are obsessed with debt. Americans are obsessed with consumerism, and I can't. My dad, when he was making good money, was rolling around in a 1988 Mazda with no air conditioning in 150 degrees.
It's such a beast
Texas,
move, though, dude.
with his windows rolled down, and he refused to get it. He eventually sold it for $1,000 after he put 200,000 miles on it. So it's like that's where I come from. It's like, do you need a new Raptor truck, Texas? Probably not. It's like these guys. No offense, but if you look at the average car payment, Texas is the highest average car payment in the nation because all of these idiots are rolling around in trucks. You don't need a brand new truck.
Trucks
you
are like
don't need
$80,000.
$80,000 Raptor. It's ridiculous. Like, sorry, you need a Toyota Camry, or a Hyundai, or like any of these other cars. They're great cars. They'll get you. So I am actually a big proponent of Dave Ramsey for the vast majority of people. I think Ramsey, what you were just saying. I think his like common sense approach. If 95% of people followed their life that way, they would be better off. He preaches like avoid debt. Don't use credit cards and all of this. I personally am a big credit card point fiend, but I pay it by
too.
balance and all this stuff. But here's the thing. I think what he gets at is what we were talking about with impulse control and all that. It's look at the stats. People can't control themselves. They're only paying the minimums. They're taking out 35, 40, 50% debt or whatever on their APR, HELOC loans and all this. He has taught me about financial products I didn't even know existed. I'm like, wait, so people out there are taking 2 mortgages and then another mortgage on top of that one? How do you sleep at night, bro?
Dude, it's insane.
Oh my God. I actually cannot imagine. So if for anybody out there who's listening, if you listen to Dave and you actually take, at the very least, like take some of the advice to heart. The number one thing is budget too. No matter how much money you make, you still need a budget. And the reason why is you just need to know where your money is going. And you need to be conscientious about every dollar that you spend. So like you were just saying, like you and your wife need to sit down and make a choice and be like, we're sending our kid to private school. That means this is our nut. We need X, Y, and Z amount per month. This is how it looks like. And we're saving, and this is what it looks like.
I have an open mind right now. I'm like, I've looked at like 4 schools and it's like I've noticed a huge difference between public, but it's like if I see a public school that works, I would go. I'm not like one or the other, but
so I went to both, so I can make the case.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky. So I grew up in College Station. I went to public school for the first 16 years of my life. My last years of high school, my parents, we moved to Qatar, and I got to go to a very fancy private school. It was part of the deal.
Like an international,
the American School of Doha, right?
Okay.
So I went from a school where probably the median income of the parent was like, let's say like $40,000 to a school where the median income of the parent was probably like $300,000.
Like an elite school.
It was an outrageously nice school, and we were flying for school trips. Like everybody there, their parents work for Exxon, and
dude, that was one of the
this.
schools we looked at. Like we're gonna send your 4th grader to France for a week. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no.
That's what my last years of high school were like.
That's
and I will
crazy,
tell you,
dude.
I definitely loved it. I loved it, but I would worry that if I had grown up in that environment, and anybody out there, if you've ever interacted with people who are in that bubble, there's a lot of downside to that, man. Like that's when you were talking about the first class thing. We went on a school trip once, and one of the kids had never flown economy before, and we were all flying economy together. He was like 17 years old.
Like, what the fuck
He
is
had
this?
never been in economy class. He'd only ever flown first, and frankly, he was a pampered little bitch. It's like, and the people like that, like there is something important, and I think about it too, where about the people that I grew up with. I didn't even love them that much, I'll be honest with you, but it was important. I got to interact with people from all across different walks of life. I think public education is very important, and I actually think at a young age too. I think in high school, I could make a really good case if you have the money to go to private school. If you look at the stats, private schools send the vast majority of their kids to Ivy League and to other schools, especially if that's what you want for your child. But K through middle school, it's not really about education.
Really
it's about
matter.
socialization.
Yeah.
And so for socialization purposes, I don't really want my children, just me personally, like to be growing up in a bubble. And in that bubble, like I've spent enough time now in elite circles that I can see how dangerous that it really can be to the mind, and to how that person can eventually use that privilege in others. And first of all, they're over-interpreting their own success. Like this idea of like, they'll be like, oh, we're doing pretty good. I'm like, you are not doing shit. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm doing good. You're not doing good. Like, you have not done anything. And
yeah, dude, it is.
like-
it is weird, man. That's
Yeah.
the kind of the thing I've been struggling with. It's like, because I don't want to be like, get them older and be like, what the fuck? You could have sent me to a nicer school. And I'm like,
Right.
I don't want you to be a dickhead.
Yeah, but you can also just track each of your children and like, what if one of them is real? Like, there are different types of schools. There's magnet schools, there's math schools, there's sports, there's drama, there's like all these other ones. Like you gotta. What I would do is I would be like, okay, well, first of all, again, K through 8 is about. It's
Whatever.
not about education. Actually, a lot of that education, my man, is on you. All right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
if anything, you're trying to pay somebody else
Yeah.
to teach your kids how to read better. That's about you.
You gotta do
You
it.
need to step up in the house.
I'm fucking. What are you
All right.
talking about, dude? We
All right.
spelled her name the
But
other day.
that's what I'm saying. You got to be keeping that shit up every day.
Tutors and shit,
after
yeah.
school. Not even tutors. You need to be engaged. You need to be making sure that you're sitting there and making this stuff done, because that's where the parent really is the most important.
Sure.
Of course, middle school, high school, when we start talking about SATs, and that's when I think education and the quality of teacher can really make an impact on them. But that's by the time they're starting to become like formed as a human being and
Yeah.
may have an idea of what they want to do. But those initial years, I think it's really just about learning how to like be a person in the world, about how to interact with others, following rule, like what does it mean to like live in a society and be in like this ordered weird thing that we call. So that's the purpose of school, man. Like at
For
the end
sure.
of the day. That's why homeschool people are fucking weirdos. Can we all be honest? Have you ever met a normal one? They're freaks. All right, it's true, man. Like it's true.
I know a couple of people. I know people who are homeschooling right now. They're gonna be pissed at you, dude.
I don't care. I mean,
We
look,
met one
yeah.
homeschooled kid.
sometimes they do it in pods and they're okay.
we
but
met
the
a
rest of them are
homeschool
weird.
kid in my baseball team,
Yeah.
and like we drove him to tears.
Yeah, you should.
It was,
and he deserved it. Yeah, I mean,
It was
like,
so
to be
mean.
honest, he deserved it, dude.
Well, there is a huge
Yeah.
aspect of the socialization for sure.
Yeah, it's important
For
It's
sure. But then
very
it's like with the public schools, like, well, what are they getting socialized into? Then you look at all the other shit they had going on with like, like when like, don't tell your parents if you want to trans, come to us and we'll send you to a
That's
doctor.
fair.
That was the shit that was free.
You're living here in Texas, dude. What are you worried about? You're actually
Dude, you ever
worried?
these schools, dude, now all the schools, I'm in Austin.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
schools
sure,
are like,
sure.
dude, they're pretty fucking, they go pretty hard with that shit. And
Interesting.
that's the stuff that I'm like, but I don't know.
What about the rest of the burbs around it? Round Rock, Fredericksburg, all those other. They can't be there. I mean, I grew up around here, man. Like that's
Yeah,
those people.
you-
Those are some Bible belters.
You've been
the last
going for a
time I
long
checked.
time, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. You're
This
that's
place
not
changed.
wrong.
You left, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're true.
But that's kind of, I don't know. I went to a wall. We can get out of here soon. How long have we been doing, Josh? Damn, dude, we almost did a
Wow.
Rogan.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'll let you out of here in a second. But
Sweet.
I was laughing. We today we toured a because again it's like I'm going to public schools.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find that's the one thing I will try to give my kids the best in education.
Well, you should. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with doing private school
but
or any
I will
of that.
say today.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that I went to a Waldorf school today. I don't know if you're ever familiar.
I know.
with
I know.
Waldorf.
I'm familiar with what it is.
Dude, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And it was like almost theoretically, I'm like, it's all the stuff I like, and I saw the reality of it, and I was like, no, it was just like almost creepy.
I agree.
There at one point, there's one dude in the tour, no matter what the person said, he would go, oh, that's so important. And like, dude, at one point, they were like, we have climbing trees, and we have trees we don't climb. Those are the climbing trees. And he goes, oh, so yes. And then they were in another room, and they were like, for math, we have a tactile sensory aspect where we have these marbles, and they're actually counting the and the guy literally over marbles goes, oh yes. I was like, dude, would you shut the fuck up?
That's so weird.
There becomes a
Yeah.
point of it where it is like
There are some millennial.
it's like a fake
trends.
savior. Like
Yeah.
we did the entire Odyssey school
Right.
play in 4th grade. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude. Like
There's
who's
some
this
millennial
for?
trends, like the Waldorf. I need to look more into. I'm not 100%.
I think they do well. I think it
Yeah.
has like. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say gentle parenting is the one that I've become familiar with for
Yes.
this millennial trend of being like they don't say the word no, right?
Yes.
Everything is about redirection. And the Indian in me is like, how can you possibly turn out like a well-formed adult? Like actually a huge. Well, I would say a majority of adulthood is learning how to deal with the consequences of the word no.
That's
It's
what
like, oh, you
adulthood
want a
is.
job? Fuck you. No.
There's a
Oh, you
giant
want more
no.
money?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No.
There's a giant no hovering over your entire life.
Yeah, it's literally like you're like, or you want to go on a date. It's like, what are 99% of these women going to tell you? No, absolutely.
I know.
You're a loser.
I know.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I go back. So it's like I grew up in like the rigorous old school. Like if you get in trouble, you get hit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I do think that's not a good idea to do.
Probably.
I think it's genuinely. It's like I don't think it's the end of the world, especially if you're not like getting drunk and like coming in for no reason. If there's like a rhyme and reason to it, it's not the worst thing. But I do think the punishing physically makes you as a kid like I'm not going to tell my parents anything.
That's
'cause
right.
I don't want to
yeah.
get smacked. In
No,
the
but they
head.
need consequences.
They do need
of a
consequence.
kind, right? Like you need
Yes.
to take away the things that they like,
Yes.
or be like you're in the silent treatment, or stuff like I think consequences are really important because man, when you get shielded from it, and honestly,
Yeah.
you know, even I remember like that first time when you're 22 years old and you graduate from college and you're actually out on your own and you really are you're like, oh my God, like this sucks. Like, so now you make a bad decision and you're sitting there, you know, and you're like, holy
Dude,
and this is on me and I'm by myself right now. Nobody's gonna bail you out right now.
And I'm
man.
telling you, the worst possible is when you're making bad decisions and it's paying off
Yes.
because eventually it all hits you and you go, oh, and it comes for everybody, dude.
Absolutely.
And you go, oh man. And the older you get, you go, there's no way. I got to live my way through this now.
Yeah,
and it's
you're
like,
right, bro. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
very
Well,
important.
dude, thank you so much for coming. I can talk to
thank
you
you for
forever.
having
I
me.
can talk to you
Yeah,
forever, dude.
I really enjoyed it. This is actually pretty fun.
Dude, thank
Yeah,
you, man. Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Thank you.